The Pat McAfee Show.
There'll be no rules for our guests, for us, for the things we could talk about.
Yes, speaking his mind.
I've never had a problem expressing my opinions or my thoughts or anything like that.
While being relatable.
I haven't had that manufactured fake-ass celebrity that a lot of people have whenever they go on those big networks. I've had a chance to really build my crew, build my following, build my audience.
And ridiculous.
What am I supposed to do? So I'm supposed to look at something that I can definitely afford and say, nah. Is that what I'm supposed to do?
The Pat McAfee Show starts in 3, 2, 1.
Hello, beautiful people. It is Feel Good Friday, February 11th, 2022. Just days away from the Super Bowl at Radio Row. We are here.
Oh, yeah.
Can't thank you enough for watching here at youtube.com/The Pat McAfee Show. We are live on the FanDuel Sportsbook stage at Radio Row in Los Angeles. The anticipation is continuing to build because Super Bowl 56 is just days away. The spread is currently sitting at 4. We will make our official picks today. We will go through all the awards from last night. We will have special guests, and today's Feel Good Friday should be nothing short of electrifying. Speaking of electrifying, big shout out to everybody in California that made their way to the Radio Row last night for our spectacular special surprise after-hours session in which Wiz Khalifa performed 3 songs right here.
Wow.
Bets were made, picks were made, and fun was had. We appreciate you all so much. Shout out to Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah, shout out, Wiz. Thank you, Wiz.
I got a chance to remix, a couple Wiz
Yeah, it
Khalifa
was
songs.
sweet. What?
A couple features back there.
What?
Are we going to win a Grammy?
What?
What about an Emmy?
What?
Oscar?
What?
Tony?
What?
EGOT?
What?
Is that my future? I don't know. You
Feels
tell
like
me.
it.
It was amazing. That one was mostly for us, but we hope everybody else enjoyed the hell out of it. And congrats to all the boys in the back. Zito, Foxy, Nick, DJ Bonix, and everybody else they had that made that thing sound absolutely crisp.
Absolutely. Fuck yeah.
Well done, boys.
Fuck yeah.
If you have not gotten a chance to watch it, go to our YouTube. We have that thing clipped. He put on an actual concert here, and there was actual fans here.
Yeah.
And what we learned about the fan situation is they were originally supposed to be here all week. Then it was changed from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Thursday, Friday. This would be very self-indulging and egotistical of me to say this. I honestly believe there's a chance that they got rid of the time for when the fans could come because of how much we were promoting our fans to come.
Yeah.
And then once they saw what happened last night when we promoted our fans to come in an open time for fans, when they didn't think many shows were going to be scheduled and said, boom, we are scheduling a surprise show. They were trying to get them out of here, obviously. Everybody's very safe. But we had this place going.
Oh, yeah.
They shut down the fan experience a couple hours early to try to get everybody out of here. Our people are the best. You all are amazing.
Thank you, people. Thank you, people.
Thank you all so much. The boys are here at official AJ Hawk, rocking his fake Tim, sitting there. Hey, well, a lot of people are wondering why wouldn't you just put your fucking hands up last
Yeah,
night?
I did. There's video proof that I actually have my hands up. I was trying to get Ty to get his hands up the
Just
whole time.
beat the hell out of that
Because he's
microphone.
bringing he's
Just beat
bringing
the hell out
no
of
juice.
That's just not true.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so you just grab your thing in
Man,
the first sentence.
don't even start with
well,
that.
I'm just telling you, Nick and AJ.
This thing doesn't
and,
reach my face and head are too big for this thing to get all the way to my mouth.
Well, you sound fantastic.
Thank you.
And it was never a wonder. See, there's your hands up for
Look
a
at me
second.
doing it. Look at that Big Ben.
Yeah, but I think you're doing like Wolfpack too sweet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, you were trying to. Is the thumb out?
is-
or is that
what
the
is
claw?
that?
Can't touch
Well,
the thumb.
look, I'm looking at my right hand because I wasn't exactly sure what the thing even is. What you guys do with Big Ben, but I was
You
trying.
don't know.
That's bullshit.
It's an honest mistake, but I was trying hard.
Well, anyways, you appear to be very uncomfortable. A lot of people said that, and I want to let you know you crushed it.
Thank you.
Tone Diggs, Pittsburgh guy, Wiz Khalifa's here. We started in the basement, now we're here. How you doing? Keep it moving.
That was awesome. I got a lot, probably more texts than I've ever got after that show from people from Pittsburgh saying, like, that was the coolest fucking thing of all time.
Yeah, I mean, Pittsburgh is just one city, obviously, in this massive country of ours. So I do apologize. World, I guess. But a lot of people, that was a home run in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
You know, some things, the internet seemed to enjoy it as well. There was a lot of like, this is absurd. Now, as the media people will break down what happened there, and I felt bad for the others. I mean, there was a couple moments during that whole thing last night where I was like, man, there was only like 10 shows happening at the time, but they had to hear numerous AJ Hawk chants in the background. They had to hear numerous fuck yeah chants in the background, like all that things. So I did feel bad, and we are going through it all. But, I mean, all in all, I feel like we turned this motherfucker up last night.
Absolutely.
I really did, and a lot of people said that, but the way the media is going to potentially talk about it is we had a rapper on here.
Yep.
We talked about his weed that he's selling.
Yes.
Then he did a song in which everybody was screaming, fuck yeah.
Right.
Being young, wild, and free. They're drunk, we're high, so what?
Yeah.
And we are at Radio Row. So we will have to remember that there's probably going to be a little bit of fallout from this entire thing. At Ty Schmidt, your thoughts on all of it?
Well, see, I think the people that were in the bullpen, I bet that broke up the monotony of the day. Like, you're coming in and doing that late night show. It's like, oh, fuck, okay, no one's in here.
Well, Gabe Morency's here.
Yeah, well,
Poor Gabe.
Morency's here, and usually he's, yelling and bellowing out throughout the convention center. But you come in here and it's like, holy shit, Wiz Khalifa's on the fucking stage over there giving a concert. Like, I think they're. Who knows about whoever's above those people, but I think everyone in here last night is fucking jacked up.
Well, I'm assuming that that's not accurate, and there's going to be people that are going to be pissed off, but I'm excited about what we did here, and we've accomplished a lot this week. Yeah. At Boston Connor, speaking of accomplishments, brand new jacket.
Jacket. Got home, went right to the store, said, actually, take that shit off the mannequin right now. I want that one now. I was going to get the same one, couldn't do it because that 101 is for Adrian Peterson.
For those that weren't here yesterday, yes, Adrian Peterson ended up with Boston Connor's jacket after Boston Connor was only able to wear it for like 35 minutes. Bought the thing, loved the thing, had it for 35 minutes, and here and Adrian Peterson said, that's nice. And then Adrian Peterson was like, I'm going to have that.
Yeah, exactly.
And you gifted it to him, and then he gifted it to an assistant just moments later. But the fact that you got back in the fight and got your own jacket, that's kind of been this entire week. True underdog stories.
Yeah,
Atta baby.
I mean, you had to do it. Speaking of true underdog stories, the Twitter, whatever they break it down for Coach Sirianni last night was hilarious.
One of the best things of all time. We had like four things trending like in the top 10 or top 5 at one point. I mean, it was getting bananas, and Twitter had to figure out why Coach Sirianni in LA was trending. And they said fans are loving Philadelphia Eagles head coach Nick Sirianni's comments during Thursday's episode of YouTube series The Pat McAfee Show. I'm sure they did love Coach Sirianni's comments, but I don't know if Coach Sirianni necessarily loved those comments. Imagine him getting on the internet going, "Oh, what the they've gone too far." Now Twitter thinks it's actually him. That's a great impression, Ty. That's a really good impression.
Yeah, that, like you said, I'm sure he's not incredibly pleased seeing that, and I don't know if people were actually loving the comments. I mean, I didn't really look into it, but that was wild.
Yeah, I mean, we knew exactly what we were doing for that show, too.
Yeah, of course.
As we went live.
For weeks.
As we knew, at 4 o'clock when we went live, we knew exactly the giveaways we were doing, the hashtags we were going to use, the amount of money that was going to be given away, and that's really what makes the show so...
Yes.
What are you giggling
You
about?
laugh. You think it's an algorithm or a human that does that for Twitter for him?
Humans type
Really?
that up. Yeah, for all the trending topics, because you can kind of see how they feel sometimes in their descriptions and stuff.
Oh, okay. So that person, Ty, really fooled that person then.
Yeah, well, that person read a bunch of people's tweets and then went and watched the clip and then was just
That's
naturally
amazing.
assumed.
That's
yeah,
the ultimate
there it
compliment.
is.
Like that's the ultimate compliment.
Oh, there's Jake Olson.
Oh yeah.
Long snapper.
Yep.
USC. Had a baby Jake. Had a baby Jake.
So, Jake,
What baby Jake?
Had a baby Jake.
We're going to get Lou Holtz trending probably after today or tomorrow.
Nope. Let's go to some news. Last night was the NFL Honors right here in beautiful Los Angeles. Now, beautiful is an interesting thing because the weather, the people, and the atmosphere might be, but the city itself seems to be a little bit beat down. Seems to be a little bit of poop, but they'll come back, obviously. There's enough time in the day to fix this entire situation. Hopefully somebody will end up doing it. It doesn't appear as if a lot of people do a lot of work, but I think it'll get figured out of here. But in the beautiful city of Los Angeles.
Oh, yeah, of course.
gorgeous.
NFL Honors happened last night. And NFL Honors is an award show for the NFL in which people who really matter vote on things to make awards that will ultimately, Atta baby Ron, we are Commanders.
Bum 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 bum.
Okay. You guys can have it. You guys can have it. You guys can have it.
Gift to you.
Have a good one, Coach.
Love you, Coach. Go Commanders.
Go Commies. I said it quietly, couldn't hear me.
Nope.
That's so cowardly of me.
He's heard it.
Yeah, he knows that.
Can't be screaming that across radio.
Well, good.
Anyways, people were giving out awards last night for the NFL, and these awards go on to kind of paint the legacy of a human, paint the legacy of a player. When did they play? How did they play? The rookie stuff, did they come in? They were great. Were they nationally respected? With that whole, how many MVPs? Offensive Player of the Year, Walter Payton Man of the Year, all these awards that are given by people that are in the media world will inevitably be what they are judged upon by the media world later. So you start like kind of diving into that. There's obviously some conflicting and hypocrisy in all awards, but the fact that this happens every single year, we must treat it as if it is something vastly important, because it'll be treated as if it's something that is vastly important. So I hate to give that entire speech about awards being bullshit, because awards aren't bullshit whenever they inevitably decide what somebody's future is in their legacy and legend and everything like that. Right, AJ?
Absolutely. I think you hit it exactly right, because 20 years from now, we're going to – who got the MVP in 2022? Oh, back-to-back champ, Aaron Rodgers.
See, but now we live in a world where I would hope, and who knows what it's going to be like in 20 years, we're probably playing Ready Player One. We're on treadmills and stuff in our house in the metaverse. But I don't think there's ever a follow-up until modern day that says, well, who's picking those awards? Like, whose idea or whose brain is it that those people are those? That'll happen. I think that'll continue.
You know who's saying that now, though? Those people that don't win the awards.
Yeah, that's when I started hating awards. You know, whenever I started losing a lot of awards. And I was like, well, I don't care. I don't care what that guy thinks, actually. Somebody go ask my teammates. Somebody ask my coach what they think. And then that's a callous of a loser, you know, that I've had in award situations. But these awards do matter because they will be used to paint the history of these players. So let's go through them. Assistant Coach of the Year. He took a defense from 32 to 18. He became a Florida version of himself in Texas.
Oh, yeah.
After a stint in Atlanta in which he found a lot of misery at the end of that thing, he has fully revitalized his career. Congrats to Dan Quinn.
Denny.
Then obviously the Coach of the Year. A man who's Ohio through and through. A guy who will fist fight every one of his players, and then he will spit Copenhagen out of his mouth and smoke a cig at the same damn time.
What?
A man who's debunked the theory of what a coach has to be or should be. A guy who does things his way and got his team to the number 1 seed in their conference with 100 different players playing for their team weekly. Congrats to Ohio State legend and icon, Super Bowl champion, linebacker, tight end, head coach, Mike Vrabel.
Mike. Boy.
Out of baby frames, he looks good.
All cleaned up.
Look at him on the sideline. Look at him in his suit. Did he give a speech? I don't think we got a chance to watch the beginning part of this. Did Vrabel speak, and what did he say?
Was he there?
It looks
think
like
he was
he's
there.
I didn't see it.
I thought he was.
was.
I saw a picture on the internet that I believe he was there.
Vrabes would love that.
Do you
right?
think he cares about the award?
Excuse me. That's what I want to ask you. Vrabes would love everything about last night, right? AJ?
He would give a great speech if he did. I'm sorry if I missed it, but, man, I don't know. Do you think he's worried about it? You think he's like, oh, yes.
Hold
He's
on.
calling his wife, hey, Jen girl, I did it. I made it.
Okay, so that's his wife?
Yeah.
Okay, Jen Girl, he did it. Okay, so like the...
I don't know if he calls her Jen girl, but yeah, her name's Jen.
Why is
That's
it
very
Jen?
Ohio thing to do.
Yeah,
Jen
Girl.
Jen
Yeah.
Girl. Hey, I need 20. Give me 20 packs. Smokes Reds today.
All right.
Let's go, Jen Girl. Let's have a good time. I want to coach a year. It felt like you were almost ready to judge Vrabes if he did take it too serious.
No, I'm
yeah,
not.
it sounded like
Yeah,
you
you
were.
were.
But
You're
you
like,
know,
that's
okay.
not a Vrabes thing to really care about this. Did he actually care about this?
Think about Vrabes. If you know Vrabes, he has 3 Super Bowl rings as a player.
Yeah.
None as a coach. He told Taylor Lewan and the boy,
Will
Compton, that he would cut his meat off for a ring as a coach.
Yep.
So do you think him getting coach of the year and getting knocked out of the playoffs as the number 1 seed, I'm just guessing he's not super happy. But, yes, I'm sure he is proud of the work he has done to get that award.
It's a nice piece of metal.
Yeah.
Trophy.
I think he deserves it, too. I think it's awesome.
It's better than going out there and losing it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, to be clear, it's a big honor.
It is.
Huge honor.
It's a very big honor. It'll be used probably in his next negotiation. by the way.
Yeah.
He
Coach
just
of
signed a deal right before that, actually. You see that? He and the GM got an extension.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, did they? Congrats. He got
Like
paid
5
and the
days
award.
ago, 4 or 5 days ago.
Oh, so
we go.
they knew he was potentially going to win Coach of the Year, which automatically ups the price a bit. So they're like, let's get this thing knocked out right now because we're actually deciding who wins Coach of the Year, and that ups your value. Let's go ahead and have this thing locked in for 4 years. Congrats to Vrabes. The Walter Payton Man of the Year, Andrew Whitworth. What a speech.
Baby Whit.
Hey, a lot of tears and eyes over there. A lot of tears and eyes
Very
over
nice.
there. Good speech about working at the Boys and Girls Club in the city. Hey, big wit, I made it and all that. The community is the most important part of, a large part of what happens off the field for individual NFL teams. Every Tuesday, Andrew Whitworth was talking about it. Anybody that's been in the NFL knows. Tuesdays used to be the day off. Now with modern sports science, some people have Monday off, then Tuesdays a walk through. Whatever the case, it used to be Tuesdays are the day off. Tuesdays is always community Tuesdays, though. If you're around, if you're young, you're out and about, rocking rocking Colts gear, getting introduced to new different foundations or philanthropy efforts that you could potentially help out. I remember I was at hospitals, I was at militaries, we were building houses, painting roads, Big Brothers Big. I mean, there has just been a lot of those things, and the fact that one of those encounters led to potentially a guy making it to the NFL and having hope, and then the speech really hit a home run. I mean, congrats to Whitworth, and also him inviting Jay Glazer to Cabo after Jay Glazer broke up with Rosie Tennyson, had his heart broken, is the reason why McVay stayed around. Matthew Stafford got there the next day. So Andrew Whitworth created the Super Bowl and an incredible moment that will be remembered forever.
Maybe Whit.
Big year for Whit.
Huge. His first lineman to play a game over 40. I think that's what AJ's alluding to, right?
Is that what you're talking about?
Everything. How Jay told us how this Super Bowl came to be started with Whit, right?
Can you rewind? Because I tried to explain it, but I don't think people understand if they didn't hear that conversation yesterday. Jay Glazer stopped by the set yesterday to push his book, Unbreakable.
That's right.
Unbreakable. We did a little
grapple.
Grapple. What's that called, AJ? That thing?
I don't know. It wasn't really hand fighting. I don't know what they call that.
Well, that's because you're not a mixed martial artist.
No, you're right.
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah, what did he basically say happened? Because I tried to explain it quickly.
So, the Tennyson sisters.
Rosie,
more
specific.
Broke up.
More specifically. What?
Rosie Tennyson, I believe.
What?
Who was that? Goomp. What Goomp? Quiet. So they sat there. I'm joking. Keep going, Goomp. But the thing is, Rosie broke up with him, so he was feeling low. Sean McVay is in Cabo. Witt's in Cabo. Stafford's in Cabo. Some of them invite Jake down. Jay brings everybody together. Drew Brees did a cannonball, and now we're at the Super Bowl.
Okay, well, I'm thankful for Whitworth winning that and being a good person. Comeback Player of the Year, Joey Burrow.
Yeah, baby.
Nice.
Didn't even take his award.
Just
leave that shit here. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Micah Parsons. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Jamar Chase. Defensive Player of the Year, TJ Watt. Offensive Player of the Year, Cooper Kupp. And back-to-back MVPs, Aaron Rodgers, being graced on this day. How are you, bro?
Good, brother.
Great to see you, man. Thank you for coming. A man who is, won the MVP before, been a Super Bowl MVP, all-time leading rusher, all-time leading rush touchdowns, and he has a tequila right now called.
This is all time as well.
What is it? Oh,
yeah, this is all time as well. This is Hedadura Oche and Yeho, baby.
Oh, what is
it? Cristalino.
Oh,
Hedadura. Yeah, don't worry about it. Just drink it.
I like it. We have some of that at the house.
Yeah, I believe we actually do because it tastes so fantastic.
Y'all live together?
We is in my family. That's at my house, and we're sharing an Airbnb.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah,
y'all at that house?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Hey, pretty good house, by the way, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you would appreciate what's going on.
Man, I need a cup.
I know we need a
Somebody
cup. We got a red cup.
like 5 cups or something.
solo
Man.
We can do some tequila. Yeah, they're getting cups right now. I was just told it's going to be a coffee cup. So what's going on? Is that your tequila?
Man, it's not my tequila, but it's Brown Forman. They produces it. I represent this brand, Hedadura itself. I wish it was my tequila.
Yeah.
I've been trying to work it so I can make it become my tequila. I'm the only one that's pushing this kind of thing. So, but yeah, man, been working with these guys for about 12 years now, and it's been a great partnership so far.
Okay, so let's talk about Super Bowl week. Obviously, you're three-time Super Bowl champion, and that was back, when the Cowboys, were.
Yeah. That's when the Cowboys was Cowboys.
Oh,
Right.
Okay, let's get into it, though, because off the backs of the teams that you played upon and others down there in Dallas is why the America's team even happened. Obviously, Jerry Jones' big brain in marketing feeds into that, but you're talking primetime games every single week still to this day because of all the success you guys had. Is it heartbreaking to watch it kind of have 12 wins is a lot of wins.
Yeah.
This is much better than years past.
Yeah.
But is it heartbreaking to kind of see another year go by here without?
Yes, and yes, and yes, because I think the expectation is was so much greater for this team because the way this team started the season off against Tampa Bay, everybody was so excited. And then they went on a run from that point on, and then all of a sudden Dak get hurt. And when he comes back, things are different.
Yeah.
I hate bye weeks because once you're in a rhythm and you're in a groove, you want to maintain that sometimes, and sometimes a bye week may throw you off a little bit. But this team here it also shows signs of brilliance, but it showed who they really were by the inconsistency that they exuded throughout the whole entire season.
What is that from? Top down? What is it? You think it's a locker room thing?
To me, it's a combination of both. It's a combination from top down because you saw some of the inconsistency also in the coaching staff and the play selections and everything else, the decisions, the timeouts, and all this kind of stuff. You got to eliminate those little things. It's like a bunch of little foxes spoiling the vineyard. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, that's what it's like. Those little things can hurt you.
Those add up, don't they? Over
add
time,
up.
right?
Over time, they add up big time. So when you get into the playoff and you still haven't corrected those things, they have a way of rearing their heads.
Yeah, it doesn't show up till it shows up, right?
It shows up. Like Joe Evazano used to say, this is our special team coach. It catches up to you when it catches up to you.
Yeah.
And it caught up to our Cowboys once we got into the playoff, and everything happened in that playoff game that was displayed throughout the whole entire season. And so,
are you kind of happy it didn't happen in the Super Bowl?
Oh, without a doubt, that would have been worse. That would have been worse. That would have been worse. But they would have never got to the Super Bowl though, not playing that way.
Yeah.
Because you cannot play that way in games as big as those games would have become and make it there. You just couldn't do it.
Yeah, I think Dak gets deboed by a ref. That's kind of our last play of the entire thing. And
Debo.
Yeah, he did.
Like Debo Sanders was doing us in, too.
Yeah, that was pretty big. Yeah, he had a pretty good night down there. But the entire thought of the Dallas Cowboys is that on paper, they're always great. They just need to make a run. And the reason is because of your teams. So whenever you look at the teams that are making it to the Super Bowl here, and obviously Patrick Mahomes and them are going to be a dynasty forever is what everybody said. And then now Joey Burrow, Seth Rollins was sitting here the other day, and other people have this idea that, I don't think Joey Burrow's going to win it this year. He'll win more down the road. Like, that is not a normal thing. Like, what you guys did was not normal. What the New England Patriots did is not normal.
Right.
I think it's kind of debunked people's expectations on what reality is because people think you're just going to be able to go and win. Why do you think your team was able to have such success in the time period that they did?
Great question. And if you look at our teams, look at how focused, how committed, the little mistakes we made, and the big plays that we made when we needed them, and most importantly, the consistency that we shown in those 3 out of 4 years. The only time we lost focus, in my opinion, was when Barry Switzer's first year came in.
The White House?
Nope.
Oh. No.
That's a whole other story. But the only time we lost focus that year because of distractions and other things. That was the same year. You can talk about the White House if you want to. It's the same year that Jimmy quit. Barry comes in. It's the same year Eric Williams getting into a car accident. It's the same year, I believe. A lot of different things happened, and we lost focus. But that loss in the NFC Championship game forced us to think about it and reset.
Woke you up a little bit?
Yeah, it was a wake-up call because we had just won back-to-back. And so this would have been 3 in a row. So the focus was not quite there because of the distractions. And I don't know if it was because Jimmy was gone, it was new atmosphere, new this, new things, or just being complacent that we won back to back.
Yeah.
And so we probably needed a break.
Yeah.
A mental break. And that loss was hard.
Yeah.
But it got us back focused. And we said to ourselves, right after that loss, people were saying on a plane ride back from San Francisco, this will not happen next year. This will not happen next year. That's what people were saying on the plane.
That quick it was already happening?
That quick it was already permeating throughout the whole entire team. Now, our team had changed. We did not have the same kind of quality players that year when we played against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't quite the same.
Yeah.
But the focus was there. The
Yeah.
commitment was there. The dedication was there from everybody.
Go ahead, AJ.
What was it like when Barry Switzer comes in? Like, your team, obviously superstars all over the place, ton of success. When he came in, like, what's his first meeting like? How does he kind of take control of the team or at least make his presence felt?
I don't think he ever really took control of the team. I think he came in.
Is this a player-led team?
Yeah, it was somewhat of a player-led team because that's Barry's style. Mm-hmm. Barry's style is not to babysit you or try to keep you or teach you how to become a professional. Barry was like, hell, y'all just won 2 Super Bowls. What can I do not to mess this thing up?
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
Did you like that?
I mean, for me, you had to be a very mature player to play under that type of system. Now, you got to think about it from this perspective. Coming from Jimmy Johnson, who was a hard-nosed coach, who made sure everybody stayed between the lines. If you got outside the lines, you better be Troy or you better be Michael. You know what I'm saying?
Or Emmett.
Yeah, or Emmett.
Yeah.
If you won that, you was pretty much on the chopping block.
Hey, be who you can afford to be.
Exactly.
Man.
So you know if guys got to stay in between the lines, they're gonna stay in between the lines. With Barry, the lines was blurred.
Yeah.
You could be at a club and kicking with Barry at the same time.
Really?
Oh, that's awesome.
I mean,
he was at the White House?
This is pre-social media.
There you go.
No,
Oh, no.
There you go.
Hey, good on Barry. Hey. Hindsight. I mean, hindsight.
But Barry was a great coach in the context of allowing players to be men. We were grown men.
Yeah.
So we had to have self-discipline. And I think when we recognized that Jimmy was not coming back, but Jimmy has given us the foundation that we needed.
Yeah, you needed Jimmy when you had him, right?
Yeah, we needed Jimmy when we had him, but he has left us with the foundation of working hard, being focused, having self-discipline, being driven, and wanting to be successful. And that's when the leadership really came into play.
Hey, if you did Troy,
if that makes sense.
What was Troy like? Troy
Awesome.
as a leader, awesome. Love him.
Awesome. He was so focused, man. I don't know if Troy Aikman had a good time playing football or if I think he's having a better time right now calling the game, looking at the game from a different perspective than he did when he was actually playing because
stress?
You can call it stress. There was a lot of weight that he had to carry.
Yeah.
Think about this. He's coming behind the legendary Staubach. And then he's the number 1 draft pick. He's the guy that's supposed to turn the organization around. That's a lot of pressure from Cowboy Nation.
Yeah, and Jerry's promoting. I mean, Jerry is doing everything Jerry's doing as well.
Yeah. So that's a lot of pressure on someone to revive an entire city and revive an entire nation because in the 80s we were sucking as the Dallas Cowboys. So Michael, Troy, myself, all of us, and Jimmy made things a little bit different.
That's awesome. Ooh.
Go ahead, Ty.
He wants to get you
I crack it
pour
open.
some of this out. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Emmett, when you retired, could you kind of see the way the NFL was going? Like, did you look at your records and think, like, oh, there's a good chance that none of these are ever going to be broken? Or do you look at guys now and say, like, oh, you know, if this guy, he's got a shot? Or did you kind of know when you hung him up, like, oh, these records that I have are going to stand forever?
No, I mean, I'm going to let you choose your own poison and pour your own poison. When it comes down to records, I learned a long time ago, records are made to be broken. If a human did it before, a human can do it again. The question is not can he do it again, the question is when it will be done again. And who is that person going to be? And so for me, knowing that in my mind, I don't think about it from that perspective because I know it can happen and it's a possibility it will happen. I just don't know if I'm going to be around to see it because 18,355 is a long way. See, y'all haven't even added up 18,355 yet. Add it up. Add the numbers up. What did you come up with?
Come on, Ty.
18,000. What was it? 18,355.
Yeah. What does it add up to?
21.
No, your
22,
math is off.
Yeah, it's 22.
22. Yeah, it is
Exactly.
22.
So
It is 22.
that number was that record was for me. It was for me. It's not getting broken. Did I not tell y'all in the Super Bowl 22? Everything is 222, 22. This is the year of the deuces, baby.
You're right.
Hey, I was picked 222. Can't wait to do a shot with you here, man. Let's hear this. What is
Cheers.
this again? What is the name of the tequila?
Herradura.
Herradura.
Yeah. This is Ultra Añejo, by the way. Cristalino.
Oh,
Yeah.
Evan, we appreciate you, man.
Also,
Yeah.
222. 22 this year.
Good.
222 this year is National Tequila Day.
Oh.
Did you get that? Did you do that?
No, I didn't do
Look
it.
at everything's coming together.
It comes together.
It's awesome.
Hey, we appreciate you so much for joining us.
No, thank you guys.
You are the absolute best. Thank you for the tequila.
By the way, drink responsibly. Now I'm leaving you with this bottle.
Smart play.
I don't want y'all to get
We got a
overzealous
couple
about
guys.
it.
Hey, I think we're going to see you tomorrow too, right? I think you're coming through the FanDuel Superstar Showdown.
I'll be there.
Let's go.
Oh,
Can't
here we
wait
go.
to watch.
Let's
You can be
go!
competing.
Ladies and
You're
gentlemen.
going to be competing against people.
Yeah,
Sorry.
absolutely. No worries. I mean,
No,
you're
I'm
supposed to
not
be out
going
like
to
5
compete.
minutes
I'm going to
ago.
be there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're competing. Ladies and gentlemen, Emmett Smith.
Yeah.
Okay, we have to get to a break. We'll be back on the other side. We got some tequila around. That's great news. It's a Feel Good Friday here at Radio Row. We'll see you in about 4 minutes. We have Saquon Barkley, Taylor Heineke, Jerry Jeudy, and more left on this glorious Friday. We'll see you in 4. Do you ever think about dabbling more on the internet? I know you don't really do it much, but
Never.
you are beloved on there, Chuck.
Hey, Pat, never going on the internet.
Chuck!
Never go. No, because two things. Number one, once you're successful, I always say, being successful is like being the homecoming queen. All the ugly bitches hate you. I mean, that's the truth of the matter. When you're successful, you're gonna have built-in enemies, and then the more successful you become, the more enemies come at you. So I don't want to give them access to me because I'm not that guy. If you say something mean to me, I gotta say something mean back to you. When I was younger, I used to fight all the time. I'm too old to fight now, but I can still verbalize some insult.
Yes.
And like, let's say if I'm out drinking, because people know I like to drink. If I'm drinking my vodka or some tequila and you insult me, there's a 100% chance I'm gonna say some shit back at you. And the problem with being famous, Pat, and I don't like calling myself famous, but it is what it is.
Yeah, 21.
People can say anything they want to me, and nobody gives a shit. But the first time I go crazy on their ass, I'm gonna get crushed.
Yeah, you're not classy. You're not professional, obviously. Yeah. Be a gentleman.
I choose not to let people have access to me in that situation.
Whenever you're working on golf, do you still have the same routine that you had whenever you were younger now, or is it much different? And how often do you just go down there and just hit Phil Mickelson flop shots all day? But anytime you turn one sideways and you flatten it, you're like, oh, watch this. I'm going to do like Phil Mickelson does. And then you just go out there. Normally you either blade it, hit it straight up in the air to the right, or you somehow get lucky and it goes and everybody's like, oh my God.
Incredible shot.
Phil Mickelson. Wow. That's what that is kind of become, and I remember you hit the one over your head that one time. That was a mind blower from me. Is the short game something you've always just been good at, or are you good at it because that's all you work like so much on it at all times?
When I was a kid, my dad had a little chipping area in our backyard and putting green, and so I would just go out there and hit balls because I couldn't really go to the golf course, and all I did was shots inside 30 yards. And it got very monotonous to hit the same shot over and over, so I'd go behind the avocado tree. I'd go back around the other trees and bushes and rough and so forth. And so I would get creative as a kid hitting those shots. And you kind of learn a couple of things. But what I would say, Pat, is that there's really only one way to chip effectively, because you're coming in with no coverage on the ball. You're coming in with so much loft that the leading edge is coming in first. So you have to have your weight forward. That's it. You have to have your weight forward and drive the club down into the ground. And most people, when they do that, their hands either come back or their weight comes back and the leading edge comes up and blades it. Now, you can kind of flip your hands a little bit if you have a good lie. Like if the ball's sitting in the first cut or it's sitting up, but that technique will not work all the time. And so that's why I prefer and believe that the technique where you have your weight forward, your hands forward, and you drive the club down to the ground will be consistent every time. So lay that club flat, move that ball off your left toe, get that ball off your front left, there you go, and open that face flat and just drive the club down into the ground. The ball will pop up like a gem.
I think I'm a scratch golfer.
Let's go!
I think it makes sense, by the way, that your childhood was spent within 30 yards of a green. My childhood was spent kicking a soccer ball off the side of a house. Worked out for me. It's worked out for you much better.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome back. AJ Hawk giving us the cue to be back. Yeah.
Thank you, AJ.
We are here live at the FanDuel Sportsbook stage Friday, February 11th, 2022. Woo. Hey, just real quick thing. If we don't do this often enough, obviously. Shout out to the LAPD and also the feds.
Hell yeah, shout out.
The feds is watching, by the way.
Thank you.
Yep.
I think if I learned anything today, thank you guys.
Thank you.
If I learned anything today, honestly, or this week, it's that the feds is watching our show.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of federal folks. I don't know which agency. It is an agency that smells bombs.
Yeah, right.
But they're all yoked. They're all jacked. They're out at the front to get in here.
It's ATF?
And
I think it's ATF.
Yeah.
ATF. I think a lot of them listen to our show. It feels like every time we go in there to see if we have any manure or pressure cookers or anything like that in our cars, it feels like those conversations happen all the time. Today, it was an Ohio allegiance of people.
Wow.
And by the way, looking right at him, what would we say? Oh, this is a fucking Ohio guy as soon as we looked at him, right, AJ?
Yeah, he was awesome. High energy, gave a nice, solid fist bump to everybody in the car.
Well, you give those as well. That is something we.
Yeah, you do.
I have to add that into the bland white from Ohio rule book.
Right.
When you're talking to them, this is what's going to happen. They're probably going to talk shit. If there is a fight, they are going to join in. There's that entire thing. They're going to have a good time. Probably going to be a bit toxic, but they're from Ohio. What do you expect from them? Also add in, when you go for the fist bump, they actually see that as a challenge. They are attacking your fist to let you know that their fists are stronger than yours. AJ hit me with the right hook yesterday to congratulate him on a move he made in the car. We let him drive yesterday.
Oh, what?
Got to experience both feet for the first time. It's an active thing. I mean, you are.
Yeah, a lot of.
You don't say.
You are in the race.
Roller coaster.
It is L.A., and he didn't get us in any accidents. Neither did I either, but obviously, I was pretty close. It was an insane thing. He made a move, though. It was like a 3-lane dip move where he almost hit 2 cars, but he made it. By the way, made it. Cut off probably 35 minutes from our trip.
For sure.
Like, legitimately, to get in there. And I'm like, yeah, dude, he was actually pumped. Actually pumped. He gave me, like, I threw my fist. I'm like, good work, man. I went down to my phone, I think. All of a sudden, my hand is out the window. I'm like, what did you just do? And then all of a sudden this morning, you got your shit busted by the feds. I'm happy that happened.
I was happy because you only do it if you're excited. Like, obviously, that was a great move across traffic. So I'm like, yep, bam. Obviously. And that's what old buddy outside did to me. I was like, good, this guy's excited for his job. I appreciate it.
All right, let's talk about some news coming out. Allegedly, until the neighbors tell us anything different, Jamar Chase went door to door on Joe Burrow Street until someone agreed to sell their home. I want to live by Joe. Joe got me here. I love Joe. Joe and I are going to play really good football here. Joe can maybe pick me up and drive me to work 2 in the morning. You remember in college we lived in the same apartment complex. We're there. Would like the same thing, but here in Ohio. And this comes via Cat Dad 69. Boom. After Jamar Chase was drafted, he went door to door on Joe Burrow Street asking Burrow's neighbors if he could buy their house. Eventually, someone said yes. And in this real estate market, he probably had to pay 2 to 3x what that house is actually worth.
Oh yeah.
But that's how connected these two are. All the way through LSU's relationship there to the national championship and Joey winning the Heisman, through the draft, through training camp, through his house. That is a connection that you can't teach. That is a weapon for them, AJ.
I mean, gigantic weapon. Not only are they 2 of the most talented guys in the NFL, but they have such a tight connection. You know, like look at Aaron and Devontae. Look at, Tom Brady has had that connection with a ton of different receivers.
Pat
I feel like
and Kelsey.
Yeah, Pat and Kelsey. I guess Gronk and Brady. Like those connections are absolutely priceless. I think, and I mean, how many years? What, next 15 years we're going to be seeing that connection? Hopefully.
Yeah. Well,
he can stay upright.
Yeah, that's what I say. Once again. All these expectations that these young teams are going to have, whatever they're going to have, they're going to be able to do this forever. It's like
we probably shouldn't do that, should we?
We should not. No, everybody else does that though.
Yeah,
we should.
It makes it sound like it's so easy. When
it's
you say it all the time. It is so difficult just to get to the Super Bowl, let alone win multiple Super Bowls.
And not that I did anything to get us there, because I didn't even know how to play the position I was playing whenever we got into the Super Bowl my rookie year. But watching the amount of work and the amount, I don't want to say luck, but the amount of luck you have to have health-wise to continue to go. That's why what the Patriots did. Once again, I can't say this enough. That's why what the Patriots did is so miraculous almost, because you just see some injuries take teams completely out for a year, maybe 2 years, and they can never really get right. That whole success is definitely going to happen because it happened whenever people were young is not true at all. And I hope everybody understands that.
Especially now, like if people say this about them and now say they never make it back to a Super Bowl, people are going to say that their careers are failures, even that they could have the greatest careers of all time, but if they don't make it back to the Super Bowl again, people are going to say that they failed.
Quarterback Travis Kelce walking by with his entire crew. With a team of 50.
Look at that.
Baby. Hey, that is a touchdown throwing quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, we know. So does Andy Reid, though. Good to see you, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Great fade on Travis Kelce.
Oh, yeah. Good outfit.
Travis Kelce, I think, has a traveling barber.
I think
would
so.
Make sense. I mean, the drum suit, too.
Him, Justin Timberlake, Tim Tebow.
Yep.
I think they
Cooper
have.
Kupp, maybe.
Mac Jones.
Cooper Kupp's fade last night was unbelievable.
Matt, did you say?
Yeah, Mac Jones, obviously. You saw the middle part. That thing was phenomenal.
How about him not winning Offense Rookie of the Year or whatever and costing us all big on our bets?
Yeah, a lot of money, about $400. But also, I mean, Jamar Chase, at one point, I think he was minus 200 maybe. And that was, week 11, week 12. And then Burrow threw for 400, 500, 500 again, and Jamar had like 700 yards in the last month of the season.
Well, let's talk about a man who made a lot of money off of predicting who the people were going to pick as the champions. Tone Diggs had like a clean sweep.
Tony!
The Hammer Down boys made a lot off those awards that mean a lot and are very important.
Yeah, January 3rd, we decided to look at the awards, and at that time, Vrabes was plus 350. I think he was third as far as Coach of the Year odds. So we this guy, we talked about it, 100 players missing. We'll go with Vrabes there. We went with Joey Burrow for Comeback Player of the Year when Dak was the favorite at that time. I was like, Joe's numbers are better. He took a team that was supposed to be 4 wins, and they're much better. Was it because of Dak's injury? I didn't know, so we went Joe Burrow there.
Well, really, the entire Bengals, not just Joe Burrow, but next year, they should maybe be the comeback players, the entire team.
Yeah.
Because if they make it back to the Super Bowl, they've had to battle through a lot of adversity.
Yeah.
That other teams wouldn't have. For instance,
Correct, yeah.
The mop hot chocolate.
Right.
The mop bucket hot chocolate, the hour and a half drives
Correct.
to practice, the cement mill
Right
Correct.
next to
next to it that the smell is going through
Possible
there.
mop water in the Gatorade bucket.
Oh the
Yeah,
mop
that too.
Gatorade.
Yeah. Eating nachos for lunch every day.
So like Joe Burrow didn't just have to
Lunchables.
come back from the knee thing; he
Yeah.
also had to come back from every day
You're right.
being a Bengal.
Think of the facilities he had at LSU too. Like, a lot of these guys go from college with
we've seen.
because college facilities are built.
Brian Kelly's
for
right.
recruits.
Could you imagine the Brown family being told how much money that Brian Kelly thing is? Just that one room. All right, we need LED boards all around here, and then we need a revolving platform, basically. How much is it? Probably costs, I don't know, like $50,000, $60,000 to make. Get the fuck out. Tell him
Absolutely
to stand.
not.
Yeah.
Just cut from his ankles up. They won't see that he's turning all by himself. That is what the Bengals will do. You're right. That is literally what it is. And that's why it's so amazing. And I think that is why so many people want the goddamn Bengals to win.
Yeah.
When really it should be the opposite way around. People should want them to lose because of the bullshit operation going on in ownership. But instead, we're all like, it's not the player's fault. It's not the coach's fault. That's everybody else's fault. The fact that they didn't go to the honors last night, by the way, they stayed in the theater in their hotel or whatever, and all the Rams were out at the thing. Now, granted, the Rams are used to the glitz and the glam.
That's right. Live here.
They live here. This is just a Thursday. Hey, they go down to Craig's, the Italian restaurant.
Yeah.
They got to deal with paparazzi and interviews every single time. So I guess they're used to going and putting on a show on a Thursday. But I like that the Bengals team stayed in the hotel. But the reason why they might have is because maybe the Brown family didn't want to pay for a Sprinter bus.
Yeah, for sure.
To get from the hotel to the honors award. We really honestly don't know. And that is even more the charm of the Bengals.
So we know, do you guys think, like, when are the Rams, like, going into a hotel? They're not staying at their houses all week, right?
I bet they went to a hotel early, like a normal Super Bowl week, where they had a team hotel to host them. That they went in like Monday. I would imagine.
You think
Because think
Vets
about-
allowed to stay home, though?
No, because I bet no matter who was going to be here, whether it was the Rams or not from the NFC, they had a hotel set aside, everything there. I doubt they came in on like Thursday.
If you're a vet, you think you're allowed to stay home or no?
No. I bet they stayed in a hotel.
Why not? Because of COVID or just because of focus?
I haven't talked to any of them, but I would assume, they just want to keep it like a normal Super Bowl week.
Yeah, but don't people normally have their families come to the Super Bowl week and everything?
Yeah, but they don't stay with them in the hotel. There's always different floors usually, or different areas.
That was an interesting conversation whenever Peyton Manning and Bill Polian were trying to figure out what the rules were going to be for the Super Bowl. Bill Polian said, we will blah, 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 and Peyton would say, no families on that.
Unreal.
Okay, we'll talk about that. Stands back up. We won't talk about that. There's no families on the float. Okay. And then he sits back down. And then Bill Polian says something else. And allegedly the story goes that Adam Vinatieri was sitting right next to Peyton. So in that story, Peyton would be like, did you guys, was there families running around on the floors? And Adam Vinatieri was like, never. So Peyton was like, couldn't take it. Yeah, we're not doing it.
Yeah.
I didn't think so. Because I think Peyton felt like that shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
And then after he heard Vinatieri was like, and Tom and Bill and everybody else, and he was like, yeah, I thought so. So that entire process, who's allowed where, when are they going to, The Bengals definitely aren't. We went to a different hotel the Saturday night before the Super Bowl, too. Did you guys do that or no?
No, we stayed in the same spot all week.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a little bit excessive.
That is,
and we
it
went
is.
to like a 1921 hotel, too. I mean, the original hotel, which was provided by the NFL, it's like the nicest hotel in the area. We're staying there, and then we got away from everything, kind of. And once again, I'm not the one. I was too young to make any decisions, but my room got drastically worse. I am not at the bottom. I'm literally rookie punter, so literally room 53 probably of the entire roster. But I didn't fully understand like the seclusion, like, hey, we need to get there. But it is so much shit. In the lobby of those hotels, there's agents, there's media people, everybody's tugging on you. The longer you're there, the more opportunity for distraction. I mean, it's just all those logistical things that have to get figured out behind the scenes are also a big problem in conversation.
I wonder, when you mentioned like the Bengals and obviously not having an indoor practice facility, I wonder what they did for the players, because when I got to Dallas, I don't know what you guys did. We played in the Super Bowl in Dallas. We all got rental cars too. I don't know if you did or not. Every player had rental cars to go do whatever. I would imagine the Bengals did not pony up for that.
No, the Colts didn't either.
Huh? That's a
what
lot
I'm
of rental. That's a
realizing.
lot of rental cars.
Yeah, it was weird. I thought it was weird too.
I assumed the guys had them. Were you at that point?
No, I think every player.
No, you're a 5 overall pick.
Every player had a rental car, I'm pretty sure.
You're pretty sure. No, you live in a different world. Dude.
No.
It was in Dallas, too. I mean, you don't want to give guys in L.A. rental cars. We've drove around here.
Yeah.
There are a lot of aggressive drivers who might be cutting
Sure.
over 3 lanes.
Yeah, and also there's not really that many places to go.
Yeah. It's all packed.
Yeah, everything. A lot of poop out here.
A lot of poop.
We have some breaking news.
What?
And this one is a heartbreaker.
Oh no.
Could have seen this one coming from maybe months and months ago.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
I hate to break this news to Columbus, Ohio,
Oh no.
but the Chop House is officially up for sale.
What?
Urban Chop House being sold to private investment group will change branding. Urban Meyer's Chop House has become too toxic in the state of Ohio, which is the state of toxicity. The Urban Chop House no longer doing numbers. Some private investment fund bought that with toilet paper money that they have and said, we will change the name of this thing because your finger guns have completely ruined a great establishment, a good hustle. We're using your name. You were undefeated against Michigan. We'll put photos up of you everywhere. You don't have to do anything. You actually see a stream of revenue from doing nothing. You actually just show up and get drunk at this place.
Yeah.
But what you can't do, can't go to the dance floor.
No, you can't.
So then after he left his team on a plane for themselves after losing on the road on a Thursday night football game, Urban Meyer made that one fatal mistake that he and his other investors in the Chop House agreed to not make. He ventured over to the dance floor. He said he was having family. His family was in the back. He didn't want to do that shit. Wanted to do the dance floor.
What?
He went to the dance floor. Now it's no longer the Urban Chop House. Let's have a moment of silence for the run that the Chop House had. Thank you, Chop House.
Thank you,
Chop House.
So sorry.
Thank you, Chop House.
So
for
sorry.
coming into existence as a way to extort money out of Columbus, Ohioans, thinking that Urban Meyer had any say in what was happening here. We're just using his name as a puppetry.
Right.
Although the food is fantastic and the chops are out of this world and the booze are too delicious.
Right.
We will change our name. We are not changing our ways.
Right.
Says the Urban Chop House. AJ, what does this do to the Columbus community that loves to get their daily dose of toxicity from the Urban Chop House? Is this going to change anything for the Hawk household? Is this going to become the Hawk House? Oh my God.
Here we go.
Let's call it the Big Hawk House.
How much did you pay for this?
There's 2 locations, I believe, too. One downtown, one in Dublin. I'm not sure which one he was at. The famous night. The famous night.
You know which one.
This goes against all. You know how people try to say, "Hey, all pub is good pub," right? Obviously not, because the Chop House got a lot of good publicity throughout this whole process, and now they're rebranding.
That's what you say. It was a lot of publicity. What you're saying, not all pubs good pub.
A lot of people say all pubs good pub.
Yeah, I know, but then you followed up and said this was a lot of good publicity, which I guess
correct.
In a scale of publicity,
to make people aware of it.
It's a good amount of publicity.
Yeah. Come get your meat at the Big Hawk House.
Yeah,
there we go. It has a ring to it.
Take your finger guns down to the Hawk House dance floor.
We'll beat your meat for you.
Yo, hey, sit on the stool that changed this entire entity's name down here at the Hawkeye.
Maybe the stool vibrates.
Yeah. Huh?
Oh, there you go.
I'm about to call my financial people and see if we can free up some cash.
Oh, you got people, obviously.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Financial people.
2 chop
I
houses.
thought the chop house business would be booming.
So
after
did I.
this.
That's what I'm saying.
I would like to let everybody know I do feel like we are a part of that shutting down. I don't like anybody losing their jobs.
No, we didn't have to.
Not at
We didn't
all.
want to do this again.
Well, I don't know. They won't lose their jobs, though. It's just coming under
Yeah,
new
new
management,
management.
right?
Should
Same
keep
exact place, same exact juices from the dance floor.
Sure.
Right.
Yep.
And listen, it wasn't your fault. You know, when Urban decided to stick his fingers up to the elbow up that girl's butt on the dance floor, that's kind of, he's sleeping in his own bed. You know, you made it. You sleep in it.
Yeah, multiple angles, too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And when that alternate angle came out,
Damning evidence.
that was damning because he was all like, I should have went to the dance floor.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all. And all I was doing was blah, blah, blah. And the alternate angle said, what's that?
What's that?
You look like you're going, looks like your hand's going splunking, pal. All right, let's talk about some more stuff.
Splunking.
I was so happy when I thought of that. I had the little, that flashlight on the forehead on his fingers in my head as I was. That was pretty good brain talk. We are bummed out about the Urban
Yeah, we
It
are.
is a bummer.
Because the only way we heard about it was inevitably it's ending.
Well, yeah.
So-
And then he was getting laughed out of meeting rooms.
Maybe we
and
should
stuff, so.
get.
Good run.
Maybe we should.
I don't know if we should I don't know if we should get our name. I think it'll get. They'll burn it down.
Yeah, they might.
They will, yeah. Maybe we
into that.
name it the Hardball House.
Oh.
Wow. How do you think that'll go over? Business hasn't been great anyway since the old finger dance and stuff. But
I don't think that's going to help.
what if that was the official Michigan? I bet you because they're strapped for cash so much, that's going to become a new name. And they're going to get so desperate, they're going to be like the official Wolverine bar in Ohio. Could you imagine if that happens?
I don't know if that would go too well. Maybe up north in Ohio, not in Columbus.
How about
probably.
General Bob's?
Oh. Hey, there's a General Bob's store, isn't there? Like a general store?
Yeah.
Bob's Discount Furniture.
Well,
There
that's
is
that's
that.
another
Well,
one
that
for
too.
sure.
Okay.
But I think there
Ralph's
was,
Army Surplus.
yeah, that was. I don't know what that has to do with General Bob.
Good store, though.
But country stores are everywhere. There's a
was
lot of
thinking
country
of that.
stores.
Yeah, right.
But I believe General Bob has
Cracker
one.
Barrel.
Could you-
There's a lot of them.
I don't think that's
We
a
just
general
name it-
store.
No, that is
Yeah, they have a general store,
No,
though.
he brought that up because that's one of the companies that got canceled a while ago.
Oh, yeah. How did that
No, they
ever,
have a general store.
Yeah.
That's just like a lot of things that have happened where you go, like, how did that ever?
Yeah.
How many locations of this are there? Yikes.
How long? All right, it's interesting. Anyways, let's go to Aaron Jones. We saw him yesterday. He was flexing, wearing long
Yeah, he
sleeves.
was.
He had big chains on.
Oh, yeah.
He's looking to get big rings because he, got paid, and that Packers team is so damn good. He said he believes in his heart of hearts that Aaron Rodgers going back to the Packers.
Wow.
Yesterday on the surprise after hours spectacular at 4 p.m. local, 7 p.m. Eastern yesterday, I figured out a way, certainly not live on air did I think of it.
No.
No, this was planned long in advance
Correct.
to finally put A.J. Hawk's feet to the fire.
Yes.
And it's not just that he can dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge his way through it. No. I'm actually going to put money on the line for other people so he looks like a terrible person to other people. So if he got it right in what happened to Aaron Rodgers, it would be $100,000 given away to the fans of this beautiful show, and very thankful for that. And if he got it wrong, it would only be $50,000. He said immediately he's going back to the pack.
Yep.
Last night we listened to his speech, A.J. Hawk. When he gave his speech, there was numerous, no matter how you felt, if he was leaving, there was a lot in there where he was thinking great 17 years and all that stuff. But if you're thinking he's staying, he thanked Gunther Kuntz and them first. Mark Murphy first. That was the first people out the gate. Told the floor he loved him. Told the floor he's a massive part of that. So if you were holding on hope that he'd go back to the Packers, there was stuff in that speech for you to hold on hope to. If you think he's definitely leaving, there's a lot of shit in there for you to hold on hope to. I think he perfectly balanced where he's going, what he's doing. You said he's going back to the Packers. Did the speech change your thoughts?
No, I take it as a positive for going back to Green Bay from his speech by thanking everybody up top who he had issues with before, it sounded like.
Gunsgood's name was the first one I was
Exactly. He loves LaFleur. He pointed out LaFleur's wife for his eyebrows, everything, a little funny, a little joke in there.
They didn't have a camera on the floor.
I know.
They didn't.
They actually shot Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Which was interesting. I thought the display was very nice, though, by the way.
It was.
Yeah, what I take from there is, hey, things are going well in Green Bay. He may not know exactly what his plan is right now, but I feel like eventually he gets back there.
So you are under the impression
Okay.
that nobody knows what's going to happen, but you're just predicting that the road is going to lead to Green Bay.
Yes, I am predicting that Aaron doesn't even know what is going to happen yet, but I see that road back to Green Bay.
Put it on the ticker.
Ticker right now.
Do
Put
it.
it on the ticker. Hour one's wrapping up here from our Feel Good Friday. Hey, that's big, but that's different when you
huge.
say
Yeah,
it.
that's huge.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
You don't even know.
Absolutely
Yeah,
not.
it is.
Yeah,
it
it
is.
is.
Your brain's tired. You don't know.
You don't get it.
Hey, you're all doped up, smoking all these cigars.
Yeah.
Eating edibles.
What?
Drinking booze.
What?
Eating Chipotle chicken bowls every day, all day.
What?
You need to get a deal with them. We need to reach out to them because the amount of money you've spent at Chipotle and Cheesecake Factory.
Well, that was for the house.
Yeah.
You're a good guy. Hey,
Thank
Jay.
you.
Hey, thank you,
Cheesecake
AJ.
Factory's amazing.
Hour 2's on the other side of the 6-minute break. We'll have Saquon Barkley. Some questions on Twitter too. Hashtag PMS in LA. Can't wait to hear them and read them. We'll see you in 6 minutes. You're the best humans on earth. Goodbye. Hey, we're up to something big. Hey, we're up to something big, AJ. We are up to something. This is the coolest moment of the history of my existence. I think people are going to be startled. It's a joke, and I can't thank everybody enough, honestly. I'm up to something. Today's a big time day. Let's go. Not only are we going back to Plum to do something cool, but today is the day that our heater horse has arrived for the Super Bowl. It's a pretty big deal. You know, whenever you get a chance to give back to where you're from, especially a place that helped create me and mold me, I'm very, very lucky to do it. I'm lucky to be from here, and it seems like the only smart thing to do would be give back. It stinks here, huh? What's up, Kennywood, dude? Kennywood is named after Kenny's Woods. A man named Kenny owned the hill in the woody area. They turned it into an amusement park, which is a Yinzer staple. So Jeezy actually shouts out this area we're in currently. I think life can be much simpler whenever you just take care of your people, enjoy your life, and do your thing, and that's all we're trying to do. You know, growing old, slowly dying. How about you? How's everybody? I'm gonna give a full lead up to how I got to where I'm at. I think I'm very lucky to be from here. If you're a kid that has walked through these halls, you understand something that not a lot of people do. I think Plum is a much different place than everywhere else. And there's Nick up there. Go look at Nick, how pissed off he is. This past summer, I was driving through here because I was here for an event, and Angelo Bolino, little blonde-haired kid, was kicking on the same field that I used to kick on as a child. And he had like 2 balls and a holder. And I was watching him kick, and then he would go shag for himself, and he would come back and kick. And the easy question is, if he had 10 balls, how much better could Angelo Bolino be? If I would have been able to have 10 balls, 15 balls, new cleats, new everything, chances to go to camps with my teammates and everything, what could have happened? So I said to myself, literally after meeting with Angelo, great season, by the way, dude. I said, if I ever get a chance, I'm going to try to take care of the potential humans and kids that were in my exact position in Plum. I'm going to give $200,000 to the Plum area soccer. I'm going to give $150,000 to the PMFA youth football. I'm going to give $100,000 to the baseball youth. I'm going to give $100,000 to the lacrosse. And then we're going to have $2 million in this fund that will just start. And hopefully it'll only go on from there. Sweet stuff for sports. Just anything to make everybody's, the teams and the players' lives easier, better. Trying to streamline the entire process of taking care of the athletes at Plum High School is kind of what it's all about. Hey, you too. Wow, dude, that was cool. All right, Narati, like the Indy. You're going to have a lot of people that have never accomplished anything in their life tell you that what you're thinking about doing isn't possible. Just because they don't think they could accomplish it doesn't mean anything to you. Cheers, everybody. Hey, we're all Mustangs here. Let's go. I have a surprise, obviously. That's what this show is all about. We have boots on the ground in Cleveland, who I assume knew this was going to happen all along. Ladies and gentlemen, live from Cleveland, Mr. Jason Glazer. Your thoughts on Kyle Pitts to Atlanta, fine sir? Oh, there's a delay.
Well, first and foremost, Pat, I'd like to say, hey, listen, thanks for having me. Cleveland is beautiful this time of year. Granted, it does smell like a mixture of poop and diarrhea and sewage.
Jesus.
It doesn't smell great down here.
Jesus.
But I'll tell you what, 27 years in this thing, I fucking live for the draft. Love being down here. Love being into Cleveland. But yeah, Kyle Pitts, listen. what do you want me to say? I knew this 2 weeks ago.
Really?
I mean, do we need to do this whole fucking song and dance?
Okay.
I'll give you guys 1 through 32 if you want to know. You know, do you want to have fun?
That's nice
You
of
want
you.
to not know who's going? But yeah, I had this 2 weeks ago. You know what I'm wondering is if the guy you had in your studio, Mad Mel Kiper, I know that sorry son of a bitch didn't have this 2 weeks ago.
The mic's not plugged in.
Whoa.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I actually just
No, you
explained
didn't.
it.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes,
No,
I
you
did.
didn't. No, you
Yes, I
didn't.
did.
No,
I
you
had
didn't.
this.
I did.
Yeah,
I
no,
did.
no, you
I
didn't.
did. You
I
didn't.
had this.
I
I
did.
had
You
it.
didn't.
Trust me. Can
You
I
didn't.
talk for Christ's sake?
Okay, fine, yeah.
Can
Go
I
ahead.
talk? Okay,
Go ahead.
yeah. Like I said, Kyle Pitts,
No, you
unbelievable
didn't.
talent.
No, you didn't. You didn't fucking
Yes,
have
I
it.
did.
No, you
You
didn't.
said
Bad sack of shit,
Jason.
Piper. I know it. I looked at your mock draft.
Jason, please relax. Oh my God. Had no idea it was going to get like that. Sorry about that, Mad Mel. Obviously, there's a little bit of content there. He's saying you don't know your ass for a fucking hole in the ground, though, Mad Mel. How do you feel about that from Jason Glazer live in Cleveland?
Well, classic move. You know, Glazer looks like he's getting ready to go to a goddamn titty bar or something like that. I mean, dress up, pal. It's the NFL draft. Look at me. I'm dressed to the nines. You know, you look like an asshole. I mean, get him out of here, can we? I mean, is he going to stick around? Can we get him the hell out of here?
I think is his microphone still on? Jay, can you hear us? Jay, is everything good back there?
Listen, fuck you guys. I'm out of here. I'm going over to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I'm going to hang out with Dee Snider and Twisted Sister.
Are you serious? Okay, Jason, sorry. Thank you so much. And ladies and gentlemen, Jason Glazer.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The Pat McAfee Show.
There'll be no rules for our guests, for us, for the things we can talk about.
Speaking his mind
I've never had a problem expressing my opinions or my thoughts or anything like that.
while being relatable.
I haven't had that manufactured fake ass celebrity that a lot of people have whenever they go on those big networks. I've had a chance to really build my crew, build my following, build my audience.
And ridiculous.
What am I supposed to do? So I'm supposed to look at something that I can definitely afford and say, nah. Is that what I'm supposed to do?
The Pat
What the fuck are
McAfee
you
Show
doing?
starts in 3, 2, 1.
Hey, welcome back. Hour 2 on this Feel Good Friday, February 11th, 2022. Live at Radio Row in Los Angeles shall begin now. Shout to Twine for that beat drop. Shout to you for watching here at youtube.com/The Pat McAfee Show live on the FanDuel Sportsbook stage. Our last day at Radio Row, and we have had nothing but an absolute blast down here. Thank you to all parties involved.
Thank you, everybody.
Parties. All tech people.
Thank you, Tech.
All right, that baby.
State builders.
I don't want to get all into it. I don't want to. The TVG people here that set this entire thing up, Zito, FanDuel, obviously making this happen, and we do apologize to everybody that had to have us scream into their shows across the entire country.
Sure, it's on us.
Last night there was about 10 AJ Hawk chants that were scattered around Idaho and Wyoming and local shows in Cleveland. And Zach Ertz, wow. Look how handsome he is. Wow, you're so attractive.
Super Bowl ring?
That guy's a champ over there, dude. All right, Zach. But all these people out here have been so nice and so considerate. There's going to be fallout, I assume, for what happened last night. They're not going to be happy. But this has been an awesome experience. We need to do this again, I think. How's it going, Big Boss Man? Congrats on the haul. We need to do this again, I think. AJ, have you enjoyed this entire week?
It's been awesome. Yeah, I didn't know what to expect coming in. I don't know if you guys, did you have any expectations?
Well, I kind of drew this thing, the stage, but had no idea it was going to actually work.
I didn't know how all this was going to work out, and I think it's been amazing.
So, for instance, nothing ever works out how, like,
Yeah.
Ever.
That's life.
but
This
the stage has
This did.
the Wiz
The
concert
Wiz
yesterday
show.
did. Like, it sounded good. There was no points where his microphone just completely blew out, which was certainly a possibility.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, certainly a possibility that was going to happen. It's been a great week. We're very thankful and very lucky.
And next year is a place that you love and we love quite a bit.
Yeah, out there in Phoenix. I can't wait to go out there.
Super Bowl month.
Beautiful city. I mean, I don't think there'll be as many people or any people dumping on the sidewalks over there.
Yeah,
but that place
probably
will
not.
be absolutely gorgeous. It's been a lot of fun down here. And then tomorrow night, by the way, we haven't talked about this enough. There's like $200,000 in prizes up for grabs.
Damn.
All you're going to have to do is just watch alongside us while we host FanDuel's $200,000 Superstar Showdown, a show in which you will see superstars battling in unusual sports.
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
We'll be commentating probably from Cloud 7000. It'll be live on our YouTube. There's money on the line. There's big-time stars coming through.
Yeah, huge.
Ludacris.
What?
Wiz Khalifa.
What?
Emmett Smith.
What?
Joe Montana.
What?
And the list goes on and on and on and on. I'm not even bullshitting. Like normally when people say the list goes on and on, that's because that was all the names and nobody else is going to go on and on. I literally can't remember because how awesome it is. It is stacked. It is going to be a hell of a show. And AJ Hawk has a rehearsal for 3 to 4 hours the next 2 days for that.
Right, you guys stay home. I'll stand in for you over there, so you guys can stay at the house. I'll go to the rehearsal.
Yeah, I mean there is some things that are happening because a massive production crew with a lot of cameras,
right.
a lot of degrees,
a
lot of experience, a lot of brains are doing that entire thing on our channel with us hosting it. So it's a very fascinating thing where, they have their ways of going about things. We have our ways of going about things. Our way is normally Zito production and what are we talking about? Cool, got it. Let's go ahead and do it. Their way, kind of old school, like we're going to do 5 hours of rehearsal. And I don't know how to say this. I'm very thankful for FanDuel. I think it's going to be an incredible event. There ain't no fucking way you're going to see me at 5 hours.
No way. Not a chance.
There ain't no way. I don't want to know.
No.
Like, that is actually a part of it.
It's a detriment.
That is a part of it. Like, I don't want to know what's going to happen. When shit pops off that is wild and unexpected, that's the best part. Like, I don't want to know what games could fail. I don't know what tech could fail. But what I do know is we have some breaking news.
What? Again?
Twitter's dead.
Oh, no.
Twitter is completely dead. Twitter has crashed for everybody, I guess, right now. So we're going to go into hashtag PMS in LA questions, and I couldn't wait to answer the questions of beautiful people that have been tweeting alongside of us all damn week. But Twitter's completely down. Now, with that being said, Gumpy has cracked the code. We're releasing videos through Media Studio. So if you go on Twitter, we're probably one of the only people that are going to show up on there. But we can't interact with anybody. We can't do shit. Let's assume Jack and whoever he handed it over to will have the tech figured out on the other side.
I certainly hope so, because guess what? Everyone here needs Twitter.
Yeah, everybody on Earth needs Twitter.
Bingo.
Heads will roll.
Which, by the way, Twitter knows that.
True.
And it seems like some decisions have been made because they know that everybody on Earth needs it and uses it.
Yeah.
It's like a power play by them?
Well, I don't know.
What do you mean?
No, this is somebody else's power play, by the way.
Bingo.
On them right now.
Oh, you think NBC shut it down because there's too much weed talk?
Possibly.
On Twitter?
Yeah.
Oh, because you're saying the Super Bowl commercial wasn't allowed because it was about cannabis.
What year?
What is that all about? I guess because it's not a nationally or federal law, but Forbes has reported that NBC has rejected a television commercial. There was $7 million for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
$7 million for 30 seconds. NBC has rejected a television commercial from the cannabis marketplace and delivery service Weed Maps for Super Bowl 56. Weed Maps, obviously an app in legalized states in which you can find out where the local dispensaries are and also find out delivery services and take care of everything. It's innovative. It is going to be a successful company for a long time. Yeah. And it's a company that has actual money right now, as opposed to all the other companies that might be in the marketing world that don't actually have money anymore because we're in a very different world.
Bingo.
You see, we're in a very different world. $7 million for 30 seconds. You're calling in the new companies that have so much money and are making so much money, a grotesque amount of money. Now, what does that mean with inflation? I mean, let's dive into inflation. When inflation happened, no, I'm not diving into any of that, but there's a lot of money on the internet right now in these new companies. I think you're going to see a lot of future companies showing up at $7 million for 30 seconds, and I'll be excited to see which ones sneak past NBC,
right?
In which ones they reject. Like, are they rejecting Weed Maps and allowing any anything like that?
I imagine so.
Crypto.
That's an interesting thing because now we're talking about, big time internet reaction on who's a bigger hypocrite than who.
Yeah, well, and same deal. Like, how many? I mean, granted, they've always had a deal with them, but like, how many beer and or booze commercials are we going to see on Sunday night? A lot.
Well, and the beer companies have paid the NFL, so they have a relationship with the NFL. And I assume Weed Maps would pay the NFL immediately if they were able to get into the game. But this is, hey, we're very lucky to live in this time. For a long time, sports gambling was something just us.
Thank you.
Paisans had mastered.
Good start. It's a good start.
We're cooking the juice. We're cooking the books. We're giving people a little bit of actions. Hola, amigo. We're giving people the action. We're giving people a little bit more to look forward to in the games. But there's a chance you don't pay us you die.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Now we're gonna. Hey, we have.
That's how it should be.
There's gonna be a lot of opportunities, but it's not gonna be regulated. We will let you run yourself into a wall. We will do all that. That was kind of what sports gambling was for a long time. Almost had a bad rap. Not that the Italians deserve that at all,
they
but
did not.
it was something that came with the entire business. And then the Fazzolinis came along and started regulating and marketing it and making everything better and more accessible for everybody. And that was legalizing FanDuel in a lot of states. And then there's regulators, and it's gotten a lot of cleaner. We got a chance to live and experience that. That is very fucking cool.
Yeah.
Same thing's going to happen with marijuana. That is very cool. But there's going to be some stuff that's going to come with anytime you're changing the landscape of the world, AJ Hawk.
What do you think next year? First year we have a Super Bowl commercial on a cannabis company?
So then you would have to start diving into what the government does. What's federally legalized? How many states? How is doing
until
that?
it's federal, I doubt they let a Super Bowl commercial through.
But it's not completely federal legal for sports gambling.
Correct.
That's the weird thing about all of this.
It's in
I don't know how
Arizona.
any of it works.
Next year it's in Arizona, so you assume that they might actually let the weed and possibly the gambling fly.
No, but it was NBC. It's not Arizona. Like, that's NBC. That's the
California.
That's the
cool.
Peacock saying that we don't want that on our particular platform. Which, by the way, to each their own. Do whatever. You take $7 million from whoever you want to take $7 million for 30 seconds. You can say that's fair marketing. Whatever you want to do, you can ramp that price up to whatever you want to ramp it up. And by the way, they could have charged 10 to 15 for 30 seconds for some of these crypto companies that have all the money in the world. And I don't want to dive too deep into this thing, but you see. There are funds that are put together from all the rich people.
Okay.
So, like, hey, here's the rich people. Here's the rich people. They all go on a thing. Here's the steeple of money.
Oh.
And you look inside, it's all the same people.
Okay.
And these steeples are investing in a lot of companies. And these people that are all coming in here, they have all the billions. Okay, and they're all friends with each other. I don't know if they're friends with each other, but they all seem to be in the same businesses.
They
together.
know each other.
And the amount of money that they can just literally pull directly out of their hind ends and just throw it, shit companies. I'm telling shit companies that make $0, negative dollars. They can just maybe it'll garner something. It'll be 100. They'll throw $50 million at something. As if $50 million is 5 cents. That is what's happening with a lot of these companies that are going around because it's all about they talk about all the uber wealthy being a chess player. Well, that's because they're looking at 10 years down the road, 15 years down the road, 20 years down the road, when some companies are going to be trillion-dollar industries probably. That's what you're looking at right now. So NBC could legitimately charge 10 to 15 million probably if they wanted to and still get people to bite, but the picking and choosing of who they pick and choose is now going to be something that becomes scrutinized.
Do you think, I don't know about federally, but do you think at the very least they'll wait until weed is legal in every NFL city? And if that's the case, then
but it's not legal. Sports betting is not legal in every NFL city. It's very weird.
Until they get a deal with the NFL, it sounds like.
Correct.
Yeah, sports gambling made a deal. FanDuel has a deal. And by the way, if you're gambling anywhere else, I don't know why, dude. Like the head of FanDuel is sitting right here. Her name's Amy Howe. She's doing her Zoom calls live from Radio Row. She's like actual member of Bill's Mafia. Has gone through a table. Her kids have gone through tables.
Wow.
She's the head of FanDuel. She is electrifying. And she's here, so I'm being reminded to talk about it, and she can't even hear us right now, which was kind of a part of the problem with Wiz Khalifa yesterday, because they could hear him talking, but I don't think they could hear the entire thing. She has always told me the truth. Like literally, she came into our office and she said, whenever she got the job, and she said, we're getting a deal done. Just want to let you know that. And at this point, there's big power plays happening behind the scenes on who's going to get the power, who's not going to get the power. She was interim at the time. There's probably people stabbing her in the back like reality TV shows because they know how much money is potentially in this whole thing. She's been like this the entire time. And I think it's because of her leadership, the people in the company, the reason why we're able to do what we're able to do, they set this up for us like it was not a problem at all. Now, granted, other people are using a set, which is completely cool, but this was literally drawn on the back of a napkin, and they went to work there. Like, the FanDuel people are cool, and their tech is better than everybody.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
But that is why FanDuel and the NFL were able to get into a relationship, because the NFL saw that as well. They're like, okay, these are actual humans as opposed to just corporate stooges. Their tech is very good. Their regulations are very good. And they seem to really get it. And that's why we're very lucky to be here, I think. I don't want to, shill too much for a company that has zero ownership in our business. I have zero stocks. I wanted no stock in the option.
Yeah.
Because, those stocks unexpectedly, they drop, and then what are you stuck with?
Yeah.
Nothing.
You never know.
But your hands on your yacht, do you know what I mean? Like the entire thought that we can get guaranteed money and not have that type of deal was all I was looking for. But they have been nothing but respectful. I'm very thankful for her in this entire company.
They are the best. And
and I think that's why they get a deal done with the NFL, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to need a company that's like FanDuel, that gets it, that is very good at what they do, that can prove, like, hey, we're going to take care of people as opposed to the other thing. That's what will have to happen in the weed. And then once there he is, Pac-Man Jones again. Let's go, class.
Here we go.
Pac-Man's working out there. And once they get somebody like that or a company like that, then I think probably NBC will be a little bit more likely. Because this wasn't just NBC making this decision.
No.
Yeah,
And with the cannabis, too, you assume, like, some of that research might actually benefit, the NFL opening their kind of gates to using that as far as, like, a recovery instead of, the pills that they've been using. And also, it's the NFL. It's the best of the best. More credit to FanDuel because they're partnering with the best of the best.
Well, the league is only growing. We were supposed to have Saquon like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Zeros told me he's running late.
LA traffic.
Probably caught up in a.
I'm excited to see what's going on with Saquon when he gets here. We should have had Gabe on.
Shit.
Yeah.
We should have had Gabe Morency on. He was hanging out here. Wanted to get him on for a quick 5 minutes or whatever the case is. That's a shame. What do you guys want to talk about, dude? You guys want to talk about Lebron saying he's tired as hell right now? He wants to get some wine and get to bed?
What?
Hey, it's happening again. Every
quote?
time the team is not doing what they're supposed to, that man goes straight to that bottle.
Yeah, and he does take it. It seems like he bears it right to his liver. Like whenever things are not great, he does just head right to the wino. He is a wino, very sophisticated wino.
Yep.
He has been to Wine Valley or Napa Valley. He has sophisticated taste buds. He knows the ins and outs of that thing. But he's about exhausted of it all. He said, "We stink. This stinks. Go ahead and give me the bottle. I'm going to go take a nap." With that being said, that moment with Kevin Durant in the All-Star draft with the TNT guys, magical. The fact that they all know what's going on with the Harden trade and James laughing and Kevin Durant holding back a smile there for a little bit. I like what the NBA is, but the NBA is so many storylines at all times.
That's all it is.
It's like a reality TV show, AJ.
What's LeBron's plan? I've heard him say he wants to play with his son, correct?
Yeah.
Which would be, what, at earliest, how many years from now?
2, I think.
His son's what, a junior or senior in high school still?
Junior, so he'll.
Is he?
Yeah, after next year, he could probably declare for the draft or go to the G League.
But if a guy says that to me, don't you think, like, hey, I'm winding it down? He doesn't want to play much longer?
I think just next year is going to take off. I think he's going to have like that wine year. The first year he got out. First year he got out to LA, they stunk.
A
right?
gap year,
Letting the ball.
a gap year like kids take from high school before they go to college.
Yeah, he was still playing, but like for instance, what Connor was just alluding to, it'd be like I don't know, 8 seconds left in the quarter or whatever, and the inbound pass would be rolled, to save time. And LeBron actually just watched that thing roll right out of bounds.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, and then there was one time
amazing,
where they were,
yeah.
I don't know, they were down 8 or down 10 in the first quarter with, I don't know, like 7 minutes left or whatever, and he just casually just pulled up literally from half court, like actually at the half court line, and it missed terribly. It was like an air ball or whatever. He just got back, walked back. It did not matter. He was showing up with wine in his hand to games he wasn't playing. He knew that they stunk. They weren't going to make it. He had been to the finals or whatever for like the last 10 years before that. He had a vacation year out here in LA. A lot of people do that. Some people continue that vacation right into RVs over on bridges and everything like that. LA is a big vacation city. He was able to turn it back in the bubble, win a championship. They stink again. Now people are wondering, are they going to buy people's contracts out because they didn't do anything at the trade? Shams won the trade, by the way, over Woj.
Good work, Shams.
Shout out to Shams.
Good work, Shams.
But they're trying to get better, and they just stink. And you're in LA, and you can't stink in LA. You know why? Because they got other shit to do, and they will do it.
That's right. Maybe he'll play football for a year.
Oh.
AJ, your thoughts on LeBron James? He's an Ohio guy. You think he could play in the NFL?
Tight end or wide receiver? What do you think?
I think he'd be a wide receiver.
Yeah, I mean, he would be a giant receiver. I would like to line him up on kickoff and have him cover kicks, too.
You think?
Think how big and long that dude is.
I'd put him at gunner, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if LeBron.
Good luck getting your hands on him. He's so long. He should have great hand swipes. See ya.
You don't know what?
LeBron ain't going to the NFL and playing special teams. I'm sorry, boys. He's going to the NFL to catch 50 touchdowns in a season.
Probably.
Tight end or wide receiver?
Wide receiver. He ain't blocking. Come on.
No, you don't need to block. Maybe just tight end, but split him out a little bit.
Tight end anymore, except for a couple of them.
I'd say you need to do that.
He can throw his big ass body in front of some people. Yeah. Hey, he was really good in high school, I heard.
Yeah. First team All-State.
Was that your year? Was that your year? He's about the same age as you, right?
Yeah.
Was he just fucking burying you on the football field?
He is 1 year younger than me. I did not play against LeBron.
You're
in
lucky.
football or basketball.
Oh, you sat out that game?
No. we're there's different divisions. They weren't the same division as us.
All right, let's. I think we got a tweet. #PMS in LA. Voice of the people.
Is it
obviously.
back? Twitter's back?
I think Zito stole it before it got in there. Mr. Novez, Peter 3. #PMS in LA. Does the whole house shake when AJ decides to go to sleep? I figure when that head hits the pillow, it reads on the Richter scale. It isn't. It's actually been very nice to kind of get to experience everybody in the house, have a good time.
Yeah.
The thing that is alarming about AJ is he has smoked.
Oh my God.
Listen.
It's disgusting.
Just friend to friend here.
Okay.
Just friend. I don't think you should be blowing through 35 to 50 cigars every single day.
It's not.
You are, though.
I have a couple each day. I don't have any on the show, so therefore
Well, you're not allowed.
Make up for it after the show.
Yeah, this does, he built his attic to be able to house cigar smoke so he could go in there. You love it. You are an aficionado. We need to get you on that. We need to get you on that goddamn magazine. We need to get you in your own cigar.
Yeah. No, I don't like that fancy stuff. I don't smoke. Those fancy cigar smokers do not like me. They say I smoke them too fast. You light them wrong. All of that, and I don't follow their rules. I guess
you smoke them too fast, which leads me to that. He's smoking these cigars that I assume people just kind of like, oh, it's a sipping whatever. He's power chain smoking.
Yeah, like a cigarette.
These cigars.
He's ripping darts.
Yeah. And then if one stinks, he'll just go right over the sink.
Yeah.
Douse it in water, throw it in the trash, and then guess what? Right back to the turkey bag. There's got to be another option in here. Boom. Without 4 seconds passing, that thing's dead, gone, not thought of. Another one in here. And if this son of a bitch doesn't have the right taste either, right to the sink, boom, out. And we're not stopping smoking. No. We are chain smoking a good 10 to 15 of these things straight. It's unbelievable what this guy does.
Yeah, it's sickening. And he was bitching about his eyes like getting filled with smoke yesterday. It's like, hey, AJ, maybe take like 15 minutes off then. You've been smoking a cigar for the last 4.5 hours. Like,
disgusting.
Your eyes probably need a little break.
What did I tell you before we came out here? I'm looking forward to going somewhere and smoking the cigar outdoors. So
Which
I'm
we have
making the
done.
most of it.
Is
I'm
that
making
right?
the best of it.
Because I actually heard you try and tell Pat, hey, just let me smoke this cigar inside.
In the kitchen.
Please.
In the kitchen.
In the kitchen.
Yeah.
You can smoke weed in houses.
Just not cigars.
Well, the smoke, there's a reason you guys got to have those big-ass ventilators for your thing. Weed smoke just goes, all right, I'm out of here.
Oh, okay. I was not aware.
That's
how it works.
It actually does.
Exactly
This
how
is,
it
hey,
works.
welcome to the world. This is actually how it goes.
It's very thin smoke.
Now, granted, whenever you smoke blunts and things like that, you're adding in your world, and the blunt smoke will change there. But if you're, a little pre-roll, wide, little long, wide, steamroller, wide, bowl, wide, that little spinny thing that Wiz has.
Next level.
Gravity bong.
Wide.
Anyways, that smoke is out there. Your cigar is with you forever. It's amazing how good you sound in the morning.
Yeah.
After gargling cigars for 4.5 hours.
Drink water.
All right, let's talk about some other news happening around the. Nope, never mind. Somebody's here.
Here we go.
Running back for the New York Giants, number 2 overall pick in 2018. A man who is electrifying with the rock in his hands. He's fast, he's quick, he's agile, he's on a team in the middle of another turnover. So what will his career be? I can't wait and see. Out of Penn State, a member of the cult up there in Happy Valley, Saquon Barkley.
Saquon! Here we go.
Thanks for coming by. Hey, no problem. What is it here? What? This is X2 Endurance. Saquon is actually an investor in said company.
Okay.
So we are now drinking some of Saquon's product right now, which I like the fact that you take ownership. Hey, Saquon, thanks for coming, man. Good to see you.
Hey, I'm a big fan of the show, by the way.
No, you shouldn't be. The show stinks. But we do appreciate you saying that and coming on. I'm a fan of the fact that you are an investor in this hands-on business, and this is smart stuff, Saquon.
Yeah.
How'd you get in?
I mean, it's something. It's the only healthy energy drink out there,
right.
And as an athlete, that's something that is a necessity. And partnered with Levante David, Kendall 2 from Peloton, Kawhi Leonard,
Kendall too from Peloton. He's on the bike giving the classes, or he's
no, she's on
the bikes giving classes.
Yeah, she's a fitness instructor.
Great instructor.
She kicked the shit out of you guys.
Oh,
stand up now.
Yeah, right.
She does that all. I'm not in the Peloton cult, but I do know it is a big one, and people are getting in very good shape.
Yeah.
So she kicks the shit out of Ty and many others.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Okay, sweet.
But yeah, like I said, it's the only healthy energy drink out there right now. You can get it at any convenience store, Subway, CVS, Amazon, and on GoPuff now. You can get that and get X2 to you within less than 30 minutes. So.
Hey, congratulations on your business moves. Yeah. Congratulations. Have you always been an energy drink guy?
I mean, so that's how I kind of got into it. This is like the no jitters. No, the tingling feeling. I don't like that.
Oh, you don't.
I don't like that. Okay. So like when I was younger, you would try those stuff out, but it just wouldn't really work. It wouldn't really work for me. And this is healthy, it's clean, especially where the world's going to, and especially where I'm trying to get to in my career, and the longevity of my career. Just putting healthier things in my body that I know I can trust, and I know it's gonna get the job done.
Have you always been super careful with your diet and workout? Because you are like a specimen. I mean, you probably have like I don't know what, like 6th, 7th largest quads in the history of the NFL. You got me up there.
Yeah, I've heard about your quads.
No, they're down. No, they used to be okay. No, but you are a absolute freak. Everybody in the NFL, but you are a freak show athlete. Have you always been super focused on your fitness and your diet, or is that going to only grow?
Okay.
No,
Put those back up there.
It got to.
Hey. You turn your feet out a little bit so you can get the inside.
Yeah.
Smart. Get a little hamstring shot in there too.
It wasn't always like that. As you grow, you get older, you realize you got to get better. I mean, when I was 18, 19, 20 years old, I was putting bad stuff in my body. Now you realize that the NFL, I don't want to just do it for 4 or 5 years. I want to be in here to 12, 14, or when I want to walk out on my own. And the only way you can do that is by putting the right things in your body. So that's why I'm blessed and I'm happy that I'm partnering with.
We're pumped for you. Now, obviously, we've all seen it, okay? We've all watched what's going on in New York. Okay, you guys are doing push-ups in full pads. Coaches are running sprints. All right. People got hurt in bad positions. You guys have had a rough go. Seems like Joe Judge, probably a really cool guy, threw a banger booze and pizza party, for his entire Daboll coming in there now. And you got an entire new operation. What are you looking forward to change the path here of how your career has gone thus far? I think everybody watching the Giants goes like, man, it'd be awesome to see him on a fully ready-to-go team because of how talented you are, how electrifying you are. Out of nowhere, the game can change with you. It's awesome. You and Jonathan Taylor, very similar styles running, 2 very different programs right now. Whenever you look ahead to the future, versus what you've been through already in your early career, what are your thoughts and what are your projections?
Well, I think you got to learn from what happened in the past. Obviously, we're going into our third head coach, but with Shermer, with Judge, obviously it's unfortunate that they got fired. But
hey, that's not normal, by the way. You're very young.
Yeah.
That's not normal.
Yeah.
This is not a normal thing.
So like you take what you take from that, you learn. They did some great things that we're going to have to be able to carry over, and we got to be able to keep the core. We got some talented players. We have very talented players. We got to find a way to stay healthy. We got a whole new system, whole new coaching staff coming in. So it's new. The energy is going to be different. As players, we get a chance to prove ourselves again.
Yeah.
That's something big. That's something that I'm looking forward to. Is to prove myself and show there's different things I can do in my game to help this team win. And it's I know it's been rough, but like the past couple, but we're not that far. And I truly believe that we're not that far. We have the talent. Now we bring in the right pieces, the right coaching staff. Obviously, we got to go in the draft well, bring some guys in free agency. And
what makes you think you're not that far? It's because, listen, and I'm going to talk about this from my personal experience. I'm excited to hear yours. The year we won 2-14 or whatever, it was like 7-8 games, I think, that were one-score games. And then when you watch the film back, there's like, hey, if this play doesn't happen and this play doesn't happen, which are just some random third down in like the third quarter that maybe pops the thing open or whatever, you see like all the regrettable, like, hey, we should have won this game. We could have won this game. Yeah. If that's happening in your facility, I assume nobody's lost hope.
See, and that's the thing. We got the right players. I'm not just saying that because I'm one of the leaders. I'm just trying to talk good about my teammates. We have the right players. We got guys that are willing to come in and work, grind, do whatever it takes to win games.
Yeah, you guys are doing push-ups and full pads, and nobody said, "Hey, fuck off."
But you know exactly. You know how the NFL is. When you're 3 or whatever, 2 whatever. There's some guys won't show up. Some guys won't do this. Some of the meetings. No, everyone's locked in. Everyone's still trying to get better, and no one quit. And I think it's adversity, and it's been adversity for a couple years, especially in my career. But we just got to keep fighting, keep believing. We have the talent. We just got to find a way to stay healthy. That's a big thing.
Yeah,
I don't think me, KG, Shep, KT, Slay, Evan, DJ, I don't think we all were on the field at one time. this year altogether.
Okay.
And then offensive line, Gatesy, who's one of our captains, one of our leaders. We lost him. We got banged up front, and all these things, everyone can see that, but you can't really say because it sounds like excuses. But like you said,
those are very real.
Those are very real.
Those are very real.
That's why I can confidently say it's like we're not that far. We're not that far. And I mean, I'm not trying to make any crazy projections. Like the Bengals a couple years ago, they were not
bad. They were bad.
They were not a Super Bowl team. And you just got to get the right pieces, have people that believe in, have a coaching staff that's going to put us in the right places, which I believe we do. Obviously, with the GM, with Joe Shane, he's doing an amazing job so far with all the hires. We're hiring the new DC, the bringing back T-Mac, bringing Mike Kaffa. We got something going there, and I truly believe in it. And I can't wait to get back there in April and work.
Hey, you sold me, man. We got a Giants fan in the office, and he lives and dies. We know your fan base is very passionate. And then living through the Man in the Arena doc with Eli and Strahan and everybody going back to the glory days of the Giants, it's like what a program, what an organization that has lost its way for a bit. But, man, I think everybody – hearing what you just said – it makes me a little bit of a believer. Go ahead, AJ.
Hey, you sold me for sure. With the new staff and the new GM coming in, have you how much communication have you had with them? What do you think? Your guys, do you have any idea what your offense might look like?
No idea. To be completely honest, and
you're going to do a lot.
Yeah,
35 carries.
And what coach said, every team is different. Obviously, they had an amazing job over there in Buffalo, especially on the offensive side. What they did with Josh Allen, unbelievable talent. But every year is different. We got different players, and he's going to align the playbook and align the system to fit us, and that's important. Like I said,
man, that's huge, isn't it? Whenever somebody tries to put their shit in, it's like, we can't do that. Isn't our thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
You got to do our thing. We can't do your thing. Yeah. And I think that's evolving, by the way. Like with coaches. Back in the day, I don't know, AJ's a little bit older than me, and then he was like, hey, you're coming here, this is the style we play. Yeah. And if you don't like it, that's really not our fault. That's your fault more so.
You got to adapt to your players.
Yeah, it feels like that's starting to happen now. And that means you're going to be working a lot.
Yeah, I mean, and that's how I train. I train right now.
What do you do for training for those quads? I see Aaron Donald trains with knives.
Squat like 900 pounds.
Do you clean squat? What do you do?
I don't do no knives or nothing. Right now, honestly, I'm at like the point in my career right now. It's like I probably had one of the worst years of my football career.
In your whole life?
Yeah, in my whole life. So a
lot of reflection there.
Yeah, I had to go back, and now you got to go back to the drawing board. You got to go back to the basics, and now it's just about getting my body right, getting my body alignment right, working on the little things, getting the muscle fibers, working on the little muscles, and then I'm gonna get into the training. And I don't gotta be in camp mode or try to go break records right now. It's February. I got to just get my body working on little things. And as the off season continue to go, get my training become a little more intense, and get ready.
So I just assumed you're trying to get your thighs and legs big. That was Photoshop. That's Photoshop.
That is very real.
No,
yeah.
No, it's not.
That's very
no,
real.
It's not.
Can't be
impossible.
Can you dunk?
Yeah, I can dunk. But I haven't. Actually, ever since I tore my knee, I haven't touched a basketball court. And
yeah, smart. Yeah, we got that down the road.
Yeah.
The fact that you can get that massive ass and those legs up to dunk them is absolutely unbelievable. Go ahead, Connor.
Yeah, Saquon, what's Dan Jones like on like a day-to-day basis? Because I think it was last year, maybe this year, that Joe Judge said that he was hurt basically all season, but he kept playing and earned the respect of everybody on the team.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's he like? What's his work ethic like? And does the whole team kind of just follow his lead?
He's a dog. And like I can honestly say that. Like his mentality, his work ethic, it's unmatched. It's unmatched, and he's a very talented quarterback. And we're gonna get the right pieces around him. We're gonna build up
athletes.
We're gonna get the right pieces around him, and I truly believe in Daniel Jones. And I'm not just saying that because of my team, because of my friend. Like I'm there every day. Like the people that come in and come in and work, and that guy's work ethic. I'm a big believer. Anything you want to accomplish in life, like if you want good things to happen to you, got to work for it. And he has that mentality, and he's working. He's going to continue to work and continue to get better. And as he can continue to get better, I get healthier. We keep the team healthy. Like I said, we have a very talented team, so we just got to keep working, keep our head down.
Go ahead, Ty.
You mentioned yourself getting healthier. Do you feel like you're the same guy you were, or are you still?
Hey, people are saying you lost a step this year, dude.
Yeah,
that's unbelievable, by the way.
And
that's unfucking believable that they just automatically come out. I guess.
Exactly.
I think, and I don't mean to cut you off. It's fair. I mean, they can say that.
Don't let that.
No. It's because you know why? We're a prisoner of the moment. I went from 2 years ago, 3 years ago, before I tore my knee, arguably one of the better players in the NFL, or you can make argument the best back in the NFL.
No, you're
everyone,
right.
but you know what I mean. It's all opinion based. And then tear your knee, then you come back, and not everyone going through a knee injury and then have the ankle. And I can make all the excuses. And I just, like I said to the New York media and to the Giants media, it's like I'm fine with that. You know, you can say what you want about me. I know my mentality. I know how I'm gonna work. But when things turn around, just how I can see how everyone shifted to the other side, and just make sure you stay on that side.
Keep the same energy. Please keep the same energy. We're excited to watch you kind of battle back in your third head coach of your young career.
Man.
That is a massive stat that I can't wait to hopefully see some continuity around you. You and Daniel Jones, and the way you listed off that team ready to go. I'm excited to watch you, man. It's going to be a fun story. In this X2 performance, let's go ahead and move some. Let's move some of this. Cheers, man. Cheers to you. Did you guys have any over there?
Let me see.
No.
Hey, what are you gonna do?
You got Evan Smith's tequila.
Yeah, we did. We got tequila already.
Strawberry kiwi. This is a great taste, by the way.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Did you have to sample it before you got out there?
Yeah, so I'm actually involved in all of it. Like they bring it to my house and we go. I drink it. I taste it. I don't like to just be involved with something because I think, it's the next big thing. Like I want to be authentic with it, and I like it, and I truly believe in the product, and I'm excited. I'm excited that it's growing, and especially where the world's going to. Everyone's going to that more healthier mindset, and energy drink is a big phase and a big space where I think we can capitalize. So I'm just happy to be a part of it. I just turned 25 2 days ago. So
happy birthday!
Let's go!
Thank you.
Hey, your birthday's the same day as mine.
February 9th?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Happy birthday, man. Happy belated birthday.
It's not. I'm May, but you did just say happy birthday to me. I'll keep that one locked in. Yeah, that's on me. I can't wait to maybe try Go Puff and get X2. What's that, buddy?
I assume I missed your birthday. Happy birthday.
No, that's like the classic, you the same birthday as me. Happy birthday. I know the whole thing there. Yeah, it's on me. Obviously, I'm an idiot, but you are not. Good luck with X2. Good luck in your recovery, getting back into a new coach. I mean, I'm very excited for you and very thankful you stopped by. Ladies and gentlemen, Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, Saquon.
All right, we have to get to a break. 4 minutes, and we'll be back with that rat Ian Rappaport.
Oh, Jesus.
See you in 4 minutes live from Radio Row. We'll see you soon. AJ! Oh, no. I just want to let Robert Mathis went down. We're going to have to get another one for him. Goodness. Aaron went down. This is all your fault, though, because remember, you pushed everything. Yeah. Your towel was
I didn't move.
AJ. Can we please have a moment of silence for those two incredible pieces of art that I have been very proud to have on my desk?
Robert's left foot is gone.
Hey, he still gets to the fucking quarterback.
Yeah, he can.
Let everybody know he still gets to the quarterback.
We need to get
the hat is laid down. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to debut a brand new Aaron Rodgers.
Where'd that come from?
Yeah, he's right before calling timeout here. He's trying to take down the entire defense.
I give him. I'll take the under of 10 days before he's broken.
I'd like to shout out the artist that did this. The artist that did this, Big Sky Customs, Bob Brown.
Thank you, Bob Brown. I'm sorry your work's gonna get broken on this show, Bob.
Dude, it's going to get displayed on this show.
Put it on that
You're
whiskey
welcome.
bottle again.
You have got to experience so many things, both as a businessman off the field and on the field. Is there a moment when I ask this question that pops your mind, like, what's the craziest shit you've ever seen in your entire life? Because there was a time there where it felt like you were just getting dropped into insane situations and the world was like watching you do things. Man vs. Wild, you and that Bear Grylls guy, fucking electric. That was maybe the most electric shit I've ever seen. Is there anything that you think of whenever you think, like, what's the most ridiculous thing you've been a part of?
Probably some of the most ridiculous shit I ever been a part of was, I had got the restaurant which I'm in right now, and when we first got it, I would come in here and I would clean up and go outside in the front, sweep up, make sure everything looked nice and shit. And one morning I got up here and I noticed, damn, this is a funky ass smell. And I looked, to the side of my front door, and it's a big ass pile of shit. And I'm talking about human shit.
Yeah,
and it's right on the side of the door. So I was like, somebody done came and popped the shit right in front of the door. Like, this shit is crazy. I can't be in here serving food Motherfucker come walk in and they smell straight ass cheeks when they come in there. Like, I don't think that's the restaurant I need to eat in. So, man, I get the water hose and I'm hosing it down. And, I see, we got a couple, dolphins that usually walk back up in front. Hey, man, did you do this? Like, oh, no. So, one of them owned up to it. I said, "Listen, man, check it out. So you don't do this no more. Look, you come by here, we get you we get you a broom and you help us, we help you. You feel me? And we put together a little I put a proposition together for him and I ain't cleaning up shit no more."
It's a win-win. It's a win for everybody on that one. Hey, one of your former teammates. Yeah, hey, everybody wins. You're helping the people, man. That's awesome. That's why people love you. But hey,
one of them owned up to it. Just a line of questioning. The line of questioning.
His name was Willie. Willie owned up to. Matter of fact, he just left out. He's saying sweeping up. He like, "Hey, what's up? Oh boy, I've been looking for you." You feel? Okay. We bust down together up in the front of the restaurant to get it all cleaned up and everything.
Hey, you're helping people. Hey, Willie went from shitting outside to working inside. Let's go.
Yeah. All right.
Let's go, Willie. Let's go.
Give it up for my boy Willie, man.
Welcome back to the Pat McAfee Show here on this Feel Good Friday, February 11th, 2022.
Oh, yeah.
Radio Row has obviously had an excitement that is palpable. Just days away from Super Bowl 56, we've been honored and lucky to be on the FanDuel Sportsbook stage, projecting our loud, dumb voices into everybody else's show. We would assume that everybody out there hates us, and I could see why, but we've had an absolute blast catching up with everybody. Artificial AJ Hawk is here. Ty Schmidt is here. Boston Connor is here. But ladies and gentlemen, joining us now is a man who normally calls from his basement. A man who had his wife,
don't even mention it.
Well,
shovel 4 feet of snow to make him ribs while he sat and posted about it online.
Jesus.
Although that might say that this dude's a terrible person, you can make those judgments for yourself because what he does for NFL Network and NFL.com is nothing short of magical. For the first time ever, live and in person, the host of the weekly wrap-up with Rap Sheet and Friends, us being friends, he being Rap Sheet, ladies and gentlemen, NFL insider, Ian Rappaport.
Yeah, baby, he's boozed up still.
Oh, my God.
Ian, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Rap Sheet.
Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you,
Rap
man.
Sheet. Thank you.
What's up, Rap?
Thanks, man.
Smells like a
Jesus,
brewery.
he reeks.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
My God.
Hey, did you have a meeting with Emmett Smith earlier? What a moment. Oh, your mic's off.
Oh, God. What about now?
There you go.
Yeah,
Good.
you're on.
Yeah. What a moment.
This is awesome. Don't let that chair swallow you there. So
Kind of offensive.
no. What are you talking about? We're a very pro go Rappaport show. Dude,
Right.
don't worry about that. Thank you for joining us, man. I understand there's happy hours and news to break out here at the Super Bowl. How are you doing?
Things start earlier here.
Yeah, it's LA. Well, it's because it's actually later.
It's ridiculous. I can't get used to this. It's awful.
So what's it been like out here, man? No news has been broken. I mean, absolutely nothing.
I mean,
I think, what's that? Why?
No, it's just, there's still coaching stuff going on. I don't know if anybody really cares about that by now, but it's like Monday, Tuesday. Like, I get it Sunday night, the Dolphins hire a coach. Like, let me enjoy my Super Bowl week.
So is that what you all have been doing? Like, all you insiders have just decided that, this week we're not going to break any news, we're not going to learn or find out anything. We're just gonna kind of booze and network and have a good time. Hey, we had a long year.
It has been this was the longest season ever. I don't know if you knew that.
Wow, that's why. Yeah, 17 games now. Hey, it's going to be 18 soon, by the way, and I told you that immediately upon the 17 games coming. I said, hey, Rap Sheet, once they see the money flows in from 17 games, this is going to go to 18 games, and let's just talk about that now. And you said, let's pump the brakes. We're already in that. That's coming soon.
I'm pumping brakes.
This has been a long season, though.
Yeah, and like, talk to the players, too. Like, I think by the end, they're all like, it's fine, and they all got through. But I feel like there was plenty of times when guys would be injured a little bit and then miss games, and they'd be like, it's a long season. I got to get through it. It's like the strategy actually changed too. The insiders don't get a week off though.
Oh,
Never.
wow.
So
We
it's
guys ain't
actually
doing shit this week. I mean, what do
Yeah.
is there because there's nothing to break this
Well-
week, or you guys didn't even have the awards? But you guys didn't
Yeah.
even have the awards before the awards show.
Come on.
I mean, I knew something.
Oh,
Rap new.
oh hashtag rap new.
Yep, I knew something. Your boy Rodgers with the MVP. Is nice.
Back to back.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Fourth time.
Jay.
Go ahead, AJ.
Is it like? Are you seeing like a load management type thing like the NBA does with the NFL now?
Yeah.
Really?
I there's plenty of times this year when you talk to agents and teams like, hey, this guy's got a sprained ankle. What do you think? And they're like, just not going to press
So
it.
they're real conservative now, you feel like? And just they don't mind sitting guys down what they normally may not have?
More so than I can ever remember.
Huh.
And, if you look at the teams that advance in the playoffs with the healthier teams, right? The teams who are obviously their guys. So it's like it actually pays off. But more so than ever, guys would miss one game or two game. Like, what was it good? Like Kyler Murray, right?
Yeah.
Missed a couple games. Like, I feel like any other year would have been push. This year was like, hold on. Like, we're going to be good. It's a long season. Everybody chill. It's different. Strategy different.
What's going to happen with Kyler Murray? He hates the Cardinals. Is it because that rat bastard owner isn't paying the coaches their bonuses?
I did enjoy that storyline, which I don't think was true.
TBD.
We'll see. He is definitely not happy about something. I just don't know what it is. Like,
does anybody know what it is? Do you think there is somebody on this earth right now that understands why he's not happy with the Cardinals? And that somebody on earth being from the Cardinals organization, or are they asking all the
no,
questions?
because they're asking questions too. And I reach out to people close to Kyler Murray, and it didn't seem like it was a planned, like, all right, here's going to be the strategy that we're going to try to get this big contract. It seemed much more sort of reactionary, just to me, like he needed a social media cleanse and was kind of like, I need to start. And I guess the year ended badly, and it's like, I get it, but it's a little bit of a mystery, and I'm not sure he's in a rush to clear it up either, because I don't know. It leaves everyone feeling uncomfortable.
I think it's pretty simple. You just give the coaches the bonuses that they're owed.
Bingo.
And then all of a sudden,
Makes
Kyler
sense.
Murray will play. No, I have no idea what it is. But anytime we see a player do something like that, that is obviously a statement. They know it's going to be a statement. Speaking of statements, now A.J. Hawk says Aaron's going to the Packers. If you're on the Aaron's going to the Packers side, there was a lot of things said last night, like he thanked Gunther Kuntz and Murphy first.
Yeah.
And then he talked about how handsome LaFleur's face was and how good of a guy he was.
Sorry to interrupt. I saw LaFleur last night. Handsome.
Good eyebrows. Too.
Perfect.
Oh,
yeah.
That is something that is
Great
properly procured. His eyebrows are fantastic
Yeah.
and impeccable. But like the thought of if you thought he was leaving the Packers, though, you heard a lot of things in that speech that he was leaving. So he said it's been a great 17 years and the memories and all that stuff. Where did you fall after listening to the conversation? And were you at NFL Honors last night?
I was at NFL Honors.
Oh.
Whoa, drinking.
Wow.
I was on the red carpet.
Whoa.
I was behind the red carpet. It was.
Oh, you were.
I was
That's what the insiders do, though.
Yeah. I had people ask me to get out of the way, like, we're taking this picture. Can you just kind of step to the side?
What's that all about?
I went up to say hello to Derrick Henry, and the person who was with him was like, actually, he's not doing. Oh, and then let me say hello because they thinking that I was going to come up, like, take a picture, and it was all. Anyway, it was real awkward.
Well, it's interesting because Saquon down here, as he was walking off, he said, "Hey, Saquon, good to see you again." And I actually saw him with his X2 performance energy that is doesn't have the jitters
what
or
he
the
was
crash.
drinking?
It's his company.
Yeah.
Why don't you learn something about the product you're
good?
supposed to go? He actually hit you with a, you know what I mean?
He was happy to see me. I could tell. Yep.
Has there been a lot of that out here in LA for you after the year that you've had? Is there any awkward conversations that happen at the Super? For instance, I have had a few.
Sure.
I've had a few interesting conversations about the year that was, and maybe we should think about. Nah, we can't think about it. We gotta live in a moment, continue to live in a moment, and deal with any awkward conversations as they come. But for you, this has to happen on a regular basis. I assume the Super Bowl is a great place for all that to kind of combine and come to a head for you.
I mean, Super Bowl, Mobile, like, I am constantly, what I do is not always the most popular thing. Sometimes people want to keep stuff private, and I do not.
There's a human aspect to that, too.
Yeah.
Right.
You
but
let the coach know before he was getting fired.
I just want to let you know you're getting fired. I'm announcing it.
That is, those are awkward conversations, but not quite as awkward as, like, hey, sorry to ask you, but have you been fired? Like that happens sometimes too.
Oh my God!
Really?
Awful. Oh yeah.
So this is like
because if I don't, someone else is going to, and then they're going to report. It's like so. It's not.
That's a terrible spot to be in. There. The
Terrible.
bearer of bad news is a terrible spot to be in. That's like, there was a time there for a while in my life when my mom would send me a text like, "Have you heard?" And it's like, "No, I haven't heard." She knew that I hadn't heard, but she was leading it off with, "Hey, other people know this, and you need to learn about this." It was about a friend or something else
That's
like
terrible.
that. That's what you are for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So whenever they see you in a Super Bowl, they're like, "Oh, this guy's the Grim Reaper, and he's trying to get information out of me."
There will be some people who will literally answer the phone and be like, "What's wrong?"
Oh, is that why you buy booze for everybody in LA as soon as you get
sense.
here?
I do have the expense account.
Hey, Roger Goodell, why don't you buy me a little vodka?
What?
Tequila.
What?
More tequila.
What?
Emmett's tequila.
What?
The Rock's tequila.
What?
Ryan Reynolds tequila.
What?
They all have tequilas?
What?
What? Clooney.
Tequila.
What?
Yeah, it's because allegedly we were told that nobody wants to get into the whiskey business because the whiskey business is basically dominated by those at the top. The tequila, although there is a couple at the top, is a much more gettable.
Yeah.
Allegedly, that's what we were told. It's a much more gettable liqueur, if you will. But what is your drink of choice? Basically, anything to get you fucked up. That's what we've learned.
No comment. I'm a bourbon
And
guy.
baby say Quan!
Yeah.
Once again, no eye contact with Ian Rappaport. Ian Rappaport.
He looked. He was like, "That's my guy."
Nah, he hates
okay.
guts.
Nah,
Yeah,
he
Jesus.
just left, yeah.
You know, is that bad?
Jeez, what did you say about him? You said he lost a step.
Only,
Oh.
only positive things about my good friend Saquon. No, I'm a bourbon guy. And I will drink tequila. My wife has introduced sipping tequila to our family, which has really been a great.
Whole family, the kids?
Not as much the kids.
Just
but
you and her?
yeah, just have a tequila
awesome.
in a glass, put a little ice in it.
A little cigar?
I sometimes will smoke cigars, but now my boys have been like, "These are bad for you. Why do you do that?" And so I don't have an answer, so I will not smoke cigars.
Well, you should let them know, like, asking stupid questions also bad for you. You're a kid. Shut up. You know what I mean? But I don't know your kids. Your kids are... Actually, I do.
You do.
Yeah. Jude and Max.
That's right.
When they come on your show, they get extremely excited.
They're very cool kids, but they also need to know, like, yeah, hey, dad's allowed to do this. I don't have kids, but hopefully one day you're allowed to say, hey, dad's allowed to do this because I'm an adult. You're a kid. Shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like, but you're in rap.
But again, I don't curse in front of kids, so I would never say it like that.
You could, though.
Hey, you're a good guy.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Booze bag, but
go ahead, AJ.
You say that you may have this awkward relationship.
You are a booze bag.
My God.
I mean, literally, every post you have put up for the last 3 weeks is booze, and it's like an hourly post.
Troy Aikman's beer.
All right,
Really good.
I'm drinking it right now.
Okay.
It's actually a pretty good
How
chaser
does
for the
Troy
tequila.
How does Troy Aikman have? All these guys have tequila and beer. I need to get in some of that.
Yeah.
You're trying. We know. We see
trying.
you.
Yeah.
We see you.
I feel like that's my brand now. They should embrace that. Sorry.
You
go
should.
ahead.
Oh no.
And you are a very cool person.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Big
and
fan.
you know everybody, and everybody needs you because you can help them, and you put info out for all of us. But you mentioned Mobile, Alabama Senior Bowl.
Yes.
This is a Super Bowl. The Combine, I would assume, is a huge thing for you. People that don't know about the Combine, with the coaches, with the media that kind of hangs out, what is that like behind the scenes at dinners at night, all of that?
Yeah, so, obviously the Combine is like an important event in the calendar, and the prospects are there, and the interviews and all that. But for me, it is an incredible chance to get everyone that I could possibly know in the same place. And so I'll literally go in and be like, all right, here are the new coaches, here are the new coordinators. Who have I not met? Who do I need to
send a booze over?
Who do I need to buy a drink to? Who do I need to
That's
have
good
the
networking
awkward
skills, brother.
And also, hey man, remember when I kind of pissed you off about this thing? Let me explain how we kind of went. I had a couple of those conversations in Mobile. A couple of guys weren't answering my phone. You run into them in a bar, it's a little different. You can be like, hey, I actually reported this, not what you thought. So those are as important as anything. And, they kind of build the foundation for hey, this happened. I need you to confirm this.
How do you make them trust you? You just don't. You got to wait to say stuff.
Nobody trusts Ian.
They would have to trust you to speak with you. Obviously, they do trust you.
You're telling me you keep stuff in that you know?
But I tell you, but I don't tell anybody else.
Thank you, Rat. Well, you're the best.
That's very, very nice of you.
No, but it really is
It's an understood relationship, right?
Yeah, and it's
you
also
still have to earn their respect, though, or to earn their trust, I should say.
Right, but when I was younger and kind of just starting into this, I wanted to report everything. So it was kind of I'd find out news, report it right away. But now it's like, yes, these two teams are in talks, but it doesn't mean I should report this now. Let's wait till the trade is happening. Like,
Big
that
Cam
kind of
Hayward.
stuff.
Big Cam Hayward just walked by. Look at the
Oh,
size of
wow.
that head.
Holy shit.
Look at the head on that guy
Oh,
right
my
there.
God.
Look at the head on that human.
The son of Ironhead, of
That
course.
is a
One of
Hall
great-
of Famer right there.
Greatest commercial of all time.
Had a baby Cam.
Yeah, I-O, buddy. You see that, Pat?
Yeah, a lot of big heads going through Ohio State, it appears. There's big brains. I used to play pickup basketball with his dad as a kid.
Is he good?
Really?
He was tough to beat in the paint.
Yeah. Hard to defend.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, but Cam is the best, dude. Go ahead, Ty.
Rapshi, when do you expect the quarterback carousel this offseason to really heat up? Do you think it's going to be one guy that kind of falls and all the dominoes follow? And when would we expect that to happen?
Yeah, I think it'll be a little bit later this year because the coaching stuff took so freaking long. Like, by this time, God, when was it? There was a year when Alex Smith got traded during the Super Bowl week.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 5, 6,
Minnesota,
7.
whenever that was.
Was it Minnesota?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that was like 6 or 7. Anyway, it was a long time
Ian,
ago.
fucking
I can never remember where the cities are.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
You're blacked
Oh, my
out in
God.
every city.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
Every
Yeah.
city's the same if it's the bottom of a bottle, pal. Jeez Louise.
People will tell me, they'll be like, oh, yeah, I remember Super Bowl, 54. And I'm like, I have no idea which one that is. Literally, I just tell
if
me
it
the
means-
two teams.
We learned that this LVI was 56 upon arriving.
Yeah.
That's right.
I thought they didn't do away with the
Well,
Roman
it depends on how it
didn't they-
looks, if it looks cool or not. Because I think the L was a bad one, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, right. Super Bowl 50. Like that's,
Yeah. Can't just have Super Bowl L. I mean, we'll get buried. Ian, we got to get to a break here on Sirius. I think we have some more follow-ups on the YouTube. Hour 2 wrapping up here on this Feel Good Friday, February 11, 2022. In the next hour, we'll have Taylor Heineke.
Ooh.
Jerry Judy still to join us.
Jerry.
Gabe Morency.
Yes.
At Sports Rage. And a lot of questions from Twitter, hashtag PMS in LA. We appreciate you all so much. We'll see you in roughly 6 minutes. You're the best humans on earth. Booze Bag Ian continues at YouTube. That was you.
Did you see this?
What's
the
up?
Cardinals did the same thing that Kyler Murray did.
Is this a joke? So they unfollowed him, or what?
No, they did a social
Kerry,
media.
What up, dude? Hey, what's going on, man? Good to see you, dude. Sorry about the whole. I mean, that's on me. I appreciate you, man. So, what are you saying? Okay, good. Hey, so you're telling me that the Arizona Cardinals took Kyler Murray out of all their photos on this?
No, they have 2 photos and they're both Kyler Murray.
Smart.
See, a lot of you old heads in the game, you and others in the insider game, would say, this is 2022. People got their social medias to put their gripes out there. This is what we used to do. Well, what you used to do was be able to go behind people's backs and, release information only certain networks and everything like that. The Arizona Cardinals understand that this is 2022, and they want to let Kyler know. Who Kyler, by the way, big-time member of FaZe Clan. FaZe Clan. He could be a professional video gamer as well if he wanted to. Professional baseball player, professional gamer. Obviously, number 1 overall pick in football here for the Arizona Cardinals. They're trying to recruit him back. This is smart, Ian, don't you think?
It is kind of smart. And, I don't have a
Well,
problem.
we know you're plugged in Arizona.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the coach's salary thing, I think that's, I
It's a bonus thing, not a
on
salary.
bonus, right? I was all over that.
Well, not
I don't
really.
have a,
You're on your side. Opposite. You're on
yeah.
your side.
Yeah, opposite. Right. I don't have a problem with people going to social media. Like, I don't understand why that's like.
No,
like,
it's 2022. People used to do this through the media and everything
Right.
like that. Everything is different. This is the modern way of doing
Yeah,
it.
and that's fine. Like, people should be in control of their own message. Same, it's like paying college players. Like, yeah, people should be compensated for the stuff that they do. Like, that's really okay.
Yeah, but that goes directly against everything that you do, right?
No, I'll be
Yeah.
fine. I'll still find some stuff out. Because they only
baby.
put out what they want to put out, and I'll find out the other stuff.
Oh, because you're saying you always survive.
Smart.
Thrive.
Oh, you are thriving, especially
smart.
out here with all the booze. And we can't thank you enough for everything you've done for us this year and stopping by the set. You're the best, dude.
You guys are awesome. Thank you for everything this year. This is goodbye. Until next time we talk. I
Boom.
guess. I don't know.
Well, I can see you later.
I think we've had enough.
Yeah, it's been a good run.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ian Rappaport.
Yeah,
Thank you for everything this year. We honestly
you, guys.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
The weekly wrap-up with Rap Sheet and Friends has been a highlight for
Yeah.
all of us.
Absolutely.
Me too. I literally look forward to it.
Yeah, but you haven't broke any news on it at all. Maybe season 2. Maybe season 2.
Work our way
Season
out.
two.
Can't wait
Yes.
to binge that.
Well, you binge everything nowadays. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Slow it down. Was that Minnesota, Miami?
What?
Was that Indianapolis? It might have been L.A. There's a lot of poop. I don't know.
Oh my god.
That's what you got to do to pick through when you found out information.
Yeah.
It's absurd. It's wild. What a
Sometimes,
life.
you're talking about the combine, there'll be times when I will run into someone at 3 in the morning, email myself, wake up in the morning and be like, I should probably check on that.
Ian, jeez Louise.
Not that I forgot. I'm just tired.
It's networking.
I'm tired. It's networking. Yeah.
It's a write-off. That's a big part of business, by the way.
It's better than tweeting it at 3 in the morning.
Hey, did you know the entire beginning of this interview, you were doing this with your headset, and it was impossible for us not to do it. So you're going to see a lot of photos of us doing this.
Yeah.
You're going to see a lot of photos.
Well, I don't
of
want
us.
to mess up my hair, because if I put it on all the way, then I
Smart. Your Super Bowl Feel Good Friday ready. We appreciate you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks, guys.
We'll be back in about 3 minutes. What's the most beer you did in one night you think of one of those shows?
Well, I never forget when we went to Japan one time. Dudley, Stacy Keebler. I mean, there were so many people out there. I think we went through 103 or 108. Now, between just for myself, I'd always make sure to have about a 12 or 18 pack there. And, here's the thing when some people say, oh, shit, man, you got too much of that beer on. You don't even know how to drink beer. It's like, dude, fuck you. You don't know what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to entertain 20,000 people in an arena. If I just go out there and sip it real properly, how fucking exciting is that? So when you're out there on an empty belly and you're shotgunning beers and all that shit's going in, the half that was going in was for me. The half that was going on was for them. Nice. But I'm telling you, Pat, when you shotgun a bunch of beers like that and you're drinking about half of each beer, you got a pretty damn good buzz when you come out. And that's a sacrifice I was willing to make every single night.
I would assume you were pretty fucked up, yeah. When did you start self-cheersing? When did you start self-cheersing? Was that something you did in college? You're like, hey, Steve, good for me, man. Like, when did that start?
No, you know what? I got to give credit to Sandman for starting that, but he was bashing him off his head, and I don't remember, and it wasn't because Sandman was doing it, so I don't want to say I copied him, but he was the first. So, and then my style was, because people always get us confused, they'll say, yeah, man, you used to bang them on your head. No, motherfucker, I was the guy that clacked them together. It was just something we came up with. I don't know how the beers got introduced to the ring, but it became a thing, and we ran with it.
Here we go, at the top of the class on the road, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy. On the road, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command, like. Yeah, you about to see me on demand, like. You know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream.
The Pat McAfee Show.
There will be no rules for our guests, for us, for the things we can talk about.
Speaking his mind.
I've never had a problem expressing my opinions or my thoughts or anything like that.
While being relatable.
I haven't had that manufactured fake-ass celebrity that a lot of people have whenever they go on those big networks. I've had a chance to really build my crew, build my following, build my audience.
And ridiculous.
What am I supposed to do? So I'm supposed to look at something that I can definitely afford and say, nah. Is that what I'm supposed to do?
The Pat McAfee Show starts in 3, 2, 1.
Hello, beautiful people. For the final hour on Sirius here at Radio Row in Los Angeles, it is hour 3 of the Pat McAfee Show. Yeah! Let's go, huh? I think we'll be going for 4 hours today, but hour 3 here, the last one on Sirius XM. Got a chance to chat with Mr. Shine earlier today.
Yeah.
And that was an incredible conversation, had an absolute blast. Sirius XM has obviously been a part of our show for the last couple of years. We do not have a renewed contract for next season. Who knows how that whole thing will go? I assume some listeners on the radio show right now are excited about that. Some are probably wondering about the future. I'm not sure. Seem to be all good people here, though.
Yeah.
We never talked to any of these people ever.
No.
We're in our own little silo in Indianapolis. This has been a lot of fun. And the conversation about radio with the radio people, it's nice to kind of dabble back into that whole conversation about what, inside the car, the intimate listening. And we appreciate everybody that does that. This is our final hour, basically, of the season here on radio. And I think we should kind of take it in as such. Don't you think, AJ Hawk?
Absolutely. Let's soak it all in.
We should
How'd it go with Shine? I didn't get to hear a lot of it.
Well,
he's awesome. I mean, he's got some pipes, as they say.
Yeah, he's very good. And every single week he gives us good juice.
Oh, yeah.
He gives a great lead and a good intro for us. And the boys were massive fans. Tone Diggs was salivating at the fact that he could maybe meet Adam Shine.
Yeah, I was, dude. I've been talking about it all week. Like, hey, don't you fucking stand up, Shine, dude. You gotta go
no,
on.
don't you blow off Shine.
Yeah, that's what Mad Dog said.
And then AJ said, don't you worry, he ain't going to blow Shine off or whatever.
You're right.
That's very nice of you, AJ, for making that happen. And I didn't, by the way.
No. I did tell him, and actually Nick told him first. He takes a lot of shots at Steelers organization. I said, fucking cut it out, all right?
Who, Shine does?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, I didn't know that.
Why does he do that?
I said, fucking cut it out.
Well, he's a New Yorker, dude.
Yeah. Well, did he make up the shouldn't have comeback player of the year, Big Ben? Was that him?
You son of a bitch, dude.
Who, what happened?
There was a meme going around yesterday. Shouldn't have comeback player of the year.
Oh, SHC.
Yes,
right.
Big Ben was the face of it. Boom.
Shouldn't have come back player of the year.
Who made that up?
Ben Roethlisberger.
I don't know. Maybe Shine is what it sounds like. Maybe.
Yeah.
Possible.
Why do they hate the Steelers, you think? They hate us because they ain't us, or it's because everybody's seeing what you're seeing as well, which is...
They hate us because they hate us, because fucking...
You got defense player of the year, T.J. Watt. Hugged J.J. Watt last night. What a moment. That was a little sentimental. It felt like a real hug.
It was awesome.
Felt like a genuine hug. You know, I liked watching that type of situation.
1 year prior, he tweeted out, and I took that personally, the meme of Michael Jordan. This motherfucker.
What? Wait, what's going
What's
on?
wrong?
What's wrong, dude?
We all saw it.
I told him not to do that. I told him that last night, and then he goes out here and does it.
Well, it's because we don't have shit to talk about.
I don't bring up Brady fucking winning Super Bowl in Tampa.
All right, well, congrats to Brady doing that. But
cool.
Yeah. T.J. Watt tweeted that last year, obviously, what Diggs just referenced. But the J.J. Watt and the T.J. Watt hug seemed cool and genuine.
Yeah.
Like there's a moment there where it could have been the fake hug. Like, hey, we're going to do this procedural hug because we were happy for each other. But then there was like a little bit of an embrace.
Yeah.
And it felt like there was like, hey, we should enjoy this moment real quick because this is something that's insane. We've both won defensive MVPs in the biggest league. Obviously, you're trying to chase me. This is cool for a couple who in Wisconsin. So I enjoyed that. There was some real sentimental shit last night at the NFL Honor Show. And I know that other, especially in this town, other buckets of entertainment do award shows.
Oh, yeah.
Ours is better than theirs.
It was good.
Hey, we come into your world, do your thing, and our shows are better than yours. Now, maybe it's because we don't have 1,000 awards to give out and a bunch of the bullshit fuckery, and all of our biggest stars are there to accept it, and it feels like there's thought-out speeches and moments, and, even the entertainment. Josh Allen threw a heater last night.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah.
In the entertainment, is that Roger Goodell was sitting there having a good time. Our award show is better than all these people's award show, and I think the T.J. Watt, J.J. Watt moment is one of those.
Well, the part of what I enjoyed the most was when JJ was reading who won, and he opened up the card or whatever, and he just said Defensive Player of the Year, TJ. He didn't say his last name. He just said TJ.
Yeah, that's pretty. What if it wasn't?
Yeah, what if it didn't?
Yes.
What if JJ agreed to do it thinking my brother won, and it wasn't his brother? Would he have fought whoever won?
Micah.
Oh, no.
Why'd they have me do this?
Yeah, that would have been amazing TV.
That would have been awesome. Maybe made the award show even better.
Way better.
These are things to think about in the future, a little misdirection, but then that's where you get into all the bullshit drama that all the other award shows
Steve
have.
Harvey, right? Happened to Steve Harvey.
Well, Steve Harvey was set up and he misread. I mean, so
happened at the Oscars.
Miss
They
America.
read the wrong thing.
that was Universe, I think.
Travolta
actually.
said that name.
Miss
What
Universe.
girl from Frozen's name?
Yeah,
a little bit
Idina
weird.
Menzel or whatever.
Hey, Alex Rodriguez is here.
What?
Yeah.
Where?
Where's A-Rod?
That guy's hell baseball player.
Holy
baseball
owner of
player.
the Timberwolves?
Hey,
Holy
congratulations,
shit.
man.
Old Spice, yeah.
Yeah, he said.
Why?
He has the same costume. People are going to know that they're going to see me in a tank top. He always has the sweater over the
Like
button
the Peyton.
down.
That's kind of a Peyton look.
Yeah, that is the Peyton Manning look. You're going to see Peyton in the business casual, then the suit, what it's going to be. Everybody knows we're going to see me. A-Rod has got to the point where we basically know what his costume is.
Hell yeah. He looks good.
And he's a real estate guy, right?
Oh, yeah.
He owns the
Timberwolves.
Yep.
He tried to own the Mets, I think,
Yes.
at one
Yeah.
point. Got kicked out of town for that. What a businessman. He's now hucking Old Spice.
I fucking love A-Rod.
Big fan of A-Rod, but definitely.
Really? You love this man?
Love A-Rod. One of my favorite Yankees of all time.
See, because I thought that wasn't the case, right? He's had a coming-of-age tale, a true underdog story coming back into the good graces, right?
Yeah, there's a decent amount of people who hate his guts, think he was one of the big reasons that, kind of ruined baseball
He
because
stinks.
of the juice and everything.
How many times?
But he is the absolute man. I love A-Rod.
And from where he was to get back into the good graces of the fans and everything that was happening, and I think we all now know that he wasn't the only one that was taking stuff. He was almost, I have some sort of empathy for him, because if you're 18, 19 years old, expected to be great, and you saw everybody else doing something, there's a chance that if I was in his shoes, I might have done the same thing.
Yeah.
If I was being expected, and this is how everybody else is doing it, and this is success. Because he was so successful and so good, though, he was one of the faces that was like, hey, this guy killed baseball, when actually from outside of baseball, that guy was what made baseball entertaining.
Yeah, for sure. He got like the first like real mega contract of like the new
$400 million.
Yeah,
which has started a CBA litigation right now. An independent arbitrator who's not going to side with the players at all. So the players are saying, no, we ain't doing that. But A-Rod's, he has ridiculously long-lasting freshness with the Old Spice.
Hell yeah. He earned his pinstripes, and I will be forever grateful for that.
Do you think not Aaron, well, A-Rod, there's another A-Rod.
What?
You think Alex Rodriguez is going to do the 7,000 interviews that Old Spice has everybody do?
That's wow. He's got a lot of money.
Yeah, he's got nothing better to do.
Oh, he left. I guess he left. He did stop by. He left. He was not.
Back door.
He went out the back door.
Good for A-Rod.
That's awesome.
He doesn't need to be slumming with these people.
He's come like full circle. He's come, but Ty, didn't you think there's a time when A-Rod may not be like? He's come full circle, man. The dude's a media star.
Yeah, for sure.
When everything was going on,
he's really good doing. When he first started like joining the panel for the MLB, a lot of people hated his guts. Gumpy, he's a Red Sox fan, hates his guts.
Yeah, A-Rod sucks.
Let's
be real. He's a clown.
But he's great. He's great at what he does.
He's a cheater.
Yeah, he's a cheater. His best moment in baseball was probably eating a mitt from Jason Varitek and then getting tossed around like a clown. And let's be real here. We're Team Ben Affleck. A-Rod's A-Rod, hats off to the guy. But we're Team Ben forever.
Listen, I want to let everybody know I do not care either way in that particular fashion.
I do. Big time.
I mean.
Why, because the guy's got a dragon tattoo?
Yeah.
Teaches dragon tattoo. He smokes cigs. I understand that. Yeah, like, okay, cool with his personal life. I'm not worried about that, but as a baseball player and as a baseball analyst and as a businessman, you should have respect for what Alex Rodriguez.
Businessman, absolutely. I mean, God, he owns a basketball
Hey, if you were
team.
given $700 million and then you like had the capability to buy
Pete Rose here?
No, he's actually not allowed anywhere.
He's signing autographs outside.
There's a businessman.
Yeah.
He used to work with A-Rod.
Bob Backlund isn't here.
Yeah, right. Cross that one up right now.
We know who's next, too.
Sorry, I cut you off.
No, I mean, it's baseball. Who cares? By all the records that he has, he probably has records.
I don't know.
He's got a few.
A-Rod will have those records forever because the league's dead. He might be playing in the next league that comes back called the Hey Super Duper Trembolone Sandwich Home Run Derby Tour.
That'd be awesome.
I'll tune in.
Hey,
no doubt.
We want to fix golf and baseball. We could do that right now.
Yeah.
Baseball, go back to the era when you would see big barbarians step into the batter's box, taking years off of their life because the things they were putting into their bodies.
Yep.
And those balls were going into rivers in every single city in which there was a stadium you could hit it out of and go into the river. That was when baseball, packing stadiums, all of the. Now, obviously, you can't do that. No. You can't just have the promotion of cheating in your sport. But if you, I'm not even getting into it.
If you open it up, for everybody, it's not cheating anymore.
Yeah, but then you're taking advantage of the people that are pure athletes, and because they're not willing to do it, they're not able to play. And,
well, that's their fault.
Yeah, join a different league then. This is the Trembolone League.
Well,
you're going to move the fences out, so center field's 850 feet.
No, every night's a home run derby. What are you even talking about?
I am watching every game then.
5 innings. 5 innings.
Field of Dreams.
You're right.
Home run derby.
Yeah. Golf goes to 12 holes, you think?
Bingo.
Okay.
They can fight.
Well, in baseball or golf?
Golf.
Okay. Well, I don't know if there's any fighting in the golf. They got weapons over there, and they're all kind of small little, except for Pat Perez.
Yeah, Pat Perez.
Pat Perez is real G, real dog.
I mean, DeChambeau.
Big Jordan deal.
DeChambeau just got a $135 million offer to go golf in Dubai. Or
yeah, Saudi.
In a league?
In Saudi, $135 million in a league over there. Guaranteed cash. To put that in perspective, the amount of money that Tiger Woods has won on the tour, $121 million or something like that. So he is getting offered $14 million more guaranteed dollars to go golf in the Saudi Arabian Golf League. Right now, $135 million. Wow, that's from days and days and days ago.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Golf Digest is reporting, though, how much Bryson has reportedly been offered more than Tiger Woods' career PGA Tour earnings to join the Saudi Golf League. Read the full story at the link in our bio. Nobody did that.
No.
Nobody read the full story. We should have. We should have looked into it more, but $135 million out of sight. How many years is that? Is that a 2-year, 4-year, 10-year?
A lifetime.
And can he still make money off the marketing and all that?
Yes.
Well, Greg Norman's starting his own golf league, right?
No.
Shock?
The
Yeah,
Shock?
the Shock has his own league because I think they asked Dustin Johnson about it, and he was kind of cagey on his response if he was going to play in it. I don't know if he's trying to be competitive with the PGA Tour or what. You're going to the senior tour, so it doesn't matter. But Greg Norman's doing this for the regular.
Nah, I think there's a good chance I'm going to the regular-ass tour, especially if Saudi Arabia is going to keep plucking the good golfers out of there and offering hundreds of millions of dollars.
Does that scare you?
Hey, by the way, $135 million, just like we were talking about earlier, from our understanding of the way the world is going, and hey, we're not saying we love this. I'm not saying I love this. I'm just saying reality versus like what it should be.
Right.
You guys can paint that all you want, but you have to understand that that is not actual reality. It is a goal, not reality. I think $135 million is literally a like I think that is over there. I think that was $135 million.
Yeah.
Just coughed up right there.
Yeah, right.
Is there?
So he can probably go back and say 200.
That's the average net worth of a human in Saudi Arabia.
No, that'll
Dubai, maybe.
I think it's
yeah. So there's an entire.
Trust me.
No, not on this program. I believe there is quite a class system there.
Yeah.
Stay away from those waters, cowboy.
Well, those waters, it depends on who's driving the ship, right? Because the classes, if you're up in here with the waters, probably a nice yacht.
Yeah, you're good.
Down here, probably not. But,
I'm the captain now.
But there is a lot of money to be had over there because we all understand how the world works.
Yeah.
Right.
Picture the bums in LA and multiply them by 50, and that's what we're talking about here, class disparity. Okay?
Wow.
No joke.
That was very good
You
class
really
disparity.
painted a picture there.
Yeah, you actually did.
That's what it's like.
Especially with that new jacket on.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to go with basically every single shirt I wear, too. Black and white. Great color.
The other one was a little louder yesterday.
Yeah,
huh?
It was louder.
What are we going to wear for the party tomorrow?
There's the same place this shop's at has a lot of cool blazers. We might need to take a trip back.
There's that place. There is a vintage store. There was like a 1994 Sprint Cup M&M's leather jacket NASCAR thing.
KY?
Oh, yeah. I had my eyes on that. There were a couple other good things. If we stop in there, we'll find something that you like.
Okay.
I can guarantee it.
All right, so we're dressing ridiculous.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Okay, all right. I'm happy we made that decision. I'm happy we came prepared. Now, granted, there is 5-6 hours of rehearsals that we can maybe talk this whole thing through.
Well, I don't know. I think we have to prepare on our own for that one, you know.
Anytime you drop a, I love just the sound of doubt that is like, nah, that ain't going to happen. We missed it, didn't we?
What?
Miss what?
Mad Dog?
No. 12:05. 12:02.
Oh, yeah, we are in our last hour.
Yeah.
We would have heard him.
We'd love to talk to Pierre. Is Pierre here?
Saw Larry Guy walking, Connor.
Yeah, I saw this guy walk by, too. He didn't
All
give us a
decade team.
hello.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going? That guy's got great hair right there.
Yeah.
Similar to mine, much more in control. Good hair.
Scott Hansen?
Basically, the white. No, I don't think so.
That he wouldn't show his face.
Chris?
around
So, what's that?
No, I think we just saw Scott Hansen, Red Zone guy walking.
Let's go ahead and take a little venture
here we go.
around. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of players out here now.
There's a lot of Let's go ahead and break this entire thing down, all right? So, Foxy, get on the this is me on a PTZ. There's the boys there. Hey, you guys look good. Hey, there's a toxic guy. I mean, look at this.
His fingers are so gross, man. Show him your fingers, AJ.
What are y'all, doped up?
No, all of them.
Man, your eyes are so bloodshot.
What are y'all, doped up, dude?
Are they?
That tequila got to you, huh?
Whoa.
I actually drank the tequila. You guys didn't.
What? What are you talking about?
I poured a big shot behind my back there. Anyway, so this is the set, right?
How
Obviously.
did Ian miss that? Ian should have been here for that.
Well, he was having his own.
Actually, the bottle's missing. He probably took it.
And there's Town. And if you look up, I don't know if this has been showcased yet, there is TVs
everywhere.
Every single direction up in this thing. So, like, normally people's setups do not look like that, okay? So our stage is bigger. There's more shit going on. Old Spice right next to it. But that door is the entrance and exit for everybody that is heading, into here.
Yep.
Okay, so all these people, these are shows from all over the country. People that love talking about the NFL on radio.
Oh, yeah.
You got so many 1070 The Fans from all around the country, incredible hard workers and people that love the art of radio. Sitting down right here with his hair looking fantastic. On the other side of that TV, we're not going to be able to see it from this, Brandon Lang in there.
Hey.
You got all these shows, you got colleges, you got interns, you got podcasts, you got cameras, you got lights, you got glitz, you got glamour, and then you got a lot of people just walking around aimlessly stealing money from people acting as if they are PR experts. There's a lot of that going on. You know, a lot of those people are yelling at Foxy and Zito behind the scenes to make sure we're pumping and plugging whatever we could possibly have. Connor, what are you seeing over there?
I mean, Romy across the way.
Dude, hold on.
Is that Rome right there?
His phone getting locked in.
What do you think he showed up in today? We showed up at the same time as Romy. What do you think he showed up in?
Well, yesterday,
Sprinter van.
No.
A tank.
He obviously showed up in a classic stretch limo.
Really?
What?
Oh, yeah, they told us that yesterday. This is the second day in a row he showed up in a stretch limo.
Romy, you want a Suburban like everyone else? No, give me the fucking.
Give me the old school, the one that's going to be impossible to drive at LA.
Like only ride in limos. Don't be a clone.
He's a legend, dude.
Oh yeah, his lettuce looks so good, too.
Yeah, it does.
By the way, he's been doing it so long. I thought he left and did his own thing on like a subscription app. I thought he had his own subscription app for a while there. I honestly believe that he was doing his own thing. He went over to CBS Sports, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, that sounds so mean. I did not mean that. I don't mean that.
I know what you mean, but yeah.
I did not mean that entire thing. And then this guy's been making rounds. He's been working for 5-6 hours.
Oh, there's Kelsey.
There's Kelsey,
Hey, the wheeling, the dealing. Yeah, the shot. The shotgun.
I want that jumpsuit.
I know.
Hey, you got a barber that travels with you everywhere you go? Do you have a barber? Do you have a full-time barber?
Can we get that jumpsuit in XL?
I know you're on your way right now.
Palm Angels.
There you go. Travis Kelsey. Hey.
The patty cuts always keep me fresh, high and tight, baby.
Hey, you have an incredible fade. You look amazing. Congrats on another incredible year. You're breaking a lot of records, you're the man.
Cheers, boys. I appreciate it.
Didn't end how you wanted it, obviously.
Second half, man. Fuck.
What happened, you think? Anything? Like, legit, was it a mindset thing? Because we talked to their D coordinator, and they said
they
just
made adjustments, man. We got to make plays. Hats off to the Bengals, man. It's as simple as that. I got to make plays for my guy 1-5 back there, and we got to find a way to win a football game, man. That kicker from Cincinnati, I got it.
He's so good. He's so good. Hey, good luck this offseason, Travis. See you, man. What a year.
Good guy.
What a year.
He's done 70 to 80 shows.
Yeah, a lot.
So what happens? They come in here with a sponsor, and their PR person for whatever company has done all the booking. So what has happened here, the reason why we don't know who's coming when, is people walk past our set, and the PR people that have degrees and are so smart and have obviously followed anything that's happened this NFL season anywhere, they didn't plan on whoever coming on our show. Then we've been very fortunate that a lot of people have been like, hey, I would like to go on that show. And then Zito, while we're live, has to deal with their PR person and then Zito drops in my ear, hey, do you want Josh Allen? And I'm like, when? And he's got 3.5 minutes before his next one. It's like, tell Josh we love him, but that is because they scheduled his shit to be set up, and Josh was like, I would like to come. Like, we were very thankful for everybody that has stopped by here and wanted to stop by here today.
Absolutely.
Rosenhaus. I mean, yesterday that was just one of the few pop-ins that was unbelievable.
Yeah, who's Rosenhaus popping?
Oh, here we go.
Hey, little Bayern München. Bayern München, huh? Hey, guten Tag, huh? Oh, hey, oh, shit. Hey, tell Bjorn, we're coming over there. We are coming over there. Hey, you guys are the best, dude. Have a good one. Danke.
Do you think he knows that the U.S. is going to win the World Cup? Or
right there, right now?
Yeah, do you think he's
aware? Hey, sorry about Soccer Lombardi. It's coming home, dude.
You guys suck now.
Yeah, sorry about that. Used to be your guys' sport. Now it's ours. No big deal. How you doing? Keep it moving. Joining us now is a man who is a quarterback for a team with a new name. They were once just a football team, and then they had a 2-year process in which they said, we will debut a new brand, a new name, to change the course of our mighty franchising program.
Oh, yeah.
Amongst onslaughts of exposés of people learning about how things were run behind the scenes, this team and this quarterback was somehow able to win games, and he's become a friend of the show. He stopped by a few times. His moxie is fantastic. The quarterback for the Commanders, Taylor Heineke.
Yeah, baby, Taylor!
Yeah. What's up, man? Thank you.
Taylor, super cool.
Appreciate it.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey,
Great
you
jacket.
look so cool,
Yeah,
dude.
wow.
Look at these shoes and everything.
Hey, listen, you look super cool right now, dude. How are you doing, man?
Doing good. Got in late last night. Walked around the city a little bit, and I'm not gonna lie.
Beautiful.
I think I went down a wrong turn.
No.
Oh, yeah, careful.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah, it was. I took a real 180 and headed right back to the hotel.
Yeah, that's smart. You can't. Get incredible J's, by the way. Good shoe game out here. Did you buy those out here? Or you brought them out here?
No. I've had these during the year. I went on a shoe binge this year. I probably bought about 16 pairs of J's. I was trying to get like all my receivers.
Out here, by the way, there is a lot of shoe stores that have. You should need to stop by. Now, granted, you should, maybe not walk. Because you never know what you're going to get. But there's a lot of great shoes out here. Taylor, is this first time in L.A.? Big L.A. guy?
First time in L.A.
First time in Los Angeles. Big stars.
First timer.
Wow, you're going to go see the Hollywood sign, the Walk of Fame? You're going to do a lot of photos and selfies?
I saw the Hollywood sign for my hotel, so I'm good on that. But, there's some cool parties that we're going to go to, the next couple nights. So I'm excited to see them.
You would deserve to enjoy the entire Super Bowl process. Obviously, your story of becoming an NFL starter is one that a lot of people will look back on and say incredibly inspirational. You guys have a new name, new team. It feels like everything's going in a new direction. What's the mindset going into the offseason?
Well, it's nice to have a name now. You
like Commanders. Commanders is your name. If you guys win, you'll like it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just nice. The last 2 years has always been like, what's the new name going to be? What's new? I'm just happy it's over with, and we have a new starting position.
Are you guys going to say we're playing Commander football out here? Hey, listen.
Hell yeah.
Listen, there is a Commander standard, okay, that needs to be upheld to, because we are Commanders.
Bum 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 bum. What's that from?
That's your guys' chant. Hey, get used to that, dude. Because whenever you're doing this on a sideline, when the defense needs to stop in fourth quarter, and you guys are up, you did a great job getting a lead. Now we need the defense to get a stop. You're going to go like this on a sideline, maybe a towel, Gatorade towel. You're going to go like this, and they're going to be screaming, "We are Commanders!" Bum 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 bum. And then it's just going to you're going to be like, "Yeah, let's go!" Yeah! And then the crowd's going to be like, "We are Commanders!" Bum 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 bum. But it's going to sound like this. We are and it's just going to be a loud noise, and that place is going to be electrifying. But as you look to guiding a brand new name and a brand new team, a storied franchise that has a new chapter, very new chapter, do you think about all the pressure and all the shit that's on your shoulder? And does that even crack into your mainframe, or is it just football?
It's just football. Again, I always go back. When it starts to feel overwhelming to me, I always go back to where I was when I wasn't playing. And I was like, the only thing I would rather be doing is just playing ball. So what
is that then? Let's talk about what does that mean? Like on a couch somewhere?
Yeah. Or like, if again, after like losses and stuff like that, and you're getting bombarded and you're getting blamed for this, and that, and you're just like, man, this is a lot. It's tough. And you kind of take a step back and you're like, well, this is what I wanted to do last year, and I signed up for this. This is a dream come true, and it's just part of the process.
That's a great mindset, by the way, because you get to be in the NFL. You don't have to be in the NFL. Sometimes people forget that.
Exactly.
And the entire grind and process is expected because the standard of the league is the standard of the league. But some people get lost in all the bullshit. The fact that you guys were able to dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge your way through all of that, I mean, there was poop pipes bursting in the stands.
All over.
Week 1.
Well, not just week 1. It was also a little later in the suite. And then obviously there's fans from the Eagles following on to Jalen Hurts, almost killing him.
Yeah.
There's exposés coming out. Somehow you guys were able to stay focused on football. How? How were you guys able to do that with all the noise? Because distractions already kill a team, but you guys were able to play significant football for large portions of the season. How do you guys do that? And did it not get to you guys a little bit?
I think it starts with Coach Rivera. I think he does a great job of kind of letting the players just focus on football. He deals with all the outside noise. And again, we had a lot of injuries this year. A lot of big time names go down. Chase Young, Montez Sweat was down with a broken jaw, and then he had some family issues off the field. Like, we had a lot of stuff going on, and then COVID hit at the end of the year, right when we were in our 5-game division push. So it was tough. It was a roller coaster of a season, but for us to be in the playoff hunt, week 17, driving down the field with 2 minutes left against Philly, and then they picked that ball off in the end zone. But to have that chance there, and looking back at everything that we went through, it's something to be proud of for sure.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Go ahead, AJ.
There's your ball.
There he is.
Yeah. We
are Commanders. Bum 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 bum.
That's what it's going to sound like.
There it is.
Hey, Coach, you just got done singing your praises. Congrats, man. A lot going on. Good
man. I'm trying to keep my job.
Smart. And I did see, as you were complimenting him, your eyes went directly right where he was coming from, which is smart. We do similar things here. But what is your relationship like with him? And what is he like as a head coach? I assume he's pretty accountable guy, old school guy.
Old school, accountable guy. He's a player's coach. He was a player, obviously he won a Super Bowl. He knows what it takes, and he lets people just be themselves. And that's the cool part. So, yeah, I was with him in Carolina. That was probably my favorite locker room I've ever been in, with Cam and Thomas Davis, Luke Kuechly, Greg Olson, all those guys. It was a great locker room, and Coach Rivera is a big part of that.
Go ahead, AJ.
What made that Carolina such a special locker room, and do you have some of that already in Washington?
Yeah, you kind of get the same vibes in Washington that you got in Carolina.
Dice game, cards games, what are we talking about?
Yeah, some of those.
All that stuff.
Kind of put I remember in Carolina we had a little basketball hoop, and every training camp we would have a horse tournament. There would literally be 36 people in this tournament. We would have a whole bracket. We have times for each person to play.
See, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was cool.
How'd you play? Are you pretty good or no?
Well, Cam obviously made me go against him in the first round, so I had no shot. If he's 6'5" and he's got arms, he can dunk from 5 feet away, and I'm sitting there like,
well, you can dunk it. You can dunk in horse. That's a different game.
No, but you're not expected to dunk. He's just saying he's putting those short little bunnies in.
Yeah, he's like, hey, you have to be touching this door and make it.
And he's able to just.
He's able to just drop it in.
So he punked you a little bit.
Yeah, he punked me. But
yeah. Hey, but it's all right. You'll get back in there. But that type of thing is big for team camaraderie.
I've seen you in the studio shooting some hoops.
Hey.
Yeah.
Getting it right.
You put that elbow tight, Now those bunnies, the ones that he beat you on, they would beat me too. I don't fuck with that. That's only worth 2 points. I'm out here. You know what I mean? I'm doing my whole thing. But that type of stuff doesn't get talked about a lot. The horse tournament, the being around each other, the whole locker room vibe. That is what carries teams a long way. You're seeing it right now with the Bengals. I think they love each other. The Rams were able to buy in. They said it's like Pro Bowl practice every single day. How do you continue to grow that in Washington? How do you think for the Commanders?
I think you just keep doing that type of stuff. When you're not at the facility, you need to make an effort to develop relationships outside the facility. And I think one of the guys on our team that does a great job with that is Logan Thomas. Him and his wife and his family always want everyone to come to their house. They have a nice big house, throw a little fence. And sorry, Logan, just threw you out there.
Hey, Logan, big taxes over there too.
How about it?
I mean, big house and big tax part of town.
But he does a good job with that, and Brandon Sheriff is the same. Kind of get the offensive lineman, go to a steakhouse, just have a good time. Things like that.
That's amazing. Go ahead, Connor.
Yeah, Commander Heineke. How is it having Terry McLaurin on the outside? Because there was one ball where you just tossed it up, and it might have been against the Chargers, maybe, and he made
left sideline.
Yeah, unbelievable catch. And do you guys kind of work on that stuff in practice, or does he just go out there and make unbelievable plays?
He just goes out there and makes unbelievable plays. Yeah. And the coolest thing about Terry too is not only is he a great player, he's an even better person. And I think I was just talking to Jim Rome about this. He
God.
Love that dude. Hilarious.
He receivers and DBs are usually like the divas of the team.
Yeah.
And for him to be almost the best player on the team, if not the best player on the team, and for him to be a good person like that, trickles down. No one else can be that way. So it's huge. He's a great player, and he's an even better person for our locker room.
So what do you think? Like, I gotta fucking make it work. You just throw it in an area. Is there a lot of that? Because we know you hucked it a lot in college, and you're a gunslinger, and you have that competitive mentality. And we talked to Aaron Rodgers about like Devontae's catch radius. Like when Devontae's covered, he's open because I can put it wherever. When you see Terry in any situation, it's like, if we need one, he'll make a play for me. And it's I don't want to say a throw in hope, but there is a lot of like. I mean, the way Aaron says, there's always percentages, and the percentages might be blah, 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 because he doesn't want to ever be on record as saying, yeah, I'm just throwing a fuck it ball, because then it would sound like he's not cerebral. Yeah. But there has to be times whenever you're like, fuck it. Like, Terry's going to make a play over this guy, and I would assume that is something that happens.
100%. When you have your best player one-on-one, that's what you want. And you're saying, my percentages of making a good play is him one-on-one. So you want to give him a shot, and there's a lot of balls this year that we didn't connect on, but there's a lot of plays that he made this year that were unbelievable. So hopefully
How are you in beer pong? Pretty good?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're very good at beer pong?
Yeah.
Always have been?
Always have been.
Since first time you picked up that 5-star ping pong ball?
Yeah. In high school.
Whoa.
And
College.
Senior year of college.
There you go.
College. Yeah. College.
Broad.
Of course.
Yeah. When I turned 21, it came in, and it's good. I haven't played in a long time though. It's kind of more of a house party deal.
Yeah, I agree. And there's no more house parties because of
COVID. You know.
Are you excited for a season without COVID? Yeah.
I mean, is
that coming?
Is that going to be a thing?
Do you know more than I do, Taylor? I mean,
Commander.
What do
you know in D.C.?
What are you saying about it? Yeah, you're in D.C., dude. You're the commander now.
What?
Are you shaking hands with other commanders?
I don't know, man. I don't know what's going to happen.
So you're the quarterback for the Washington Commanders in the Commander Ton. We assume you're going to get meetings with other commanders.
Yeah.
Why don't you do? No, you focus on football.
That's right.
Yeah.
But we need somebody to ask the questions. Like, is next football season going to have COVID? Because he and Rappaport kind of squealed earlier, like maybe we don't have this next season. I'm like, next season? What are we even doing? Do you know anything? What have you been told, do you think, by the NFLPA or any of the politicians you're probably hobnobbing around with out there?
I have no idea what's going on. I just hope that we don't have to report for OTAs until mid-May like we did last year. I thought that was super cool.
Hey, as you get older in the league, by the way, those super cool dates get later and later. yeah, those things get later and later. Go ahead, Ty.
Obviously, you guys didn't get to where you wanted to be this year, but, like with the personal accolades, I think you were a 2-time Nickelodeon MVP. Like, does it get any better than that? I feel like you could almost just go off into the sunset, at this point.
Yeah, when you get the MVP, that's a nice thing to have, but when you're going on a 5-game losing streak, that's pretty tough too. But it's been a crazy year. Like I said earlier, we had a lot of injuries, we had a lot of COVID stuff going on, a lot of off the field stuff going on, and
how miserable is life when you lose? Well, you like people don't understand. It is now. Granted, you're getting paid a lot of money. We all know how much money you're getting paid, but it's still life is so much worse when you're losing games.
Winning's fun. Losing is 10 times the magnitude of winning, in my opinion. You walk in on Monday and Tuesday, and it is like the world ended. We suck. We can't do anything right.
Yeah.
And you might have lost by 3 points on a crazy play, but it's the same feeling. So I'd rather get beat like we did against Dallas this year, like what we got beat 56-14 or something like that. I'd rather get beat like that than a 23-21 nail biter. Because sometimes after those big blowout wins, you come in, we're like, we're not watching this tape. We knew we sucked. Let's move on from it. So. Yeah,
mentally, you're saying it's an easier thing to tackle. Like, yeah, we all played terrible. Let's move on.
Yeah.
But when you can definitely get a win and you don't, and you see an opportunity lost right in front of your eyes. And that's, by the way, we had Saquon on earlier. He talked about all their pieces that got injured not being on the field at one point. Then there's a couple games, and I referenced the 2-14 year where there was 7 to 8 games that were one-score games. And if, like, 2 plays go a different way, our 2-14 team, number 1 overall pick with Andrew Luck, might have snuck in the playoffs. We would have got drummed in the playoffs, but we might have snuck the playoffs. That's what the NFL is. The parity's so real. This year, it was insane. And we've asked everybody that's been in there, and nobody's been able to give us an answer. Why was this year so absurd, do you think? Like 56-14 or whatever, and then, the Colts lost to Jacksonville in last week. Big dog, Willie Colon. Hey, how you doing? Keep it moving. That dude is electrifying. The Colts lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars. We watch Hard Knocks. The Colts have a good organization, good program, good players. Clowntown was literally Clowntown because their fans were so embarrassed by how it was running. The Jags beat the Colts. Why do you think this year there was so much fucking weird shit that happened across the NFL?
That's a great question. Obviously COVID had something to do with it throughout the year, but in that situation with the Colts and Jags, I don't know. What did other players say to you? Like, what was their answer for that?
Everybody was like, they don't know why. It was definitely happening. Like Austin Eckler came on and we talked to him because there were some games where they were like maybe going to win the Super Bowl. They're like, people were like, this Chargers team could go. And then there was periods of the season where they would just lose. It was like none of it made sense, it felt like.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of the NFL. You look at the Chiefs.
You get in a groove? You feel like you're in a groove, though, in the season, like week to week, or is it just game to game?
It's game to game. It's tough.
Is it ever quarter to quarter? Like, I felt great in the first, and then second. Like, does it ever happen mid-game where you feel like, hey, I'm in the zone, I have it, and then boom, I don't?
Yeah, and you know how all it takes is one play.
Oh, yeah.
And it might not even be a play when you're on the field. It could be a special teams play. You're up maybe 4 points, and you had a great long drive, and now you're up with 3 minutes left, and you kick off, and they run it back for a touchdown. You're like, oh, shit.
Yeah, it's gone. It's gone.
Yeah, everything you just worked for, it just kind of
Yeah.
So that's why I love the NFL. Again, like earlier this year, the Chiefs, everyone was ready to write the Chiefs off. They've lost it, this and that. And then
they became the Chiefs again.
They became the Chiefs again.
And then they didn't in
Yeah.
the second half of a game. It was like none of it makes sense, but that's why the league is the way it is.
Yep.
That's why people keep looking around. Whenever you think about next season, what are your thoughts? What are your projections? What are you getting better at? Like situational. Is that something you are going to like study up on? And do you think quarterbacks around the league, I don't know what it's like for you, but there's some situations that happen in Dallas, obviously, a team that you guys love. There are some situations situationally where timeouts were taken or clock management was happening where everybody at home was like, these dudes are idiots. What are they even doing? How much do you think you have to know those situations as well as a quarterback? And how much do you think that is something you study and focus on going into a season?
Yeah, it's a big deal. As a quarterback, you need to know every situation. Let's just say that you get down in the red zone. You have points. You have at least 3 points.
Cannot turn the ball over.
Don't turn the ball over. And I did that numerous times this year. It's just something you keep beating your head over. And again, it was my first year starting this year, and it's not my first time ever playing. I know not to do that, but it was a big learning experience this year, and I feel like I got better throughout the year. There's still a lot to improve on.
Defense gets slower as the season went on?
Absolutely.
Yeah, like you're being able to see what the hell is potentially happening.
And that's why I think I almost got that second shot. When I came in and played Tampa in that playoff game, when I was sitting on the couch training.
He had that 7.
Oh, yeah.
That's what you did. You did a sweet dive.
Yeah, I mean, when I made that dive this year in Week 18, I was hurting. So from coming off the couch and playing in like a playoff game, you can definitely tell the difference between the speed of at that time of the year versus week 1 through 6.
That's awesome. Well, I can't wait to see what you do next year as the leader of the Commanders.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate you guys.
Because we are
Commanders.
Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
I gotta practice on that.
Sounds like you don't love it.
Do you wait. A little indifferent
But,
there.
Where did that come from?
You
said it before.
They acted like this was the official team chant. There was a guy standing outside the stadium with 4 people behind him doing this chant. Now they said, no, their whole stadium's
No,
going
they were your super fans.
That's what happened.
He worked
Super
for the
Commanders.
team.
Yeah, we thought he worked for the team.
That's where this came from.
He was representing the entire organization.
Yeah.
Okay, I was about to feel bad because I didn't know if it was like posted on our Instagram and I just missed the memo.
You didn't miss anything.
Well, maybe it depends on whose Instagram, because this person seemed to have a lot of authority over the Commanders. All right, we're going to get to a break. We can't thank you enough for joining us. You're the absolute best. Good luck this year. Good luck this offseason. Enjoy LA for the first time. And is this your first Super Bowl experience?
No, I've been to a couple in the previous years, but this is pretty cool. I like it.
Go get some new shoes, too.
Yeah.
Go shake some hands, kiss some babies. Stay away from the alleys that you shouldn't go down.
Yeah, big time.
Ladies and gentlemen, Taylor Heineke. Thank you, man.
Yeah, baby.
See you all in 4 minutes. Bye.
Thanks for having me, guys.
It really comes down to, and pardon my French, but giving less fucks. I think that it's a maturity that comes from aging, from making mistakes, from failing, from being too sensitive at times, from taking things too personal at times. And it's about growth and learning not to be indifferent, because I think indifferent people are terrified of making choices, and it's a cold place to live. It's about choosing what to care about, and the things that you do care about, it's less things. It's not trying to be a part of every conversation or get involved in everything or setting yourself up to be offended about certain things. It's caring more about specific things and less things, and with those things, it's finding ways to solve the problems, because true happiness doesn't come from eliminating all problems in your life. I believe it comes from solving the problems that you have and dealing with the pain and the suffering that is natural in life and is a part of life. It's not fleeing from pain and suffering and running from those things and not dealing with the emotional situations. It's looking at those head on and saying, how can I solve these problems and make my life a little bit better? And that's what I've tried to do the last couple of years, and I've talked about in this show as well. It's about perspective. And I truly believe this, when you focus on the things that you have more than the things that you don't have, you allow yourself to let gratitude sink in. And when the gratitude sinks in, it is always accompanied by joy, because you're focusing on the blessings that you have, not on the things that you don't have, the things you wish you had, the way you wish your life was that much better, you wish you had this, you wish you had that. You'll always be unsatisfied. But when you take solace in the fact that you're where you're supposed to be, and that life is going to come at you with pain and suffering and failure and frustrations and mistakes, and just trying to solve those problems and do a little bit better next time. It allows you to, I think, be a little gentler with yourself and admit that you're a human. You're going to make mistakes. You're not going to please everybody. There's always going to be a 500-pound elephant of possibly hatred and malice waiting for you, whatever decision you make, and that's just part of life. You got to deal with it and just try and be better the next time.
So you feel freer, it feels like, huh? You kind of feel free.
Yeah, there's a liberation that comes from caring less about the things that don't really matter in this life, I think. And I will say, if anything, and I know the two of you is the best on this show, and so I won't speak for the other boys, but I'm sure they're very similar. There's a lot of joy in being unapologetically yourself. And I think in life we respect people the most often who are that way, who don't try and change or be different or grow meek in situations that require courage, that go quiet in situations that require communication. And that's what I appreciated in both your friendships, is that you guys have always been yourselves. And Pat, I haven't known you as long as I've known AJ. I sat next to AJ for 9 years, and I have so much love for him and appreciation for the friend that he is. But I always admired and was inspired by the fact that AJ was always himself. And he believed that who he was exactly who he was supposed to be. And he didn't have to be different or put on a face for anybody. He was unabashedly himself. And I think there's a lot to be, gained from doing it that way. And what I love about you and the boys is that's who you are. You guys show up every single day, not with an agenda, with an open mind, and create conversations around important topics, and then you just be yourselves.
Oh.
Whoa.
That's an absolute banger. Welcome back to the Pat McAfee Show here on this Feel Good Friday, February 11th, 2022. We have to make our official picks at some point in the next 10 to 15 minutes. AJ Hawk and I have been dabbling in the fourths of who's going to win this game. Will the Rams win by 50? Will the Bengals get a win? Will it be a tight game? Who knows what will take place? We'll make our official predictions. Joining us now is an absolute NFL legend. A man who was a teammate of mine with the Indianapolis Colts. He was also a member of the Washington Commanders. Been around the NFL a long time. Friend of the show, entrepreneur, ladies and gentlemen, Pierre Garçon.
Yeah. Got the Commanders here.
You got the zip up, too. I like the alumni.
Hey, is that the Commanders alum there?
Pretty sweet.
Commanders alum right there.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Pierre, love seeing you out and about. Love seeing you have success. Love seeing you hustle. Love seeing everything about you, buddy. How you doing? Did the commander send you that immediately upon the new name change?
Immediately with the Leatherman jacket, too. It was amazing. We got a lot of nice gear.
Are they trying to bring you back into the fold? Or are they saying, hey, we got to rebuild this thing because it was tearing down completely?
They trying to get me back in there, but, I told them my knees are not about it.
Hey, how many years were you in Washington?
5.
How many years were you with the Colts?
4.
And then you were also
2 in San Francisco.
Hey, that's a hell of a career.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Hey, whenever you think about your career and the evolution of, let's say, offenses or in general, why do you think like Shanahan and them have success? And why do you think like there's some teams that are going and some teams that are not?
He gives the ball to his ballers. Like that's what he does. Debo and George Kittle take over the game. That's what they do. They put the ball in your hand. That's what he did with me.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the Bengals then. The Bengals have 3 guys over 1,000 yards. Joey Burrow is able to pick apart, and he's able to equally distribute. You have to love everything about that.
I definitely love Joe Burrow and love what Jamar Chase is doing. For a young guy, for a young receiver to, go to the Super Bowl your first year and you're a big part of it, it's a great feeling, man.
What do you think these young guys are going to learn through, like from year 1 with the Colts till year 10 or whatever with the Niners? What did you learn? What was the biggest part of it? Was it the way you read defenses? Was it the way you train? What is it about?
Honestly, yeah, things get easier your second year where you kind of know what to expect. You know the coverage. You kind of know how linebackers are set up, how, they start sliding over. They're kind of going to play cover 3 or how far back the DB is. Like, you kind of speed up the game faster. The place don't change as much, but you're just ahead of the game that much faster.
Can I ask you if any of these young guys remind you? This dude was a dog trying to fight people.
Ooh,
no, talking. No, not trying to fight, but if they wanted to, it was not a problem. Was that how you always played? Was that something you developed? What do you think?
It's like something you play with. Like, hey, I'm about that life.
But your mouthpiece used to. I mean, everything about you was like when you got on the field, it was a game changer. It was awesome.
It was my job, man. I was playing life or death every day out there.
Yeah. By the way, trying to headhunt blocking, like, hey, he's gonna block.
That's how I get defenders back. They love to hit me. So whenever I get a chance to block,
What was that school?
Mount Union. Yeah.
D3.
D3. Yes.
I don't know if they were D2 or D3, but I would assume that was something you wore as a badge of honor, and that's why you tried to just absolutely take every rep 3,000%.
I tried to represent because there's a lot of guys I play with at D3 that wish they were in the NFL, and they watch me and they're like, "Hey, man, you could have did better," and I don't want to let those guys down.
Could you imagine you didn't give full effort as a Mount Union guy? They'd
Exactly.
kill you.
Exactly.
Go ahead, AJ.
You're wasting opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. Like Mount Union is a legendary school. Like
Yes,
it really is
yes.
for what they have done there. But you mentioned Kyle Shanahan earlier.
Yes.
When we see all these young offensive guru coaches getting hired, like what does a great offensive play caller do other than just? Is it just find a way to get one-on-one matchups with their best guys?
Did you see him put Trent Williams in motion to? That's what he does. He used his ballers. He used those guys, those impact players.
Is he always thinking about how can I find a way that run this where we haven't made it look
so
like
it's player driven as opposed to position driven.
Yes. Yeah. Well, depending on the position of that player, he put Trent in motion. Next, he's gonna get Trent a jet sweep. That's what we're calling it.
Well, actually, I mean, he overthought himself there actually because he did it the one week. It got all the hype. Then the next week, McVay was also like, he's not going to do that again. They're going to do a little dive, and they caught him. But that's like that always. And whenever I say it's worried about the player, not the position. For instance, you have plays where the X does this, the Y does this. We're going to do this. But then if you have Debo Samuel, it's like, well, actually, we can drop a play right where Debo is doing this as opposed to this. That's great. That's the evolution of the game. You look at Cordero Patterson down in Atlanta. You look at Debo Samuel. That would have been something I think you would have been good at as well because you were a returner. You ran hard. You were fast. Is this going to be something we continue to see, you think?
I hope not, because guys are gonna get tired. Guys' body's gonna hurt. We love the stats that they're receiving, but that's a long season. When you're running the ball and catching the ball, and 2,000 yards is hard on anybody's body.
Long season, 17 games.
Yeah, and there's a long season. Yeah.
So you got all that on top, and you got big heads like that one right next to you.
They try to kill you.
He's trying to kill me. What are you talking about?
I'm just trying to get back at you. You try to kill me. Well, man, we watch you play all the time, man. Listen, we were scared.
Hey, Pierre's a dog, though. Pierre is.
I know Pierre well. Believe me, he's got a hard head too.
Good time.
Pierre, you obviously got broken off in Washington, but
congrats, by the way.
How different was it when you go from Indy and playing with Peyton and everything, and then you get to Washington? You obviously get paid, but I imagine it's like, am I even in the same league?
Man, it's crazy because when I was in India, I was just learning a lot. Now I was in Washington, it was like, all right, you telling us what to do, or you're setting the tempo or your tone, and that's what kept me playing harder because I was like, all right, I'm the man now, so I got to represent the way Reggie and Marvin was doing, and Dallas Clark and those guys. Like, all right, just keep playing well, which you don't have to talk much, you just have to play well, then things will fall into place. So
a lot of pressure.
It wasn't
off the field.
It was just more attention. It was just more attention because you made the most on the team. So they're like, all right, why'd you drop that pass? Well, it was a low ball. You're supposed to catch it because you made this amount of money. Like, well, anybody could have dropped it, or it wasn't there. But it's just more attention. I was like, all right.
You were awesome in Indy, though, man. You were beloved by everybody, dude.
I enjoyed it. Indy loved me. I loved Indy.
Yeah, Pierre. Pat has told this story before, but is it true?
Yes.
You dragged him to a date raffle in Indianapolis. Is that what it was?
He signed me up for it. He didn't drag. He signed me up for it. I learned about it on the radio. Yes.
I appreciate you, man. We always did community events, and we ended up in crazy places.
I was driving down. The story is I'm driving in my car, and all of a sudden I'm listening to the radio, and all of a sudden it says, come to this testing event. You could win a date with Pierre Garçon and man. And I think they even said, like, Pat McAfee. They said my name wrong, and I, like, immediately tagged. I'm like, what are we doing? It was a great event, though.
I enjoyed it. I was bamboozled, but it was I was just being a nice guy. I was like, all right, sure, I'll go to your event. And then, that's what it turned out to be. I was like, all right.
But I was like, I got a chance to hang out with Pierre a lot. His interactions with people, the way he gave back to the city, and the time, you had a good time, too. You were like an actual dude. Yeah, we had a good time. You were a good guy, man. You were a great guy. I was very lucky to be teammates with you.
I appreciate you, man. You made us smile every day. From the first day in the locker room, he had these Jordan cleats.
Yeah.
We're like, this guy, he's got Jordan. He's the punter. He's wearing Jordan cleats. I'm like,
they were just hanging around. I found out I shouldn't have had those on.
Those are Marvin's cleats, Marvin Harrison cleats.
Yeah, they were, and I was like, well, I should not be wearing these. But I did go hard in the sprints. I think I maybe won some people over. But Pierre, you're the best, man. We still in the compression
business. Yeah, we're gonna grow the line and do more products. It's gonna be a medical product where we're gonna do knee sleeves, elbow sleeves, and help the guy.
Yeah, he needs them over there, especially all the booze this guy's been having this week.
Bingo.
And maybe change life a little bit for travel. We appreciate you stopping by, man.
I appreciate you guys.
You're the best. Ladies and gentlemen, Pierre Garçon.
Yeah, Pierre.
Thank you, Pierre. Appreciate you, man. All right, we have to.
Connor. That's a nice jacket.
That's a nice jacket.
You want it? You want it? It looked like it's my size. I'll give it. Not 2 days in a row.
Awesome, ladies and gentlemen, Pierre. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
That was amazing. Hey, thank you, dude. See you, dude.
I would have gave it to him.
All right. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was great.
So Pierre obviously saw what happened yesterday. Yeah, I saw the whole thing, which is amazing. Could you? That thing's very large. Sorry, Diggs. I don't think your mic is on.
We made sure that he was going to do that.
Yeah, smart. Maybe smarten him up on that thing. Let's get to our picks here as this beautiful show wraps. Cam Hayward's head is the size of that pillar of him.
Holy shit!
Could you imagine?
Yeah, I could.
Just stay. No, you couldn't. He's on your side of the ball.
Yeah.
He's on your side of the ball. Do you guys size up heads?
No, I mean, from afar, I have respected the size of his skull for a long, long time. Absolutely. Are you kidding? I mean, his dad's name was Ironhead. I mean, are you kidding me?
All right, let's get to this because the show's wrapping up here from Radio Row. We appreciate everybody who has listened all week long. We have had so much fun here. We've had so much magic happen, and we are very lucky for everything. Before we get out of here, we got to do a couple things. Diggs, will you please give us that quick stat that you learned from the FanDuel folks about the score on The Simpsons? So that isn't real.
I was talking to head bookmaker of FanDuel Sports. He said their liability, which is if 34-31 Bengals happens, they will lose $40 million.
Holy shit. That is awesome. Remember, we'll have a risk-free same-game parlay being promoted on Sunday. We have a party tomorrow night that'll be streaming live at youtube.com/The Pat McAfee Show. I believe that starts at 9 p.m. Eastern. There'll be a lot of superstars there and $200,000 up for grabs. AJ Hawk, your pick for the Super Bowl. The spread is 4 right now. Rams are favored. Bengals home team wearing the All Blacks.
I'm giving you a score too. Bengals 31, Rams 28.
Whoa.
I like the.
Oh, I know it's hard.
Tough.
Do it.
Give me the Rams -4.
Wow. Okay.
Woo. Give me the Bengals +4.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what the fuck's going to happen.
No idea.
I like the Bengals +4. Final answer. Okay. Chris Mad Dog Russo's next. Have an incredible weekend. We'll see you Monday. Nailed it. Right on. I mean, that was
on the screws.
Right on
so
the
we're on
screws.
the same side then.
Yeah.
That's nice. All season when you're on the same side, typically it goes well.
Hey, you were forced to do it, though, because you live in Ohio, and people would have showed up at the house and done that whole thing. You're an alumni of the Bengals. You grew up as a big diehard of that. Give me that chili.
Oh, Skyline. I love
Give me the Skyline.
Spaghetti.
Oh, my God.
My fingers.
I'm going to go get Jeff Ruby's steaks. I'm going to cut them down with my pinkies. Like that type of stuff. You know what I mean? You had to pick them. Yeah. I actually thought I'll take the team getting the points, although the Rams could win literally by 45 points in my eyes. Like, I think they actually could do that, but I like the Rams. Or I like the Bengals +4.
Are the Bengals going to win?
No, I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Hey, listen, that ain't for me to worry about.
Yeah, me either.
You think they're going to win?
Yeah.
Well, it is for you to worry about. You just
I do.
gave a correct score.
No, I think they're going to win.
You said, yeah, you actually gave 2.
I'm not going to worry. I'm not going to worry about it, but I think they're going to win.
I can win this weekend because I'll go 1-0 and you'll go 1-1 because if your score's wrong, boom.
You lose.
Yeah, you're
Is
done.
that how it works?
Yeah.
You made it that
You
way.
decided. You
Good.
said,
Hey.
you said, hey, listen up. I would like to do one further. You guys are picking the bets and the spreads and blah, blah, blah. I'm going exacto, cuz.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah, you
doing
did.
score out there. You probably, I
So
don't know.
I can go 2-0. You can go 1-0. That's what you mean.
Bingo.
Got it.
But you could also very
Deal.
easily go 1-1 or 0-2.
Yeah.
That's right.
I can only go on 1. So no matter the case, I'm
Wow.
probably going to win this one.
Wow.
Okay.
That's how you do it.
How about that, huh?
How about us coming full circle there?
Well done.
I really like what we did there. We got to hit some other things that we did not talk about today. Jerry Judy will be joining us, I believe, in a few minutes.
There you go, Jerry.
Jerry Judy, great hands.
Great player.
Great player. Great athlete.
One of the Bama pipeline wide receivers.
So CeeDee Lamb does the
Yeah, he used that one.
the first down.
Right.
Judy does not do that as well. What is Jerry Judy's celebration?
I think he's mixed it in there.
Yeah, I
times.
think there's been numerous.
Well, it's
Yeah, he's
exciting.
done that.
Well, he's going to have a lot more celebrations now that Aaron's going to be his
Shut
quarterback.
the fuck up.
Hi.
Jeez.
You okay?
Everything all right, Ty?
Well, yeah, it's just we were talking about seeing the speech last night, and then, you're thinking that he's for sure coming back to Green Bay, and then he's saying basically, like, hey, it's been a good career, so I'm not so sure anymore. AJ's full of shit. He's not telling us anything. So who
See,
knows?
I thought for sure that the people who believed he was coming back, he said enough in there that would make me reaffirm what my beliefs were to come back. But all the people that had any doubts at all, there was a lot to reaffirm those thoughts as well. He did very well. AJ, did you write that speech with him? Who
No,
wrote that?
you know him well enough after all this time. Like, what do you think he would love to do? Does he love messing with people and giving people leaving all options open?
What are you saying?
I'm not saying he was even a conscious effort, but that's just how he is. Like, oh, this is cool. Let me just, whatever I say, he was genuine and he meant all of that, I feel like. But then he's like, yeah, cool, let's put their brains in a little bit of a pretzel and get them thinking.
See, he enjoys that a little bit.
I think so.
Yeah, if I was that smart, by the way, and I was the back-to-back MVP, and I had gotten attacked by, I don't know what, like 90 to 100% of the people out here in this bullpen out here.
All of them, for sure.
A lot of blue checks that do not like Aaron Rodgers. And I only know that because I
By
experienced it as well.
association. Yeah.
I took a lot of ricochet shots from a lot of these people as well. I took a lot of ricochet shots, because the conversation around me having flabby arms and not being smart enough to have a conversation with Aaron Rodgers on a regular basis, that literally went worldwide. Why? Because what Aaron was talking about is not just something that was happening here in America, but it was happening worldwide. Why? So I was getting buried in there. A lot of people said a lot of terrible things about old Aaron Rodgers. I was a part of it. Last night I had to feel so damn good.
Yes, it did.
Who said flabby arms?
A lot of people said
Some troll.
No,
they are a troll. I mean, I disagree with them. You did like 40 minutes of an interview in a full flex yesterday with somebody. I forget who it was. When you were just all bowed up on him, and he was talking with a straight face.
I was not flexing.
I know, but you were just in a power stance.
I
really.
believe it was.
What were you doing? Show me.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I mean, your face almost exploded because you
Who
couldn't
was
breathe.
it?
It wasn't Justin Jefferson.
It was almost like Rap not noticing the ear thing.
I mean,
I could not
notice that.
I could not hold it.
Hey, he was a much different rap sheet today.
Oh, yeah.
What's that? Because he's so hungover, still boozed up, just
Exactly.
woke up.
Yeah, he probably smoked a few cigarettes outside before he came in here. But Adrian Peterson is who you were.
Yeah, it was AP.
Yeah.
Because he was in that turtleneck.
Shredded.
A lot of shout-outs. Ticket Stooge walked by here earlier.
Take it, dude.
Shout out.
There he is.
Yeah. Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, wide receiver out of the Alabama pipeline. He's obviously on the Denver Broncos, heading into year 3, an absolute superstar. Ladies and gentlemen, Jerry Judy.
Yay!
That was electric.
Yeah, that was the best.
Yeah, best
You
intro.
look awesome. This guy is awesome. Hey, if you're a Green Bay Packers fan, you do not want to let Aaron watch what's about to happen, I think. Hey, that was the best entrance all week. Last person coming in, best entrance all week.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
Everybody's kind of scared of those chains. And people are scared of coming out here. Not you at all. No, ready for
Ran
them.
right through them.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm great. Thank you for joining us.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Hey, let's dive right into it. Why do you think everybody at Alabama is better than everybody? Is it because Alabama people have all the best players of all time and you compete against each other, you learn from each other? Or what do you think it is? The swag, the natural shit? What is it?
I mean, you just answered the question yourself.
Is that what it is, though? We hear that answer from everybody that comes from Alabama. That's a real thing, though. Every single day we are battling.
Yeah, that's what it is. Every single day, we got great players from around the country, top players from around the country, going against them every day in practice, so you don't got no choice but to become better. You feel me? So, yeah, it's exciting, and having a great coach like Coach Saban putting you in the right position, him being the great leader he is, you don't got no choice but to become great when you go to Bama.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can go other places, too. Let's if you want to start going to West Virginia and maybe hit the transfer portal, go ahead and feel free to do that. I mean, that'd be fantastic. There's a lot of guys there at Alabama. Don't worry about going elsewhere. It's part of the charm. You go to the Denver Broncos. You have a new regime coming in, right?
Yeah.
But that new regime offensively has been very proficient. Yeah. I mean, I assume you're very excited about the future with the Broncos right now?
Yeah, you're great having Coach Hackett, great offensive guru. He brings great energy to the facility, great guy. So I'm excited to see what he do next year. Yeah, I talked to him.
How'd it go? Phone, Zoom, FaceTime?
I talked to him. I met him in person. Yeah, I met him in person. Yeah, we talked a little bit, chopped it up.
Handshake, dap.
Hug.
Oh.
Okay. Hug. We talked on the phone before, but he already said, hey, when you see me, it's going to be hugged, so get ready.
You got to love that energy, right?
Yeah.
Vastly different than a defensive coach. You got an offensive coach now, so things are probably going to change strategy-wise. And granted, you're only going into year 3, but you've probably learned a lot about the business of the NFL. And how about on the field? What do you think you've learned from the beginning of your days in the NFL till now?
Just really, for real, just knowing, like, your what read you are as in the offense, learn like, okay, on this route I can slow it down because I'm the third read, or I'm the first read, so you might have to hurry up because you see the blitz. Just seeing different defenses and recognizing different things, that's really the biggest thing.
How much cerebral shit's going on in the field that people have no idea about at every position?
Oh, man, it'd be a lot of crazy stuff. As a receiver looking for, trying to read the coverages, there'll be safeties by the DN and just run back there to cover 2. So it's like, how you supposed to see that?
I'm with you.
So it's like stuff like that. Other than that, it's all good.
AJ, go ahead, bro.
When you were at Alabama, you mentioned Saban. You guys also have a ton of other great coaches on that staff, like NFL coaches that have maybe transitioning and trying to figure things out. What was that like? Just having all of those guys, and also Saban. I'm so intrigued by what he was like day to day. Like, is he always on you guys? Always a grinder? Does he ever laugh and have fun? We've seen him dance with recruits, but that's about it.
No complacency. I can't even
complacency.
I can't even get the word out.
You're good.
But Coach Saban is. You already know what you're getting from Coach Saban, and
every day, same guy,
same way he walk in the offense the same way. This is what he do.
Let's see it.
Every time.
No, you're good.
Yeah, you do whatever you want.
He walk in the office with his little cup. Put his cup down. How you doing?
Every day,
and nothing changed. I think he take the same amount of steps every day too. So, yeah, it's kind of weird, but at the same time, that's what makes him great.
Yeah, the motto of consistency, I think, has been Alabama. It sounds like the head coach is a robot of a man, but that is tough to accomplish whenever you're at the top of the world. How do you think he remains competitive? Why do you think Alabama has remained at top for so long? And as soon as Saban retires, 10 years? He just signed his $7 billion deal. Well, as soon as he retires, is that going to fall off, or you think that Alabama thing is forever?
I mean.
Bama's dead. Bama's dead.
No, it's not dead now. Coach Saban's still there. I never said that. I ain't never said that now. I never said that now. But it's hard to go against Saban. As long as he there, all I know is Bama going to keep on rolling.
Hey.
Hell yeah.
Roll motherfucking tide.
Roll tide.
Roll tide down there. Go ahead, Connor.
Yeah, Jerry, speaking of roll tide, I'm a Pats fan, so we just got Mac Jones. There's been some pretty legendary stories about him talking shit to Saban in practice before he was the starter. Were you privy to any of that shit talk? Or was
no, Mac Jones, he probably said something kind of funny or something like that, but I was never around to see the shit talking between them two. But
what do you think about Mac and his whole rise and his come? I mean, you think about Tua, you think about about Mac, you think about Jalen, obviously, he went otherwhere. But the quarterbacks, like Tua came in and just did his thing, but it feels like in Alabama, just like at every other position, like Mac sat back and just did practice and learned film, I think, and everything like that. What do you think about the Alabama successful quarterbacks here that have kind of been on a run?
It just that just speaks on the volume of the type of guys they are, really. Jalen, we had Tua, now Mac, just all them great guys being together in one room, so they pick a lot of stuff off of each other, and that's why they're in the position they in now.
How do people not there's no jealousy, huh? In that building, you can't because you're just competing with everybody, I guess? Because a lot of superstars go into one place, so everybody's, like in the NFL, everybody's a guy in the NFL. Like, no matter what college you come from in the NFL, everybody's a guy. In Alabama, it feels like everybody was a high school guy, right? And how do you manage that, you think?
You mean some people, you take it as, this will show the way that I'm the best, so you go out there and compete each and every day. Some people don't probably not get opportunity, but some people just wait their turn and just take advantage when the opportunity just presents itself. So that's what they did.
You were so much fun to watch in college, and obviously at Denver, you're fucking unbelievable. Who knows who your next quarterback is? Have you thought about all that?
No, I ain't thinking about that.
Staying out of it.
Yeah, I'm staying out of it. That's above my pay grade, so I just I control what I control and do what I do.
Go ahead, Ty.
Why do you think it is? Like, we're seeing now when rookie receivers come into the league that they're just putting on and playing unbelievable right away, whereas 10 years ago that maybe wasn't the case. Why do you think it is? Like, did you feel like you were just ready to pick up everything and go when you got into the NFL, and is that because of Bama, or why do you think so many of these young guys are showing out right away?
I feel like it got a little bit to do with Bama, but at the same time, when at the end of the day, it's football. So you gotta come in, you gotta compete. That other guys are probably better, or you're gonna have to find a way to get better or be as good as them. So at the end of the day, it's football. So I don't really take it too much as like, oh, I'm in the NFL. Like, I've been playing football since I was little. You feel me? At the end of the day, nothing really could change. Ain't nothing too much to change. You feel me? So, yeah, that's it. Really.
What do you work on in the off season? Cuts? What do you work on? What is like the little things you try? Are you going to be doing any of those? What are those sweet magic feet?
Oh yeah,
those magic. Did you want to be there? Yeah.
Little quick feet stuff. I'm always going to have to get them. I got to keep the feet right. So I'm always going to do something like that. But, during the offseason, I'm trying to work on my stamina. Once you can run all day and nobody can stop you. You can run all day and I can't tell you.
What are you doing, Peloton? You get on a Peloton? A lot of people on a Peloton.
I don't know about that, but.
Hey, me neither. I can't get on
a lot of running.
Oh, so you're this off season. It's like, hey, I'm trying to get my I'm trying to run all day at max speed.
All day at max speed. I could run a bomb. I could catch a 50-yard slant, come back and run a 50-yard bomb without getting tired.
Is there a reason why you want to do that? Did you experience that last year? Denver, obviously, mile high. Everybody talks about that being a game changer. Have you experienced that, or is this just where you want to take your game to the next level?
I mean, I think that this is why I want to take my game to the next level, because I feel like, when you get tired, you can't really move how you want to because you think about, I need to catch my breath. But once you ain't worried about being tired, you can do whatever you want and you can play all day. And the person in front of you going to be tired, you still got enough fuel to keep going. So, yeah, that's why I want to do it.
How about the city of Denver? Fucking awesome, huh?
Yeah, it's very laid back.
You love it?
Yeah.
Enjoy it?
Yes.
Where are you from originally?
I'm from Florida.
Oh, South Florida.
Yeah, Florida boy in the building.
Hey, hey, by the way, we have talked about like Ohio guys, or you know exactly what you're getting from somebody from Ohio. You know exactly what you're getting from somebody from South Florida as well.
Yeah.
Like, you know it's going to work ass off, probably going to be faster than you were going to be. Yeah. And there's going to be shit talk. Are you a good shit talker?
Yeah, I mean, it depends. If you shit talk me, then I'm going to shit talk you right back. But there ain't no pressure, then we're going to keep it pushing.
That is awesome. Go ahead, Connor.
Yeah, Jerry, do you feel like with Cortland Sutton being healthy and Noah Fant being healthy, like Denver is the premier spots for a quarterback to go that either you draft or, you know, one of the ones in the carousel this year?
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, we got great dudes all over. We got a great running back, great line, great defense, great receivers. I feel like, why not?
How about the defense? Defense loses Von Miller out of nowhere, right? I mean, allegedly, we're told Von Miller had no idea that was happening, which is wild to think about in the NFL, especially with who Von Miller is as a player and as a person. It's crazy that they're like, actually, you didn't want to trade, but fuck you, get you out of here. Which it's worked out. Obviously, he's in the Super Bowl, but the defense continued to play very well. That team, it feels like, why do you think it You think it's because the Chiefs are in the division you don't get talked about as much? Because I remember last season when Aaron Rodgers was potentially traveling somewhere, everybody's like, if he goes to Denver, that team is a Super Bowl ready team. Yeah. But it doesn't get a lot of national conversation. Why do you think that is?
Probably because not enough wins or something like that. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they see, but I don't know they're gonna know us in the future though.
Oh, yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you for joining us, man. You're the best.
No, thanks for having me. For sure.
You're a really cool dude.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You've been doing a lot of these shows out here. What is everybody asking you about?
Same thing. Quarterback.
Who'd you say? Did you say anything that like maybe were you like, Aaron Rodgers would be a great quarterback for the Broncos? That would just drop a bomb wherever you were to say it. Have you said anything like that?
No, I ain't saying nothing like that. I mean, he is a great quarterback. Who wouldn't want to play with Aaron Rodgers? But at the same time, we got two great dudes that we competed with. But like I said, that's above my pay grade. I don't got nothing to do with that. I'm gonna do what I got to do.
Hey, by the way, great answer right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very good answer.
Yeah.
That was solid.
Yeah.
Always been good media, or is it something you had to grow into?
I ain't like that's something I had to grow into. Media was not really my thing. I think this is my best interview I ever did.
Yeah, we're very thankful. I mean, you came in like
we got a Nick Saban impression that probably most people haven't seen as well.
It probably just the energy. You just chilling. Like I'm with my dog, just chilling, having a conversation.
Hey, well, anytime you want to come back, man, we'd love it.
No, for sure.
Can't wait to watch you going forward. Can't wait to see what happens with this offense. I assume it's going to be a West Coast style offense. You're going to be getting to rock. There's going to be a lot of reads. I think this is I think it's a good thing. We appreciate you stopping by, man. Have an incredible Super Bowl week.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jerry Judy.
Hey,
thank you, man. Ladies and gentlemen, from Jerry Judy, we now bounce into a much. Hey, by the way, really cool.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, very cool.
Really good.
Yeah,
very
Jerry
good
Judy
at
is
football.
very cool. Very cool.
Very cool.
Very good at football.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Okay, cool.
Seems like we're potentially going to have him back on. Hey, Jerry, you're awesome, man.
Hey, Jerry.
You're
Yep.
awesome. You're awesome, dude.
Weapon.
His feet.
Oh, yeah.
And how about he's like, yeah, I just want to be able to run longer and further than everybody. So he is signing up this offseason to go to a field and just sprint.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that, AJ. The type of commitment that people don't see. Like wide receivers run forever.
Yeah.
Like they
That's
run.
what Devontae Adams said, run full speed routes. And that's what it sounds like he's going to do. What is it, 50 yard, take a slant 50 and then take a 50-yard bomb the next play.
Yeah, he said he wants to be able to do that because when you're tired, you're not thinking about your cuts, you're not thinking about anything, you're kind of half-assing it, and that's how he wants to take it to the next level. That's unbelievable. I remember when they put the things that were tracking people for how long they were going, they had T.Y. Hilton's, and it was like he was at 13 miles one day or something like that, and they were like, oh, we have to dial it back on the way.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like, I think that is the biggest thing that happened first whenever they started tracking everybody. Everybody was like, holy shit, the amount of mileage that these receivers are putting in practice. Because you got to remember, to get the timing of the deep ball, you have to run the deep ball.
Several times.
But then the deep ball that is in the play, let's say that play doesn't work because a defensive lineman did something different or offensive lineman jumped off sides. Hey, we got to run that back. You got to come run another deep ball. It's like, and they're not even getting rocked sometimes. Sometimes assistant coaches are the one throwing the ball while they're running these sprints. That's just part of the gig, I guess. That's just part of the gig. I can't do it.
I mean, yeah, I definitely can't do it.
D-backs,
Distance
too.
running type stuff, no way.
Well, and also that's why all their feet are all fucked up.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of wide receivers'
Cutting,
feet are all
because
fucked
think
up.
how hard they're cutting
Boom.
in and out of their breaks.
And he wants to be able to run every route full speed. That means a post or a go has to look the exact same as an out or a
Come
hook.
back, anything.
Yeah, whatever it is. So he has to be able to stop full speed, and your toes
Turf toe
are
city.
just
Man.
right into that thing.
God.
And nobody talks about that ever. They're like, he kind of stumbled on his cut. It's like, well, maybe it's because his toes exist.
Yeah.
Like maybe it's just because they are actually a thing out there. It's unbelievable what is happening at like 21, 22 miles an hour. It's insane.
Stopping on a dime.
Every single play. Yeah, that's what you mentioned exactly. The route has to look the exact same. You got to be able to sell that. Like AB. Remember the route he ran before he took himself out of that game? He runs like a comeback, makes the DB basically fall down because he threatened like he was going to go deep, comes back, catches the ball with no one within 10 yards.
Yeah. And that's because there ain't no way the DB's backing up. There ain't no way this dude's stopping with how fast he is selling right now. You flip your hips, you got somebody in a old Shake Shack there, and you're absolutely done. And that's what the greats can do repetitively. I can never.
Oh.
I mean, back when I played soccer, I found places in the
You
middle
ever do a bicycle kick?
Yeah.
Really? For a goal?
Yeah. What are we talking about?
What do you?
I'm asking a question.
Welcome to the show, AJ.
Yeah, welcome to Thunderdome,
Yeah.
dude.
Oh, is it a big bicycle kick show that I don't know about?
I think I only did one. It wasn't straight up over the top. It was
Okay,
more
so
of
he
a
did
volley.
one. Okay, thank you.
It was more of a volley.
Yeah,
Okay,
stupid,
that's
but-
amazing.
Well,
I've always wanted to do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
I don't see it happening in games very much.
I mean, blasting a 124-mile-an-hour ball at somebody is also awesome.
Yeah.
But to do that, you got to run like 45 miles through that entire thing.
Yikes.
Coach O, hey baby, Coach O.
Hey, Coach
baby,
O.
Coach O. Hey, hey, baby, Coach O. Hey, baby,
Hey, Coach O.
Coach O. Hey, baby,
Coach O.
Hey, all right, Coach O.
Yeah.
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Coach. Coach O.
Oh, well, he doesn't say that anymore, Zito said.
Oh, he doesn't?
Yeah, he said he doesn't say that anymore.
Hey, go football.
Yeah, that's what he says now. Yeah.
That's awesome. Shouts Coach O, man.
Shout out, Coach O.
Thank you, Coach.
I don't think I've ever met that man.
Really?
First time.
Just did.
That was pretty good interaction. Now, I will say, here's a man that we have met before.
Here we go.
And some things we say on this show are for us, but I want to let you know this is also a gift to all of you who might not know who this person is. This person is heard and seen yelling on a daily basis in our office on at least one of the TVs. If you have the channel Sports Grid, this guy should be on for 24 hours straight because the electricity, the big brain. Ladies and gentlemen, at Sports Rage, Gabe Morency.
Let's go! Yes! Yes! How about it?
Good to see you. No, big hug. All right. Look at that jacket, man. Beautiful jacket. It's like you look like Evel Knievel, Gabe.
Yeah, Gabe! Let's go!
Okay.
Woo!
Yes.
That's what we needed, dude.
Yes.
I can't believe we waited until the very last hour of this entire thing. We needed that on Tuesday. We needed that on Wednesday. We needed that on Thursday. Now that we're out here, we're staying in an Airbnb. We don't get a chance to watch your bald head spew greatness on a daily basis like we do at the office. It is great to see you, Gabe.
Hey, this is awesome. I've done a lot of things in my career, in my life. This is as good as it gets, handled with McAfee, Hawk, Hammer, Dahn, the crew. And I tell you what, as Coach Harbaugh says, who has it better than us? Nobody!
That's right. You might hear a little accent there. Gabe is Canadian. Gabe is Canadian. Loves sports, loves gambling, loves chatting. Your jacket does look phenomenal.
What do you think?
You look like Evel Knievel, man.
I like it.
It's
The
sweet.
back, the back is
What's on the
Boston
back?
knows what I'm
What's on
talking
the back?
about.
It's unbelievable.
It sells it.
The skyline.
The back is what sells
Yeah,
it.
bedazzled.
Oh, my God.
Look at that.
Yeah, the
Huh?
camera's that way, Gabe. Camera's that way. Camera's that way.
There you go.
Perfect. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Hey, every NFL player, every baller in the room, they're the ones that like it, and every gangbanger on the street. Those are the two. Like I'm walking down the street, there's dudes, I hear them talk about my back. In fact, though, I'll tell you a quick story outside.
Hey, by the way, me and AJ love the jacket as well.
So, I'm wearing the pass outside. I was getting some air across the street. And so a car pulls up, and they're like, hey, yo, bro, can you get us tickets to the Super Bowl? They say, you see, is that a Super Bowl pass? And I'm like, no, it's just for a convention type thing.
Yeah.
They're like, come on, man. We know you're somebody. Come on, get us in. They're sort of getting more into it.
Here we go.
Then one of the guys in the back, what about that jacket?
Oh!
Can I get one of those?
Yeah. No.
And I was like, nah, those are $200, bro.
No, you got to earn these.
Yeah, you got to go pick some winners.
Yeah, you got to earn.
You got to go pick some winners,
You got
man.
to
Let's
earn
go.
one of these. You got to earn one of these. Whenever you look at this game, gambling-wise, AJ and I forced ourselves to make the pick last hour without much thought. We've gone both ways on this entire game, Gabe. We see the Rams could win by 50. The Rams could win by 50. The Bengals could win by 1, by 2, by 10. I have no idea how to pick this game. You are a guy who talks about gambling all day, every day. You're incredibly entertaining in this department. What and how are you thinking about the game on Sunday?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's it's an interesting game. I think you guys are bang on, though, as far as if the Rams can win in a blowout, no one's going to be surprised.
At all.
If the Bengals win, it's going to be Money Mac, last-minute field goal, Joe Burrow, magic. I think if anyone's getting blown out, it will be the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, listen, there's been 55 Super Bowls. Only 6 times has the point spread mattered, Pat.
Oh.
The last time. The last time, guys, that a team lost the Super Bowl and actually covered a point spread was the Arizona Cardinals. And
Steelers?
Yeah, against the Steelers in like 2009. And I used to have hair, and AJ had longer hair.
Yeah,
right? It was a long time ago.
Boom.
So think about it. It's only 6 freaking times. There's been 2 pushes, but only 6 times. So if you like the Bengals, you take them on the money line as well. That's what I'm getting. And if you like the Rams, don't be scared. I got the Rams winning by 6 points.
Oh,
wow! I'll just get to the chase here.
Do you have an algorithm, a points thing? Do you punch things in, or is this just a game?
I hate people like that.
A lot of gambling people do that.
I know. I'm an old school. No, I'm not going to say I hate the data and stuff. I'm not a supercomputer geek.
Yeah.
I'm one of these sort of, I soak it all in.
Oh, yeah. You're well-rounded.
And you don't trust your instincts or what?
Yes, no, but I trust the players and the athletes.
Okay.
I throw everything out. Who's in the best frame of mind? Like, coming to this, I like the Rams. I like McVay being here for the second time. I like OBJ. How can anybody be nervous in the room, AJ? I think the first time they played, they were nervous. They played against the Patriots. You're playing Belichick. Jared Goff was a young quarterback. McVay didn't adjust in his
McVay
own.
was like 32 years old.
Exactly, man. Now you're getting Zach Taylor. He's not as intimidated. You got Von Miller in the room before. He's been a Super Bowl MVP. OBJ is just, he's chill, man. OBJ would be wearing a jacket.
Hey,
like
that's
this.
a good prop, by the way. That's a good prop.
I like OBJ to score the first touchdown of the game, plus 900.
Oh, yes.
I like
because
that.
McVay's going to want to feed, and Matthew
You
Stafford's
get
going to want
him
to feed.
involved, gets the crowd involved, get a little dancing going in the end zone. Let's go, man.
Hey, a little salsa. Go ahead, AJ.
Well, Gabe, so how many have you ever been to the Super Bowl in person?
Yes.
How many?
The first one I was at was actually at the Nipplegate of all ones.
Oh,
Timberlake.
Did you know what was happening in real time?
Nah, I had a few too many drinks.
Really?
Yeah. I was getting drunk with Rob Dibble. Remember Dibble?
Yeah,
Great
picture.
Hell of a
fastball.
Hey, Dibble had heat.
Oh, yeah. Cool dude.
Yeah, he threw fucking gas.
Oh,
dude.
yeah. The nasty boys.
Oh,
they were fucking
they
around.
used to come out headbutting. Yeah.
They were.
Oh,
they
hell
were
yeah.
playing around. I was at I did the last one, and I did a broadcast at the Pontiac Silverdome.
Okay.
To put us out like the game.
Silverdome,
The game was at Ford Field, Pat, so of course they put me at the Silverdome.
Well, that's
Just
unbelievable.
like you saw me, I was like an airport lounge here. You
Why?
saw me? I'm in the fucking back in the back.
Hey, we came here on Monday. We came here on Monday night. Monday night to move into this thing. We're gonna start doing Tuesday. Zito was putting everything together. Just came to check it out the night before we got started on Tuesday morning over here. There's not a single soul in the building, but there's Gabe yelling way out there. And I was like, wait, I thought this was a Sports Grid. I thought Sports Grid was also here. You said no, they weren't happening on the stage. That's unbelievable, Gabe. What's the deal?
How's that about?
Yeah, it's basically, we arrived. We're like, wow, what a set. I didn't really think I was going to do the show. And they said, no, this is also the Sports Grid set. I guess
that's what we.
Other host of Sports Grid. I thought I was the only host. What's going on here? What's going on here?
Ty?
Gabe, with McVay, I know. I mean, he's one of these new school dudes. You know what I mean? Like, if he chokes in this Super Bowl, do you think is he done? Is he maybe?
No, he's not done. He's only 36, but it'll eat him
What
alive.
about John Madden though?
TV.
You don't know, but being 0-2 is going to eat this guy alive inside. I think he gets it done this time. I think he gets it done. I think, I like the fact they're sticking to the regular season routine and all that crap, you know what I mean? But I got
What do you
some
mean by
other
that?
pro-
Can you explain what they're doing? What do you mean regular season routine?
They're practicing at the exact same time.
Okay.
They are.
Hey, as a gambler, are you looking for things to reaffirm your feelings or always changing?
No, I let it evolve. I try not. I'm not going to lie to you guys. That first Sunday night after, we all remember recent, bias. I was like, I'm not laying 4.5 points against this Joe Burrow kid.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy's Joe Cool, Joe Smooth. Also, Joe Burrow is he's never not won or covered a playoff game before. LSU and Cincinnati. As well as Jamar Chase.
So this dude is a ATS god.
Yeah, he is. And he'll be a kingpin here.
Okay.
Hey, Joe, he really will be Joe Cool. He really will be. But speaking of what, he will be running for his life. We know everyone's been talking about the D-line versus the O-line. But instead of talking about it, let's make some fucking money off of it. And he's going to be running for his life.
So?
All right, so rush yards over. It's not rocket science.
How many is it? 11?
10.5 now.
Oh.
It went up to 12.5, and it's down to 10.5 because people are stupid. All right, so he's going over the number, guys. He's going to be running for his life. Here's another one as well. What's he going to be doing? He's going to look over. He's going to, oh, my God, here's Von Miller. Here's Aaron Donald. He's going to be dumping it off to Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon receiving yards, guys, 23.5 right now. He's gone over this number in 5 straight games.
What?
Ooh.
He's going to make it 6?
Money.
What?
And
Is
how
this
about
easy?
this, Pat? No one would think about this. Matthew Stafford over 5.5 rush yards. He's gone over 5.5 rush yards, guys, in all 3 playoff games. Matthew Stafford's actually Cam Newton in disguise. He's got 2 rushing touchdowns in the playoffs. 2 of the last 3 games.
They do say that. Okay.
Yeah, the Cam Newton in disguise?
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about his mobility.
Yeah.
AJ, what were you talking
Because he can move. Matthew Stafford is very athletic. I played against him for a long time. I know exactly what you mean,
sneaky
Gabe.
athletic, though? Dude, it's 5.5.
For me, it's not even sneaky.
That's
For
one
me, he's
play.
just athletic and tough as hell.
And you know in a big game, bro, these guys, like Stafford's not going to run against the Carolina Panthers in November. He's going to be, screw that.
Yeah. I'm not taking an unnecessary hit.
This is the Super Bowl. It's the John Elway helicopter.
He could get that in one big third down. You know,
It's
here I
one
got to
play.
tuck it down, backs are
Same
turned,
with
I'm taking
Burrow.
off.
It's one play.
Yeah.
I like OBJ. We talked about the first touchdown. OBJ's only 63.5 yards. We've really seen, man, how he's really coming to play here. He's going to be in that single coverage where he just does his own thing and runs his own routes where they're all in their own structure. Stafford's got trust with him right now. I think OBJ is a big part of this game.
I love you. I love you.
The love is reciprocal, bro.
There you go. You're talking about 2 ways there. You're talking about 2 double-sided.
And
Honestly.
let me just throw something to you. You're responsible for this.
Yeah.
And I can tell, I had a couple of guys on. They're like, they use a special ball for the kickoff. And I'm like, motherfucker, you stole that, bro. You know what I mean? So you didn't know that. So anybody that drops it, I read a preview last night online, and I said, as said on the Pat McAfee Show, but you know that prop used to be plus 200, plus 230. This year it's minus 118 right now.
What are you talking about? No touchback?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's the hardest prop. The cappers think they're smart. Oh, you know, they use a special ball. It's all because of you, bro.
Well,
You've not
listen.
only changed the business. Look at this. Give them a hand.
No.
Look at this. Nobody cares about anything here besides what's going on here.
No,
And it's all because of you.
They've already, listen, Gabe, they're already getting mad at us already. We don't need you.
Well, did Wiz like light a split up here yesterday? Can I do that? Am I allowed? No, I'm not a rapper.
He didn't smoke in here.
Oh, no, okay.
By the way, that was something. That was an entire thought. Like
I was doing my show. I'm like, oh, great, I'm getting crushed. It's like a soccer game over here.
Well, we knew we didn't have any beef with you, though. You would understand that. But there was some other people, I think, that were not exactly thrilled.
No.
I mean, now you're screaming at them as well. I mean, that is a...
I did notice a heavier presence of law enforcement a few minutes after I arrived.
Where, here?
Yeah.
A bunch of them did come cruising right here. What
Sweet Lou walking by.
Lou.
Go ahead, Connor.
Yeah, Gabe. Me and Gumpy actually watched you live with the Bills-Chiefs game. You've been a Bills fan your whole life. Yeah, we saw it. Was that the most heartbreaking defeat of your life? Or
No.
Where do you rank that?
No, I was totally used to it. I was
okay.
basically like, welcome to the club, kid. Like, I just looked at younger Bills fans like, yeah. You want to know a crazy story, though, as far as the Bills?
Bingo.
We're doing the show yesterday, and I'm pointing at the airport lounge over there.
Hold on, we can get there.
Lounge 17. Yeah, you got to keep going.
Yeah, we
keep
can
going.
get it. Yeah.
All right, we're close. Yeah, we're somewhere in there. What did I tell you? Yes, sir. I'm in there with the animals.
It is bad. It's been a bad. Us staring at everybody, yelling at everybody's show. Where is yours? Yours is over here, I think. Right?
So D'Angelo Williams.
I think that's you right back there, right? That pop
Let's
up.
see.
That back of that white pop up right
That's
there.
close
I
to
think
a
that's
sorta.
you, right?
No.
That's
Looks like the spot to be.
I think that set is yours, isn't it?
Yeah, you're focusing on that.
With the pretzels?
No, I think that
That's like a
backdrop right
cameraman.
there.
Where are we? Yeah, no, you are. You're right there.
that-
You're right.
yeah.
That's the NFL alum. I got distracted by the blonde girl there.
Yeah,
I'm
that
sorry.
a baby game.
Yeah,
That a baby game. This one right here. Yeah, this is you guys
that's
right
it.
here.
There we are.
there
There we
it
are.
is.
Man, you're good.
Well, I'm not that good. I was wrong twice.
You work for the FBI too?
Hey, the feds actually, turns out, shout out to the feds. They,
shout out.
The feds actually watch our show. We learned that
Oh,
from
I know.
from-
These guys are hardcore guys. They love metal. They love wrestling. They love McAfee.
Hey, these people have been very cool here, right? I don't know how you've experienced it, but all the people that have worked
Super
this,
cool.
I agree.
Super cool.
The people that put this
They
whole
do
thing
love
on have
metal.
been very, very cool.
Put it this way: if we were in like Texas or something like that, I wouldn't be doing the things across the street I'm doing here.
True. Different place down there.
Yeah, I did hear you
Scouts,
earlier say you went
California.
across the street to get some fresh air or something like that when the guy was asking you about your jacket. I assume there were some vitamins that were involved there. Go ahead, Ty.
Renzi, I mean, no one's giving the Bengals a shot here. Why do you think that is? I mean, I personally, you know what I mean? I think they're the team to beat them on Sunday. I really do.
I hate using this too because I'm not a sharp. I hate throwing all sharp squares. The pro bettors, the guys that are betting 5 dimes, 10 dimes, etc., they all think the Rams are going to kill them. They're going to kill them. Johnny Sixpack wants to cash a ticket with the underdog. right? You're Joe Burrow, you're getting points, etc. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be a game. Like, I think 33-27, Rams by 6, but maybe it's like, 30-20-ish, and maybe, the Bengals are hanging around after. But I like Joe Burrow over 36.5 pass attempts because I think they're going to be playing from behind. And the Rams are very, very quick starters, all right? They always win the race 1st to 10. Look for the Rams to win the first half. Sort of what happened with Cincinnati. And
McVay used to have that record, remember?
Yeah, dude.
Yep.
He used to have
it's
that
like
record.
35-0 or something.
Yeah, and then he lost one.
To the Niners in Week 18.
Yeah, 35-1. So you're saying they're going to win the first half and they're going to win the outright game then as well.
And I like more points in the second half than the first half as well.
Oh, because they can understand and feel each other out.
Yeah, there's a little bit of it. Exactly. The first drive is a little bit scripted. I got a ton of wagers. We got over 3.5 field goals. I think McPherson combined.
Yes.
And that's a nice
made
plus
or
money.
just attempted?
No, made.
Okay.
Yeah, made.
Okay. McPherson needs what, 2 to break the record?
He needs 3 to break the record.
3, 2
Yeah,
tie.
so no, it's not just him, though. Combined, both kickers. So will there be over under 3.5 field goals in a game? I think there will be. Cincinnati have shown they've shown that they will take the 3.
I agree. And by the way, they do it and they make it and they win.
It's better than these analytic guys.
That's what I'm about to say.
Clowns. What are they like? I don't know who they are.
And you get nothing. Like Staley.
That
guy's Staley. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Hey, how many Gabe Morency's impressions are out there, you think?
There's, you know what? I don't want to. It's a true story. I swear to God. I had like an anniversary show once, and before I got there, they did like Gabriel Morency, who does the best impersonation.
Okay.
The guy that won died like 2 days later.
Jesus Christ.
So I figured it'd be a good idea never to do that ever again.
Oh, no.
True story. Hey, everybody.
Oh, no.
I'm not doing it.
Positive story.
I've been working on one. I'm going to have to fucking stop, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Fuck. Hey, I wasn't planning on telling that story today, but
I'm glad you did because I was going to do an impression. I'm not going to now.
That's fucking wild, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm fucking done, you know what I mean?
Seriously.
I didn't see that coming.
Can't fucking I didn't either.
That
was a misdirection.
Whoa, didn't see that coming.
Can't fucking do it anymore, you know what I mean?
Hey, Gabe, how long you been doing this? How long?
It was just my 20th anniversary.
Man, we appreciate
Hey,
it.
how about it, Gabe?
Hey, you guys rock, man.
Did the guy die?
You
You said it was an anniversary show. Did he die right after that?
No, it was a couple of days.
Different anniversary. Okay.
I think the guy had a drug problem, though, too.
Rest in peace to that man.
Yes.
Rest in peace to that man.
Family.
And I'm happy you at least got a chance to win the impression.
Yes,
right.
Went out on top.
Yeah, he went out on top.
Yeah, he did. Big win.
won the
He was a true
championship.
underdog story.
Yeah. Kurt
Just
Warner.
like the Rams are going to go out on top.
No, they're not an underdog story.
OBJ gets a Super Bowl championship.
Boom.
Yeah, Matthew Stafford does too.
That's right. And Sean McVay.
Hey, ladies and
And
gentlemen,
the party goes on.
Sports Grid, and also follow along at. You all right?
Yeah, I was going to casually pick my sunglasses up, put them on.
Where'd they
fully,
go?
but
Where'd they go?
They're gone.
Fucking lost them.
At Sports Rage. I saw him really panicking over there.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw some real.
I swear to God, no, I sat him down. I saw AJ. I was like, oh, they're going to fall or
Yeah, where'd
something.
they
Sit on him?
Yeah. They're right here in between the wire, right here in the front.
Oh, they actually, look at this.
Oh, fuck.
There you go. That really just, that's not as cool now. Like,
Put it back on the desk. Put it back on the desk. Put it back on the desk.
Redo it.
All right, ready. Here it was. Man, this is 20 years into this thing. We are so thankful we get a chance to chat with you. Absolutely electrifying stuff. You can follow along at Sports Rage and obviously watch
at Sports Rage on Twitter.
That's right. It's amazing to follow and watch you. You're the absolute best, man.
I love you guys.
Yeah!
Woo! Fucking go, you know.
Let's fucking go.
Thank you, man.
Fuck.
Gabriel Morency. All right.
Appreciate you, Morency. Pleasure. Love you, dude.
Hey,
legend.
Yeah.
Absolute legend.
Yeah.
Icon.
Thank you, Gabe. Appreciate you, man.
Fuck.
Hey, appreciate you a lot.
Wow.
See ya.
Holy shit.
I just try to pick up the pieces here. We will wrap this thing up. Can't thank you all enough for following along all week. Hope you participate in all of our giveaways. We're giving away a shit ton of money, I think. Could be more if everybody's telling the truth and get things right.
That's right.
I did. I already
Sports Rage just gave out 15 bets.
Yeah.
And all of them are I feel like winners.
Mortal locks.
Tone Diggs, did you listen to all the things he said? I know Hammer Down's about to happen here in a few minutes here. Did you listen to any of his bets, and how do you feel about it?
He ran through all of them with me before he came up here. That's what's great about Sports Rage is when he gives out his bets, he gives great, reasoning for all of them. So, I was in on all of them.
And he's been doing this for 20 years.
Yeah, I mean.
Long time.
And he's a lunatic, and he does this 12 hours a day. So there's a lot of studying there going on.
Honestly, I think he is on Sports Grid for 7 to 14 hours a day.
Yes. Yep.
And he is like that all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know what fresh air he got across the street, but I love everything he's doing. AJ, your final thoughts as we wrap up #PMS in LA. Anything to say to the people that watched all week? And
I mean, I don't know what to expect coming in. I don't know what you expected, but this has exceeded all my expectations. So I appreciate the boys, everybody behind the scenes. Goomp won't look at me over there, but everyone behind the scenes, all the people, all of our friends and that have come by. This has been awesome. He honestly sold me on all those bets. I'm not big into it as much as he is, but like every single bet that he gave us, I was like, okay, I understand your reasoning for doing that.
So that's good news for the Super Bowl then. Sounds like a lot of money's to be made at Tone Diggs.
Absolutely. There is a lot of money to be made. It's going off of what AJ said and what you asked him. Gumpy said it best yesterday. We are living a movie.
Yeah.
1,000%, and it's awesome. And
it's a simulation. We shouldn't be here.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Ty, you've downed 4 bottles of Gentleman's Jack this week.
Sure.
Yeah. Past 2 nights.
400 this year.
Fuck, you know what I mean? A couple more the next two days, hopefully.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, we were talking about this a little bit. You look at where we were at in the Super Bowl in Miami with, Drew inside of a shoebox with Drew Brees driving his elbow into my T1, T2, and now we're on this fucking big ass stage with Sports Rage to close it out.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, unbelievable. Thank you to all you guys. You know what I mean? It's fucking incredible. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Truly.
Connor, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You had a great week. Yesterday was one of the best days I've ever seen somebody have.
Yeah.
You grittied for Justin Jefferson. You gave a jacket to Adrian Peterson. And then magical Wiz Khalifa Instagram post. You're in the corner of it looking damn good. I mean, what a day yesterday, and thank you for all of it, bub.
Oh, no, dude, thank you. This shit is crazy. The biggest stage, didn't expect that coming into it. Didn't expect the, napkin drawing to legitimately be put to perfection, where we are. This is exactly how it looks. So grateful for everything, man. This shit is crazy.
It is bananas, and it doesn't end, obviously, today. We are live tomorrow night. A little bit more of a party feel, I believe.
Yeah.
You might. I'm probably going to be wearing sunglasses for that one.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
If I had to guess for tomorrow night's affair. AJ Hawk will be there. Darius Butler will be there. Ty Schmidt will be there. All the boys will be there. Diggs, Connor, Goomp.
What?
Everybody, the entire team. Lisa Kearney of More Ways to Win.
Yep.
A FanDuel show will also be hosting. And you're talking about Ludacris.
What?
Wiz Khalifa.
What?
Joe Montana.
What?
Emmett Smith.
What?
Ed Reed.
What?
T.O.
What?
There's a lot. There's going to be a lot of people there, and we're going to be on open microphones on Cloud 90 to wrap up the week. And then we are live from our office back in Indianapolis for the Super Bowl as we take it all in and hopefully bet live and make so much money.
Yeah.
I got $40,000 on tails.
Hell yeah.
Here we go.
It's going to hit.
Oh, go to hell.
Don't be an asshole.
No,
It is going to hit.
Hey, he's being serious.
Shut up.
I'm dead serious. I think tails
What's
will
your
hit.
problem?
I
You're
always
lying.
say tails. I always say tails.
Okay.
You didn't say it last year.
I know. I said tails last year. I'm sorry. I said Pat picked heads, correct? And I said, I think it will be tails. I'm sorry. And it was tails, right?
Okay, so $40,000 on that, $10,000 on the same game parlay we're going to boost, and we're going to get FanDuel for one last time. Now, remember, the last 2 same game parlays hit on the same damn day. Feeling pretty good. I picked the winner last week, AFC in the Pro Bowl. Things are really looking up. Things are really looking up right now. We got an entire team of people making a decision. Let's go ahead and take FanDuel for everything they have on Sunday, and let's enjoy it all together. Can't wait for tomorrow night. Thank you all so much for this entire week. This has been a dream come true. We apologize to all the shows out there that had to experience our show live during your show. To all the fans that stopped by here yesterday, all the performances, all the guests, thank you all so much. That's been Feel Good Friday live from Radio Row in Los Angeles. We'll be back next year, hopefully. Cheers.